A wealthy heiress conceals her identity and gives up her inheritance to marry the man she loves. Yet she's treated as a gold digger, bullied by her mother-in-law, and ignored by her husband. After 3 years of marriage, Sunan still hasn't warmed Fu Yechuan's heart. In their 3-year marriage, every time Fu Yechuan contacts Sunan, it's to make her donate blood for Qiao Wanru at the hospital. She's become a walking blood bank for that green tea bitch. Qiao Wanru even repeatedly sends photos to provoke her. At this moment, her mother-in-law calls to say the maid is off today. The mother-in-law then berates her to hurry back and cook. Sunan gave up her family and friends, living a life worse than a servant's. The marriage she nurtured for 3 years turned out to be nothing but a joke. Her husband sends another text, asking her to go to the hospital to donate blood. Disheartened, Sunan proposes a divorce. Her husband immediately calls, thinking she's complaining about the money and wants more. But this time, the woman's gaze becomes determined. Fu Yechuan, meet me at the Civil Affairs Bureau in an hour. Otherwise, just let her die. At the Civil Affairs Bureau, Fu Yechuan arrives with a gloomy face. Sunan, what are you unsatisfied with? I know you donated extra blood this month, but I've already compensated you. Let's divorce, Sunan. Do you really think you're the only one who can donate blood? Don't regret this, Sunan. Sunan stands up and takes the divorce certificate. She says firmly, my biggest regret is marrying you 3 years ago. Don't worry, I'll donate blood one last time and settle the score. Fu Yechuan watches her leave, thinking, forget it, when she can't survive on her own, she'll naturally come begging me. At the hospital, Qiao Wanru sees Sunan arrive and pretends to care if her body can handle it. Sunan gets straight to the point, questioning Qiao Wanru. You sent those texts and photos, didn't you? What texts? I don't know what you're talking about. Sunan raises her hand and slaps Qiao Wanru across the face. Fu Yechuan steps in front of Qiao Wanru, asking if Sunan has gone mad. Sunan throws a stack of photos at Fu Yechuan's chest. However, Fu Yechuan questions how she got these photos. Qiao Wanru, you're the real homewrecker. Are you satisfied now? Congratulations on your successful promotion. Jikwan, Sunan misunderstood. I really didn't do anything. I didn't take these photos. She must have hired someone to frame me. She pitifully tugs at Fu Yechuan's sleeve. Yechuan, is it because Sunan donating blood for me affected your relationship? I really didn't know. About the photos, I can swear on Cheng Heng's name. He was your comrade who fought alongside you and entrusted me to you before he died. These words make Fu Yechuan believe Qiao Wanru again. Fu Yechuan questions Sunan, is this why you want a divorce? Seeing Sunan's cold smile, he doesn't pursue it further. Fu Yechuan doesn't dwell on it. Forget it, Qiao Wanru's condition is more important. Let's donate blood first and explain the photo situation later. Sunan turns to the doctor nearby. Are you sure she needs a blood transfusion? Qiao Wanru signals the doctor with her eyes, unaware that the doctor has already been bribed. Miss Qiao just fell. Her leg is bleeding severely and needs a transfusion. Faced with this silent truth, Sunan directly lifts the blanket to reveal the dirty truth underneath. She unwraps the bandage on Qiao Wanru's knee. The so-called severe blood loss is nothing more than a scraped skin. If I had come any later, I'm afraid it would have healed already. Qiao Wanru hurriedly explains to Fu Yechuan. Yechuan, it's not like that. My body recovers quickly if I get blood transfusions. Getting injured every week or two, you sure are delicate. In the future, let Fu Yechuan marry another sucker to be your mobile blood bank. Sunan collapses into a chair as she leaves the hospital room. The hurt in her eyes can no longer be hidden. She calls her older brother. 15 minutes later, a figure stops in front of Sunan. He carefully lifts his sister into his arms. Fu Yechuan asks the doctor, for a leg injury of this degree, is a blood transfusion necessary? Is this the level of professionalism at your hospital? It was Miss Chiao's order. She said you agreed, and you were present every time she received blood. Deputy So, we won't dare do this again. Fu Yechuan feels a twinge of guilt. Qiao Wanru, have I been too indulgent with you? It seems Sunan's insistence on divorce is due to misunderstanding his relationship with Qiao Wanru. He wants to call Sunan to explain, but her phone is already turned off. He immediately orders his bodyguards to find Su Nan. 10 minutes later, Deputy CEO, we couldn't find your wife. The surveillance cameras were hacked. We can't trace where she went. Fu Yechuan ponders, stroking his chin. Su Nan has no money. Where could she go after the divorce? Fu Yechuan shouts at the bodyguards. Go find her quickly and notify me immediately. Do you think Su Nan will change her mind? After 3 years of marriage to Fu Yechuan, Su Nan still hasn't warmed his heart. In their 3-year marriage, every time Fu Yechuan contacted Su Nan, it was to make her go to the hospital and sell blood for Qiao Wanru. Qiao Wanru repeatedly provoked her, turning Su Nan's 3-year marriage into a joke. She thought divorce would end everything, but even after divorce, she was still treated as a mobile blood bank. Su Nan had no choice but to return home and inherit the family's billion-dollar fortune. Su family villa. Su Nan wakes up, opening her eyes to the familiar surroundings. Tears involuntarily flow from her eyes. She has finally come back. Suddenly, her best friend and father open the door, only to see Su Nan crying. Her father says, "Why are you crying? It's just a divorce. Can't our Su family support you?" Looking at the friends and family she had neglected all these years, Su Nan can no longer hold back and throws herself into her father's arms. This is the last time she'll cry for that scumbag. Her father comforts her, "Silly child. You've never suffered any grievances from childhood, but now for Fu Yechuan, you gave up your status as the heiress of a wealthy family, only to be looked down upon in his home. Nan, you originally agreed to a 3-year limit. If he didn't fall in love with you, you'd come back and inherit the company. Now you must keep your promise." Okay. Su Nan wipes away her tears. With determination in her eyes, she says, "Don't worry, Dad. I won't be so foolish again. The past 3 years, I'll consider them the most valuable learning experience in my life. Since he doesn't accept me, I should return to being the proud and confident heiress of the Su family." Her father is also relieved that his daughter has finally seen clearly into her own heart. "Dad will have your older brother accompany you to familiarize yourself with the company first. Then we'll choose a good day to hold a welcome banquet and announce your identity." Her best friend, Xiao Yu, is overjoyed at her decision to cut off her love-brain behavior. She hugs Su Nan and exclaims, "Darling, congratulations on your divorce. That fool Fu Yechuan mistook elm for pearl. He'll regret it later. Due to the hasty divorce, I still have some documents left at his place. I need to go get them back. Will you come stay with me at the family mansion?" Su Nan, wearing a multi-million-dollar haute couture outfit, appears with her best friend. For 3 years, she lived in this house with a status lower than a commoner. Now she can finally enter with her head held high. Seeing Su Nan's lively and devoted demeanor, she angrily shouts at Su Nan, "How many times have I told you? There are many confidential documents here. Don't bring just anyone back. Don't you ever learn?" Seeing Su Nan's silence, Xiao Yu retorts irritably, "Who are you calling just anyone? At your age, you're still speaking in riddles." Su Qing mockingly says, "Don't think wearing fake designer clothes makes you part of high society. I've seen plenty of low-class people like you who dream of marrying into wealthy families. Su Nan can't take it anymore. This is my friend. Please show some respect." Hearing this, Chu Qingxin slams her coffee cup on the table. Su Qing stands up, pointing at Chu Nan, saying, "After enjoying the good life in our rich family for 3 years, you've forgotten you're just from a poor background. And you, where did you come from, you wild girl? How dare you? I'll teach you a lesson today." She raises her hand to slap Xiao Yu. She steps forward domineeringly, pushing Chu Qing onto the sofa. "Only Su Nan would slave for you. I won't indulge you. The Fu family is just a bunch of nouveau riche with some dirty money. If it weren't for Su Nan, I wouldn't even bother looking at you. I think your Fu family's floor is too dirty for my blood." Su Nan watches this scene without intervening. After all, this can be considered interest paid back for how her mother-in-law bullied her these past 3 years. She goes upstairs directly to pack her things. Su Qing, gritting her teeth in anger, shouts at Su Nan, "Do you believe I can kick you out?" Su Nan stops in her tracks. "No need for you to kick me out. I'll leave once I get my things. I was so foolish before, giving up my dignity for a man. I don't have to endure this anymore." Su Nan only takes some of her personal documents. She doesn't take the cards her husband paid for her blood donations over the years. However, as they're leaving, her mother-in-law warns Su Nan with a vicious face, "I'll tell Yechuan about today's incident. Don't think you can get away with this. Even if you beg me on your knees crying, I'll still tick you out." But before Chu Qing can finish, Su Nan turns back with a cold smile. "Oh, I forgot to tell you. Yechuan and I are already divorced. Even if you beg me on your knees crying, I won't set foot in this place again. A wealthy heiress gives up her family inheritance for a man. However, her husband not only neglects his wife, but treats a green tea bitch as his darling, even making his wife a mobile blood bank for her. He constantly calls his wife to go to the hospital to donate blood. The woman who endured so much decides to stop being a doormat. She chooses divorce and returns home to inherit billions in family assets. But her mother-in-law kicks her while she's down, falsely accusing her online of stealing a precious necklace worth $10 million. Mimung. She also declares that if the Miming necklace isn't returned by tomorrow, she will pursue legal action. Her best friend Xiao Yu curses loudly. They dare to show off a 10 million yuan item. People even comment on Su Nan's Weibo, calling her a clown. I've only seen Miming once. Fu Yechuan always kept it locked in the safe. I don't know the password and never asked him for it. Since Qian mother-in-law doesn't leave any face, I don't need to hold back anymore. It's only fair to give them a taste of their own medicine. Su Nan calls her older brother. I remember my third brother's entertainment company is under my name. Who's managing it? Duyan. I'll have her handle the online situation right away. No need. I'll handle this myself. Soon, 2 photos trend on social media. One is of Fu Yechuan cheating. The other is of the rich family's daughter gambling extravagantly overseas. Upon learning this, Fu Yechuan angrily scolds his subordinate, who authorized the use of the company account to post this message. The madam ordered it overnight, and it's already been done. Since when does the madam make decisions in the company? Take down this trending topic immediately. But the subordinate explains. CEO Du from Huaying Entertainment has stated that this news must stay up for 24 hours. Huaying Entertainment is top tier in the industry. No one dares to disrespect them. Fu Yechuan helplessly rubs his forehead. Does Sunan really have such capabilities? Does he think all of this benefits me? At this moment, his father calls, telling him to find Su Nan and delete the photos. Chu Qing interjects. Yechuan, bring that bitch back. We must teach her a lesson. Fu Yechuan doesn't blindly side with his mother. Did she do anything wrong? It was clearly Ying who took the necklace. Why falsity accuse Sunan? If I hadn't found out about the necklace, would Sunan have to take the blame? Fu Yechuan angrily pounds his fist on the armrest. Sunan's online response was so emotionless. Does she not trust me at all? Su Qing argues irrationally. How was I supposed to know Ying took it? Wasn't it always in your safe? Who else could have taken it besides her? Seeing his mother still unrepentant, Fu Yechuan's voice turns colder. It's not too late to apologize now. What? Me apologize? The one who should apologize is that penniless, powerless, ungrateful wretch of unknown origin. How dare she put the Fu family in crisis? Bring her back. I'll deal with her myself. We're already divorced, Fu Yechuan says before hanging up. He asks his subordinate if they've found Su Nan. The deputy replies, Miss Su seems to have disappeared. We can't trace her whereabouts. Keep looking. He checks Su Nan's Weibo. Every message records her expectations of him, her beautiful visions of the future. Just some trivial, insignificant details, all filled with her love for Fu Yechuan during these 3 years of marriage. These 3 years of marriage weren't a blank slate. They were densely packed with her presence. But I didn't understand her at all, nor did I ever participate in her happiness. However, scrolling further down, nothing more appears. When Fu Yechuan refreshes again, Su Nan's Weibo no longer exists. So many Weibo posts, and she just deleted them all. As if these 3 years never happened. Fu Yechuan grips his phone tightly. His expression is complex. Even if I have to dig 3 feet into the ground, I'll find her. A woman hides her identity to marry a man, gives up her wealthy family inheritance, yet is bullied by her mother-in-law, ignored by her husband, repeatedly threatened by a white lotus. The woman, disheartened, divorces. Her brother takes her home to inherit billions in assets. 1 month later at the Walton Hotel, Qiao Wanru's face beams with happiness. During this time, even when I was really sick, Yechuan didn't come to see me once. But fortunately, he's divorced now. She finally got her chance. However, enemies are bound to meet. Su Nin also attended this high society party. Moreover, as Su Jin's date from Xiqing, Fu Yechuan's gaze remains fixed on Su Nan. She seems like a completely different person from before. Couldn't find her for a whole month, and now she's Su Jin's date. What's their relationship? Qiao Wanru notices Fu Yechuan's eyes on Su Nan. She secretly mocks Su Nan. How are you here? Is this really a place you can come to? Su Jin politely asks. May I know which CEO's daughter you are? Xiao Wanru dodges the question. Sir, you might not know, but Su Nin just divorced Yechuan. Su Jin smirks. Who says divorced people can't come? Didn't the deputy CEO come too? Seeing Xiao Wanru speechless, Su Nin sneers. Do I need to report to Miss Xiao whether I can come or who I'm with? You seem to be worrying about too much. At this moment, people around are gossiping that she's the mistress. Xiao Wanru awkwardly calls out to Yechuan, but Fu Yechuan completely ignores her. It seems the entire party's class has lowered due to Miss Xiao's presence. The deputy CEO needs to improve his taste in women. Xiao Wanru is at a loss, gritting her teeth in anger. Damn it. Su Nan, that white lotus. Fu Yechuan turns his head to glance at Su Nan's departing figure. It's only been a short while since the divorce, and she's already pretending not to see me, turning to someone else's embrace. At the hotel's rooftop pool, Xiao Wanru calls out to Su Nan. You came to the party deliberately to get close to Yechuan, didn't you? You're already divorced. Why are you still clinging on? If I were you, I'd stay far away. Don't go looking for trouble. Su Nan swirls her glass, arrogantly addressing Xiao Wanru. Everyone knows you're the mistress now. Have you been enjoying yourself lately? Xiao Wanru, shamelessly, status doesn't matter, only feelings do. Yechuan and I will end up together. Can you say the same? You probably bought your invitation with money from selling blood. Your clothes and jewelry must be rented. A discarded rich man's wife. What right do you have to attend such a high-class event? She steps closer to Su Nan. You're asking for this. Then she stages a fall into the pool. The commotion immediately attracts the attention of the socialites. Su Nan's eyes show no ripple of emotion. It's identical to the scene 3 years ago. At Fu Yechuan and Su Nan's wedding reception 3 years ago. Su Nan, I won't congratulate you. After all, Yechuan doesn't love you. He only married you so you could donate blood to me anytime. You won't be happy together. Don't believe me? Watch. Xiao Wanru jumps into the pool. She calls out to Fu Yechuan for help. Fu Yechuan, without hesitation, jumps into the pool. He rescues Xiao Wanru, the green tea bitch. And 3 years later, Fu Yechuan still jumps in without hesitation to save her. Yechuan, don't blame Su Nan. She didn't mean to push me in. I came to apologize, but she wouldn't forgive me. She must still be angry with me. Fu Yechuan angrily looks at Su Nan. Su Nan meets Fu Yechuan's angry gaze and chuckles lightly. She's used this trick before. You don't still believe it, do you? Faced with such a low-level setup by a green tea bitch, will Su Nan retaliate? At the party, a woman falls victim to a White Lotus's scheme. Su Nan fiercely exposes the green tea bitch and the scumbag man, putting an end to their 3-year marriage. Just now, Xiao Wanru staged her own fall into the swimming pool. Fu Yechuan recklessly jumped in to rescue Xiao Wanru. Xiao Wanru, in her typical green tea manner, claimed Su Nan pushed her in. Fu Yechuan angrily looks at Su Nan. Meeting Fu Yechuan's angry gaze, Su Nan scoffs. She's used this trick before. You don't still believe it, do you? I didn't expect your acting skills to still be so cliché. You haven't improved at all. Xiao Wanru gets up and grabs Su Nan's wrist. Su Nan, I know you don't like me, but every time you donate blood, Yechuan pays you, doesn't he? What more do you want? Why are you still clinging on after the divorce and slandering us? You went to great lengths to attend this party. You just can't let go, can you? The party guests hear this and start gossiping, entering gossip mode. Fu Yechuan frowns deeply, thinking Xiao Wanru's words are too materialistic. Su Nan swats away Xiao Wanru's hand. Then she slaps Xiao Wanru across the face. Grabbing her shoulders, she says coldly, Xiao Wanru, I can't admit to things I haven't done. I have to do them first to admit them. She then forcefully pushes Xiao Wanru into the swimming pool. Now I admit it. Fu Yechuan looks at Su Nan, once gentle, but now incredibly domineering, with a complex expression. Oh, Miss Xiao, don't be in a hurry to leave. I've prepared a gift for you. Su Nan takes a glass of wine from a waiter. She then pours it over Xiao Wanru's head. First, this glass of wine is an extra gift for you. Su Nan turns and leaves amidst the murmurs of the crowd. Fu Yechuan watches the woman leave gracefully, speechless. As the cold wind blows, Xiao Wanru shivers all over. She cries miserably, Su Nan, that white lotus. From the moment she appeared, she stole all of Fu Yechuan's attention. She stole all the limelight. Fu Yechuan asks, you fell in by yourself just now, right? Xiao Wanru quickly explains that she would never falsely accuse Su Nan. You saw it too. She's gone crazy and is taking revenge on us. Seeing that, Fu Yechuan doesn't believe her. Xiao Wanru considers mentioning Cheng Heng, the CEO's deceased comrade. As Fu Yechuan is about to take Xiao Wanru back, amidst the crowd's exclamations, he sees Su Nan on the second floor of the party venue. Su Nan is scattering money bills. Fu Yechuan, this is the payment you gave me for every blood donation in the past 3 years. Now I'm returning it all to you. We owe each other nothing. Fu Yechuan and Xiao Wanru look at Su Nan in shock. The surrounding guests are delighted, picking up the money. This woman is simply my nemesis. Yechuan, Su Nan must be angry with me again. Let's just leave. Fu Yechuan removes Xiao Wanru's hand. Wait for me at the entrance. Fu Yechuan pushes open the banquet hall door. Esi suhing yentli mesaching Sunan's feet. Eangeli scouts Sunan. Su Jing puts his hand on Su Nan's shoulder. Instead of comforting your family, you come to settle scores? Fu Yechuan sees the hand on Su Nan's shoulder. He can't help but frown. Su Nan, if I've done anything to upset you, you can settle it with me. But you should apologize to Wanru. Su Nan crosses her arms, her tone icy. What if I don't? Are you going to throw me into the water for her? We were once married. I advise you to be kind. Deputy So, you don't know me. I was born this vicious. Fu Yechuan grits his teeth in anger. You're really stubborn. Fine. I originally wanted to explain my relationship with Xiao Wanru, but there's no need now. Su Jing asks with concern, Little sister, do you still like him? How could I? I won't make the same mistake twice. A woman gives up inheriting billions for a man. After marriage, the man neglects the woman, yet he cares for and dotes on a white lotus. The woman, disheartened, decides to stop being a pushover. She resolutely divorces the man, returns home to inherit billions, ending a 3-year failed marriage. Just now, Fu Yechuan wanted to find Su Nan to explain his relationship with the white lotus. Seeing Su Nan's indifference, he immediately turned and left. He returns to the car with a heavy heart. Xiao Wanru keeps explaining about the pool incident. The red light turns on. The car stops next to a building in the city center. The sharp-eyed driver spots the billboard above. It's repeatedly playing the footage of Su Nan and Xiao Wanru at the pool. Their conversation and actions were clearly captured by the surveillance camera. It turns out, it was truly Xiao Wanru's self-directed performance. Fu Yechuan clenches his fist. Inwardly frustrated, he thinks, this is Su Nan's response. And I even asked her to apologize. How ridiculous. Fu Yechuan asked the driver to pull over. After getting out, Xiao Wanru still tries to explain the surveillance footage to Fu Yechuan. However, the man coldly says, tomorrow morning, I'll have someone send you to F country. Xiao Wanru pleads desperately in the car. Fu Yechuan feels a surge of anger with nowhere to vent. After getting out, Fu Yechuan stands alone under the billboard for a long time. If this time was fake, then which moment in the past 3 years was real? Suddenly, a beeping sound catches Fu Yechuan's attention. It's the married playboy Lu Qi. Brother Chuan, why are you alone here? Want a ride? After Fu Yechuan gets in, Lu Qi starts gossiping. Brother Chuan, what's the relationship between Su Nan and Su Jing from West City? Today they look much closer than you two ever did. But in my opinion, someone of her status marrying you. We all felt it was unfair to you. Today she even dared to target Sister Wanru. It's good you divorced. Otherwise, the whole Fu family would have been ruined by her. Fu Yechuan, very irritated, says coldly, enough, stop talking. Lu Qi snorts, fine, as long as she doesn't come back to harm Brother Chuan again. Fu Yechuan remains silent. Lu Qi suggests, how about we go for a drink? A few days later, Su Nan is chatting with her older brother in a high-end restaurant. Sister, I'm assigning you Lu as your secretary. He'll be by your side to teach you. You need to study more to establish yourself in the company. Isn't you Lu your right-hand man? Is it okay to lend him to me so easily? Or should we let Dad teach you personally? Sunan Lok's mischievous. No need. In a couple of days, it's Julie Group's anniversary. They have a project up for grabs. You can try for it. All right, I'll definitely try to secure it. It's not that simple. Everyone's eyeing this juicy opportunity. I'll be at a conference abroad then, so I can't help you. But third brother should be back by then. Su Nan is surprised. Third brother is coming back? I'll go pick him up. Suddenly, someone calls out from behind. Su Nan turns to look. It's It's her former mother-in-law and sister-in-law. What an unfortunate encounter. When the former mother-in-law and sister-in-law see Su-nan in a high-end dress at the fancy restaurant, the former mother-in-law arrogantly tells the manager to throw out this trash. A poor wretch like you dares to eat here? The sister-in-law, upon seeing Su-nan, wants nothing more than to slap her a few times to vent her anger. It's all because of her that the incident of stealing jewelry went viral, causing her to be mocked by her circle of friends. The manager comes over upon hearing this. Fu Ying points at Su-nan. Throw her out. She's ruining our appetite here. We're VIPs. The manager sees Su Jing and hurries over, bowing respectfully. Mr. Su, you're here. Su Jing nods in response. Fu Ying's face changes. Hey, didn't you hear me? Throw them out. Su Qing chimes in, eyeing Su Nan disdainfully. They don't know their place, showing up anywhere. A woman kicked out of our Fu family has no right to be here. Su Jing sneers, his aura imposing. Kicked out? When did the Fu family become so shameless? Your ability to twist facts is impressive. What kind of life did Su Nan have in the Fu family? Su Qing is stunned, her face reddening. Fu Ying looks at the manager, ordering, What are you waiting for? I don't want to see them here. The manager's face darkens. Mrs. Fu, Miss Fu, Mr. Su is a major shareholder of our restaurant. If you two don't want to see them, you can leave now. Hearing this, Su Qing and Fu Ying's faces freeze. What did you say? Su Nan smiles, her gaze cold. Manager, it's fine. It's just a meal. No need to make it so awkward. Fu Ying snorts. At least you know your place. No matter who you've latched onto, our Fu family is out of your league. My brother never liked you anyway. I can make your life miserable in an instant. Su Nan coldly smiles. Oh, how so? Fu Ying pulls out a chair and sits down. How about this? Pour me a glass of wine and apologize. I'll let you off just this once. After all, you're used to serving people from your time at the Fu house. Su Nan smiles, steps forward, takes the decanter, and skillfully pours a glass of wine, offering it. Fu Ying smirks disdainfully, her hand not yet touching the glass. She feels something cold on her head. Su Nan pours the wine without spilling a drop on her head. Before Fu Ying can scream, as she tries to stand up, Su Nan forcefully pushes her shoulders down. She speaks coldly in her ear. Miss Fu, remember this. I filed for divorce. I'm the one who didn't want your Fu family. If you dare speak rudely again, I'll show you who really can't survive in this world. As Su Nan leaves, her figure is cool and composed. Fu Ying, pale-faced, hasn't yet reacted when Su Qing starts cursing Su Nan loudly. You White Lotus, are you crazy? How dare you treat Ying like this? Where are the waiters? Come help quickly. Su Nan walks to her older brother, acting coy. The air here is so dirty. I want to go somewhere else. The manager has prepared a VIP room. Let's go there. People around discuss the disheveled Fu Ying. Fu Ying angrily stomps her foot. Su Nan, I won't let her off. This is the correct way to deal with a scumbag. When Fu Yechuan learns that Su Nan will divorce him, he regrets deeply, not just because of his own reasons, but also due to the long-term bullying from his mother and sister, which he was completely unaware of. Just now, Fu Ying was humiliated by Su Nan. Angry, she went to find her brother to teach Su Nan a lesson. The moment Fu Ying sees Fu Yechuan, she selectively recounts the incident, omitting her bullying of Su Nan and focusing only on how Su Nan mistreated her. At this time, Su Nan and her older brother have just finished their meal and are leaving the restaurant. They walk arm in arm, looking like a loving couple. This reignites Fu Yechuan's jealousy. Faced with Su Nan's indifference, his expression turns icy cold. He still couldn't help but reach out and grab her hand. Su Nan, don't you want to explain what just happened? Fu Yechuan actually didn't believe Su Nan was that bad, that she would treat his sister like this. After all, last time with the Qiao Wanru falling into water incident, she was falsely accused. However, Su Nan directly admitted it. This time it might also be a misunderstanding. Su Nan yanked her hand away from Fu Yechuan. There's nothing to explain. I did pour wine on her. What, Vice President? Do you want to teach me a lesson for your sister? Fu Ying fanned the flames from the side. Brother, don't let this White Lotus off. She laid hands on me. She should pay the price. She suggested that her brother make Su Nan kneel and apologize publicly. Make me kneel and apologize? Is that what you think too, Vice President? Fu Yechuan lowered his head in silence. Seeing him like this, Su Nan felt disgusted. Years of grievances welled up. In the past, every time his mother and sister stirred up trouble, it always ended with him apologizing. Big issues became small, small issues disappeared. Why should it be like that? I don't want to indulge their bad habits anymore. President Fu, you should check the surveillance footage first to understand what really happened. Miss Fu is not some innocent little white rabbit. Stop pretending to be pitiful. Su Jing, supporting his sister, turned and said, Miss Fu, when you bully others, you should be prepared to face the consequences. Miss Fu spoke rudely earlier. Shouldn't she also apologize to Su Nan? Fu Yingying quickly grabbed her brother's hand, explaining that she only said a few words to Su Nan because Su Nan had previously badmouthed her online, stole her jewelry, and made her a laughingstock among her friends. She was just angry, but Su Nan dared to retaliate. Su Nan turned back and sneered, not retaliating when insulted. That was the old Su Nan. Miss Fu should learn how to respect others, or there will be a next time. It was also Su Jing's first time seeing such a shameless family. But it's good that his sister has come to her senses. As he was about to get in the car, he couldn't help but say to Fu Yechuan, the restaurant surveillance footage will be kept forever. Vice President can check it any time. Goodbye. Watching Su Nan's retreating figure, Fu Yechuan felt very heavy-hearted. Before the divorce, she was always so careful when speaking to me. Now she's really changed a lot. Hard to figure out. Fu Yingying couldn't swallow this insult. She stirred things up next to Fu Yechuan. Brother, Su Nan bullying me is bullying our Fu family. Su Nan, that ungrateful wretch, has forgotten who provided for her these past 3 years. She really needs to be taught a lesson. Fu Yechuan lost his patience and shouted, Enough! Fu Yingying, the jewelry in the safe was for Su Nan to use. Why did you take it without permission? Brother, I'm your real sister. It's just a piece of jewelry. Are you really going to quibble over this with me? Besides, Su Nan doesn't have occasions to wear such expensive jewelry. What's wrong with me taking it? Fu Yingying complained. How could Su Nan be worthy of me, Wang? Fu Yechuan really wanted to scold her, but Fu Yingying, feeling wronged, started to cry. He didn't even want to speak anymore. Let's go check the surveillance footage. This one sentence made Fu Yingying stop in her tracks, her tears freezing. She gritted her teeth in anger. Brother, don't you believe your own sister? They're clearly framing me. That man next to her is so intimate with her. Who knows if she's already made you a cuckold? She's probably using your money to keep that pretty boy. Fu Yechuan's eyes darkened, his face turning cold. Enough! He walked away, completely ignoring Fu Yingying. The restaurant owner, following Su Jing's instructions, had already prepared the surveillance video. As soon as Fu Yechuan arrived and stated his purpose, the owner handed over the surveillance video. As time passed minute by minute, Fu Yechuan's face grew increasingly gloomy and unpleasant. Fu Yingying, standing nearby, became anxious. In the video, Fu Yingying and Chu Qing's insults and curses were terribly harsh. Su Nan's expression, however, seemed accustomed to it. Was this not the first time? He never knew about this. Was this how the Fu family treated Su Nan all along? Su Nan's calmness and retaliation shocked both of them. Was this her first time fighting back? Fu Yechuan's heart was complicated, his face grim. Molly turned off the video and carelessly walked out. Brother, wait for me, Fu Yingying called. This wasn't the first time she had insulted Su Nan, was it? Fu Yechuan stared intently at his sister. Fu Yingying's face suddenly turned pale, looking terrible. She hurriedly denied. What are you talking about? I was just angry that she found another man right after the divorce. Why would I insult her normally? Fu Yechuan's needed. He now had doubts about this spoiled and willful sister he had known since childhood. Go apologize to Su Nan. I won't do it. Apologize to that bitch? I'd rather die. Fu Yingying cried out, feeling wronged. It was clearly Su Nan who poured wine on her. Why should she apologize? Fu Yingying tugged at Fu Yechuan's arm. Brother, you have to help me. Isn't Su Nan using your money to find a pretty boy? That man beside her is clearly her lover. Fu Yechuan pulled his arm away, his tone cold. He left with one sentence. That man is Su Jing from the West City. You can't mess with him. Fu Yechuan regretted it. He now suspected that his divorce with Su Nan wasn't just his own problem. Perhaps the entire Fu family was the problem. Fu Yingying froze. Although she had never met Su Jing, everyone in the socialite circle knew about Su Jing from West City. He was a single diamond bachelor, mysterious and noble. So many women racked their brains trying to marry him. Su Nan was actually with him. Fu Yingying gritted her teeth in anger. Since her brother wouldn't help her, she could only seek help from others. She immediately made a phone call to Lu Chi. Sunan bullied me. You have to help me. The sister-in-law not only insulted and cursed the eldest sister-in-law, but even brought thugs to harass her at the bar. She even used netizens to cyberbully the eldest sister-in-law. In the Su Group building, Sunan received a call from Du Yin, the CEO of Huaying Entertainment. Miss Su, I've got inside information. Fu Yingying has hired someone to secretly photograph you. Do you need help dealing with it? Sunan smiled slightly, her gaze calm. No need to stop them. It's just right. Saves me some publicity costs. After hanging up the phone, Su Jing came over, slightly frowning. He paused. What's wrong? Fu Yingying hired someone to secretly photograph me. Let her be. Su Jing didn't take it to heart. These little tricks were all within controllable range. He handed over the freshly brewed, fragrant coffee. Sunan smiled and took it, smelling the coffee. Big Brother's coffee is truly unparalleled. Much better than the world's top baristas. If you open a coffee shop, you definitely make a lot of money. Little sister, besides you, no one can afford the coffee I brew. Big Brother, I'm officially taking office tomorrow. Can you let Xinyu come as vice president to help me for a few days? Just arrange it as you see fit. Sunan quickly sent a message to Xinyu, telling him to officially come to work tomorrow. Xinyu said he wanted to celebrate. That night, Sunan went to a bar with her best friend to drink and relax. Little did they know, a thug secretly drugged her friend's drink. During the interval when Sunan went to the bathroom, her friend drank the drugged beverage and became dizzy. The thug took the opportunity to lure her away to do something else. Seeing this, Sunan directly confronted the thug. If you don't let go of your filthy hands, don't blame me for being impolite. The thug saw that Sunan's figure was even better than her friend's. With a contemptuous tone, he said, "Babe, if you drink this glass, I'll let her go." This sentence revealed his intentions. Without thinking, one would know the drink must have been spiked. A girl nearby grabbed Sunan's arm, kindly warning her that this was a notorious local gang leader. It's better not to act rashly, otherwise she might get hurt. But Sunan gently patted the girl's hand, smiling and saying, "Thank you, but don't worry." Sunan smirked coldly, walking up to the thug. She raised an eyebrow. "Let her go. I'm here." The man smiled greedily, thinking he'd have good fortune tonight. Sunan walked to the bar, picked up the glass, pretending she was about to drink the spiked beverage. Hearing that the thug had thrown her friend to the girl, Sunan suddenly grabbed a bottle of red wine and with a loud crash, smashed it on the thug's head. Immediately after, she twisted his arm behind his back, pinning him to the ground. With a crack, she dislocated the thug's arm. He fell to the ground, howling in pain. "It's been 3 years since I last fought. Luckily, I still got it. You're unlucky to have met me this time." Sunan picked up the spiked drink from the table and held it next to the thug. "Will you drink it yourself, or should I help you?" The thug quickly begged for mercy. Sunan ignored his pleas completely. She grabbed his hair. "Let me help you then." With that, she forced the spiked wine into the man's mouth. Sunan dusted off her hands and stood up. "Running into scum like you today really ruined the mood." After dealing with the situation, Sunan walked over to the girl, thanking her for helping take care of her friend. Everyone was shocked. They thought she was a bronze, but she turned out to be a king. However, just as Sunan was helping her friend leave, a paparazzi hiding in the crowd had recorded everything. He secretly called Lu Chi. "Boss Lu, I've got explosive footage of Sunan beating someone up in a bar. If we release this video online, it's guaranteed to ruin her image." Lu Chi smiled smugly. "Release it. I didn't expect Sunan to show her true colors in less than a day. I thought this woman had something to be arrogant about. Leaving the Fu family, she's ungrateful, bullying Yingying, betraying Yechuan. This woman's face is truly despicable. It's time to teach Sunan a lesson. My husband's friends are truly dogs. Not only are they unfaithful themselves, but they also encourage friends to cheat and even hire thugs to drug her at the bar with ill intentions. They even secretly filmed and maliciously edited videos to post online, using netizens' power for cyberbullying. Her best friend Xinyu was furious after seeing the video. "Sunan, it's bad. You're being criticized. They took the video of you tearing apart that creep last night, cut off the beginning and end, deliberately edited it, and are guiding netizens to cyberbully you." Looking at the comments under the video, they were all about Sunan, the ex-wife from a wealthy family, falls from grace, and Sunan beats people in a bar late at night, and what a vicious ex-wife. These words pushed her to the top of trending searches. "Sunan appeared indifferent. If I don't look, I won't get angry. Let's get ready for work." But Xinyu was angry on her behalf. Although she was drunk last night, she was still conscious. Su Nin clearly acted to protect her. No, I can't let this go so easily. Since things have become like this, I should handle it. Just as they were leaving, the butler came to greet them. Today was Su Nan's first day back at Su Group. She hadn't publicly revealed her identity, so the butler had specially prepared a Rolls-Royce. Su Nan said there was no need to drive to work, as the chauffeur-driven Rolls-Royce would attract too much attention. The butler then brought out other car keys. Miss, the master has specially selected the latest models of Maserati and Porsche. They're all in your garage. The few Lamborghini, Ferrari, and McLaren models ordered from abroad haven't arrived yet. It'll take a few more days. Please make do with these for now. Qin Yu's eyes widened in amazement, secretly in awe. Uncle Su truly doted on Su Nan to the extreme, calling cars worth millions making do. The small sports car she drove probably wasn't even enough to buy a tire of any car in Su Nan's garage. Su Nan sighed helplessly. I'm going to work as an ordinary person. I can't be too flashy. I don't want any of these. I'll just go with Qin Yu. The butler hesitated for a moment, then bowed slightly to Qin Yu. Then I'll trouble Miss Qin. Qin Yu smiled. Leave it to me. It's my honor to be Su Nan's driver. Once at the company, Su Jing held a meeting to formally introduce Su Nan's appointment. The parachuted director position had been vacant for a long time, and many coveted it. Now it was taken by Su Nan. Before the meeting even ended, people started investigating Su Nan's background. However, apart from her identity as Fu Yechuan's ex-wife, her other family background was completely blank. A woman who originally thought she had it in the bag, Ling Shuang had been eyeing this position for a long time. Why should it be taken by someone with no ability? She raised her hand and immediately objected. May I ask what abilities Miss Su has? After being a daughter-in-law in a wealthy family for 3 years, can she really handle this job upon leaving? She stood up and said, I disagree. I won't stay in the same company as someone like Miss Su. Su Jing raised his hand to adjust his glasses. His voice was cold and emotionless. Those who don't want to stay can submit their resignation. I'll approve it instantly. The meeting suddenly became tense and silent. Lin Shuang's face turned ugly and embarrassed, unable to back down. She had been in the company for so many years, finally reaching this position. She didn't want to leave. Yet Su Jing was willing to slap her face for a newcomer like Su Nan. The meeting room fell into complete silence, with everyone looking at each other awkwardly. Su Nan frowned slightly. She didn't want to become the target of everyone's criticism right after arriving. Just as she was about to speak and give Lin Shuang a way out, Lin Shuang interrupted. Mr. Su, I'm sorry. I was too impulsive just now. I respect the company's decision and will cooperate well with Miss Su's work. Very well. Meeting adjourned. Su Jing didn't say much more, not wasting a single minute. He left the meeting room with an imposing manner. Lin Shuang was seen with a gloomy face, being humiliated in public today, all because of this inexplicable Su Nan. Su Nan, I'll remember you. The brother of that scumbag man is truly a dog. Not only did he disparage his brother's wife in front of him, but he even found someone to maliciously edit the video and post it online for cyberbullying. Inside Su Group, her best friend came to Su Nan's office excitedly, holding a phone. Darling, I'm here to claim credit. She put the phone on Su Nan's desk. Ahem, please enjoy. It turned out that her friend had retrieved all the surveillance footage from the bar that day. She directly revealed the whole story. The netizens' opinion of Su Nan made a 180-degree turn. They all praised Su Nan's actions of beating up the thug for her friend as incredibly cool. Su Nan is my goddess now. Let her debut as the center, cool and stylish big sister. I need her contact info in 3 minutes. Her friend looked indignant. I won't allow anyone to smear you, especially not in front of me. Su Nan affectionately patted her head. It's really not a big deal. It doesn't matter much anyway. But do you know who was behind this? Su Nan looked confused. She shook her head, not knowing. It's Fu Yechuan's good friend Lu Qi. Su Nan was stunned. It's pretty much as I guessed. Whether it's Fu Yingying or Lu Qi, they're all related to Fu Yechuan. Since he's delivered himself to my doorstep, I should return the favor properly. That's the Su Nan I know. Always getting even. No need to bother. I've prepared everything to let them know what it means to be out of their depth. Qin Yu had already compiled Lu Qi's dirt and sent it all to Su Nan. Su Nan selected a photo from it. It was Lu Qi at some gathering, wearing a swimsuit and surrounded by women. And this was right after he got married. Pay in if you want to deal with me, bring it on. At least I'm more upfront in accepting your challenge. I won't hire paparazzi to secretly film and edit. Mr. Liu, you'd better watch yourself. Sunan posted it using a newly registered account. Soon, numerous influencers began to repost and comment. The tide began to turn. Countless people started to flock online to watch the drama unfold. Few people knew Su Nan's new account, but because of this, the number of followers on the new account skyrocketed. Lu Qi's background was also thoroughly exposed by people. At Fu Group, Lu Qi, in a panic, rushed to Fu Yechuan's office. Brother Chuan, your ex-wife is going to be the death of me. Fu Yechuan looked up from his documents, giving him a cold glance. Lu Qi showed him the online abuse from netizens. Angrily, he complained about being cyberbullied by netizens. I'm really too much. This is her true face, right? This woman is indeed no good. Now my wife is at home, threatening divorce. You have to help me. Fu Yechuan frowned, his expression darkening. He scrolled through the comments on his phone. After a long while, he spoke in a cold voice. You planned to cyberbully her, but ended up being countered? Lu Qi shuddered. He quickly explained, I just wanted to teach her a lesson. Besides, I didn't know the video was edited. The paparazzi, just to scam me for money, really got me into trouble. Fu Yechuan threw the phone on the table in front of him, his face cold. You deserve it. Brother, you have to help me. I was also tricked by the paparazzi, but this was something Ying asked me to do. If I hadn't been the one taking the heat online, they would have been cursing at Ying. Fu Yechuan's expression grew colder. Thinking of what happened at the restaurant last time, he hadn't expected his sister to not learn her lesson. Lu Qi pleaded with a bitter face, my wife wants to divorce me because of this. Fu Yechuan looked up at him. Lu Qi, handle it yourself. You brought this on yourself. My advice is whoever you offended, go to them. Go to Su Nan. Lu Qi instinctively resisted. He thought, why should he bow down to such a hypocritical woman? Fu Yechuan didn't want to say more. The secretary came in to remind about the meeting time. Fu Yechuan stood up and walked out. Lu Qi, feeling dejected, left disappointedly. He didn't dare to go online to see the netizens' comments. The phone at home kept ringing nonstop, almost to the point of exploding. Since Su Nan dared to call him out by name, she must have other evidence in hand. He had to resolve this matter quickly. But for Lu Qi to personally apologize to Su Nan was even more painful than being whipped. However, there was no choice. If he didn't compromise soon, he might be kicked out of his home. After some thought, Lu Qi still had someone from his company post a statement on his account online. I was unaware of the video editing. I deeply apologize for the trouble caused to Miss Su. At Su Group, Qinyu walked into Su Nan's office with a smile, waving her phone. This young Master Lu couldn't even hold out for 2 hours before surrendering. And here I thought he was tough. Turns out he's so useless. Su Nan's best friend took her to a bar to have fun, but they encountered her ex-husband and his brother. What a small world. Lu Qi rubbed his eyes in disbelief. Damn, no way. We run into this woman everywhere. Yichuan followed Lu Qi's gaze, and his expression immediately became serious. Su Nan was wearing a high-end long dress that accentuated her slender waist. She looked tall and beautiful with a high ponytail, exuding a cool aura. She was stunningly beautiful. With a cold smile, she spoke. How unlucky. Young Master Lu, have you put out the fire in your own backyard? You still have the mood to drink? Seems like the impact of that photo was too small. Lu Qi didn't back down either. Glaring at Su Nan, the instigator behind him, he mocked, I underestimated Miss Su. I never thought Miss Su would be a completely different person from before. Having a backer really makes a difference, doesn't it? Qinyu retorted irritably. After relying on her husband for 3 miserable years, of course she has to rely on friends after divorce. Didn't young Master Lu also go to his friends when he had problems? Qinyu pulled Su Nan to leave. Don't waste words on them. Let's go. Fu Yechuan was also surprised to see Su Nan. He thought to himself that he must clear up all the misunderstandings from before this time. At the bar, Qingyi and Ning Zhila raised their glasses to welcome Su Nan back. Today, I've invited your favorite crazy band. Ning Zhila also said, in a few days, I've arranged a big finale show. Bring your third brother along. I've reserved good seats for you. Su Nan was a bit tipsy. Okay, thank you everyone. At this moment, Lu Qi and Fu Yechuan came in and greeted Cheng-Yi. What a coincidence, second young Master Cheng. Cheng-Yi raised his glass in acknowledgement. What a coincidence, young Master Lu. Lu Qi saw Su Nan and the others sitting with Cheng-Yi and knew they came together. Let's hang out together. You don't mind, right? Second young master Chung didn't answer. He turned to look at Su Nan. My queen, do you mind? Su Nan stood up indifferently. Whatever. I'm going down to check out the band. Qin Yu immediately stood up, following Su Nan. Let's go, let's go. It's so suffocating up here. Some people are really like ghosts that won't go away. Ning Zhilo also followed. Fu Yechuan only looked away after Su Nan's figure disappeared. He glanced at Chung Yi and asked, what's the relationship between Su Nan and second young master Chung? Chung Yi tilted his head and gave a cold laugh. Friends. Lu Qi spoke up. How could someone like her be friends with second young master Chung? Don't be fooled by her. Lu Qi's words were interrupted by Fu Yechuan before he could finish. Chung Yi's gaze turned cold as he looked at Lu Qi. What kind of person is she? Does young Master Lu know? Lu Qi was at a loss for words. Even Fu Yechuan wasn't helping him, which made him feel a bit depressed. He couldn't possibly tell Ching Yi about Su Nan's despicable deeds behind her back. Bang! The thunderous music from downstairs suddenly erupted. It ignited the most intense atmosphere of the entire night. Then a familiar melody began to play. The crazy band was making a comeback after 3 years. It immediately sparked enthusiasm and passion among the crowd. Everyone cheered, swaying and looking up at the people on stage. Qin Yu was screaming in the audience. She shouted loudly. Without noticing, Ning Zhila had taken Su Nan backstage. Ning Zhila, holding a violin, said to Su Nan, brain meningitis appendicitis. Surgery couldn't come. For the final act, without the violin, it's missing its soul. Su Nan, you go up. Su Nan was shocked. Only you have collaborated with them. They came here for you. Don't you want to feel that exhilarating feeling again? Su Nan smiled and agreed. She should have been dazzling and been her own queen. But because of love blindness, she married a man who didn't love her, giving up billions in inheritance. She was a doormat for 3 years. The 3-year marriage brought endless pain to the woman. Finally, the woman decisively cut off her love blindness and chose divorce. The returning Su Nan fought her way through obstacles. She tore apart green tea bitches and punished scumbags, becoming her own queen. On stage, Su Nan held a violin in her left hand and gracefully lifted her dress with her right hand as she walked onto the stage. The lights dimmed instantly, leaving only a spotlight on the stage. And in the next second, the delicate and mellow violin seamlessly connected. The gongs and drums suddenly disappeared, but the violin became unexpectedly bold, rich, and deep. Everyone looked at the woman on stage in shock. She was calm and indifferent, full of spirit. The violin in her hands was magical. The notes were perfect, yet uniquely suited to her own distinct style. When it ended, the audience's screams grew even more intense, deafening. Goddess! Goddess! On the second floor, Fu Yechuan's shock flashed across his face, undisguised. He had no idea Su Nan could play the violin. Lu Qi exclaimed in disbelief. Isn't the crazy band retired? How are they here? I heard a show in the industry offered them an 8-figure sum just for the opening, but they couldn't be persuaded. Yet they came to this bar. Seeing Su Nan's performance, Lu Qi's jaw dropped. No way. Is that really Su Nan? After the performance, Su Nan showed a nervous expression. Luckily, I haven't forgotten the basics. I hope the performance was satisfactory. The youngest band member patted Su Nan's shoulder. Today was really amazing. You originally arranged this song. Besides old M.O., only you can coordinate with us so perfectly. Qin Yu came with flowers for Su Nan. Su Nan, you were fantastic. You're truly my goddess. You don't know how excited everyone downstairs was. They all praised your violin playing as superb. The youngest also spoke. Little sister Su Nan, I feel like I saw the you from 3 years ago. Su Nan felt a bitter taste in her heart. For a man who didn't love her, she was a doormat for 3 years. In those 3 years, she missed out on so much of life's brilliance. Fortunately, it's not too late to turn back now. Let's go back. Fu Yechuan and the others should have left by now. As they arrived on the second floor, Lu Qi greeted them awkwardly. Qin Yu coldly snorted in dissatisfaction. Why haven't they left yet? She then pulled Su Nan to sit on the other side of Qing Yi. Lu Qi couldn't help but ask, I didn't know Su Nan could play the violin. How come we never heard about this before? He was truly shocked tonight. The moment Su Nan was on stage, she was cool and sharp, like a queen controlling the entire venue. Qin Yu retorted with a sneer, Do we need to tell you? Who do you think you are? Lu Qi knew he would be snubbed, so he shrugged it off. Weren't we going to play something? How about dice? Who wants to play with you? Qin Yu snorted, standing up for Su Nan. What good are scumbag men? Fu Yechuan looked up at Su Nan. He sat there, swirling the glass in his hand. She was so dazzling. Fu Yechuan looked at Su Nan before him, familiar yet strange, his heart incredibly complex. It was still her, yet in a way he had never seen before. This is a correct way to deal with scumbags. Fu Yechuan asked Su Nan if she dared to play dice with him. Su Nan casually looked up at Fu Yechuan. A faint smile on her lips, she said, "What's there to be afraid of?" Qin Yu objected in dissatisfaction. "Why play with him? He's just trying to provoke you." But Jilla pulled Qin Yu aside. "Don't worry, Su Nan knows what she's doing." Lu Qi stood by, looking confident. "Fu Yechuan is the best among us. Su Nan is sure to lose this time." Su Nan lowered her head and asked, "What's the bet?" "It's no fun without a bet." Fu Yechuan's eyes were deep. Staring at her calm profile, he said, "You decide." Before Su Nan could speak, Lu Qi excitedly jumped in. "If I lose, I'll strip naked and walk out of here." "But if Su Nan loses..." Suddenly, Lu Qi's tone turned contemptuous. "You'll publicly admit that you married into the Fu family for money, and you'll never appear in the world again. Do you dare, Su Nan?" Su Nan scoffed, coldly snorting. "Fine, I agree." Fu Yechuan reached out and said, "Ladies first." Su Nan didn't hesitate. She took the dice cup, shook it on the table playfully, then pressed her hand on top of it. She looked at her opponent impassively. "Your turn." Fu Yechuan looked at Su Nan meaningfully, his brows furrowed. Clearly, Su Nan wasn't taking this bet seriously. Did she really not care about winning or losing? Lu Qi watched eagerly, as if victory was already assured. This Su Nan is just a paper tiger. Her moves just now weren't professional at all. Does she even understand dice? She thinks she can win with those two fake moves? Brother Chuan can beat anyone at dice with his eyes closed. He won his first pot of gold at the Macau casino back then. Su Nan is definitely going to lose. Fu Yechuan casually opened his hand. For sixes. He was secretly delighted. Unsurprisingly, he had won. He glanced at Su Nan, whose expression remained unchanged. Lu Qi was so excited she almost jumped up. Old Fu's normal level. "I was worried you might go easy on her." Chung Yi applauded from the side, as expected, with a faint smile. Young Master Lu sure knows how to joke. The Vice President has never gone easy on our Su Nan, but we've certainly seen the Vice President's skills now. Lu Qi looked smug. "Don't say such nice things. Are you trying to back out?" "Su Nan, let's see your winning hand." "Are you afraid of losing?" Qin Yu couldn't help but curse. "Lu Qi, can't you say anything decent? If you can't speak properly, just shut up." Su Nan chuckled lightly. Her slender fingers tapped the cover twice, then casually knocked it over. Qin Yu looked on in disbelief. When Lu Qi saw Su Nan's dice, she felt like dying. For sixes and 1-1. This is impossible. And this woman only made 2 fake moves on the table, yet she managed to shake out an extra one. Before everyone could gasp, Su Nan stood up with her bag. "I'll go say goodbye and then head home. You all continue playing." Fu Yechuan saw that Su Nan had won and felt relieved in his heart. The others slapped the table in satisfaction, gloating, "Young Master Lu, don't forget to strip naked before you leave. That's what you said yourself. Don't be a sore loser. You're cheating." Lu Qi's face was red as a pig's head. "Cheating? Young Master Lu, you were the one who wanted to play. These are the rules of the table. Losing and then accusing others of cheating? If you knew you couldn't handle losing, you shouldn't have played." Qi Yu sneered, then turned to ask Fu Yechuan directly, "What do you think, Vice President?" Fu Yechuan was also at a loss for words. Lu Qi looked at his good friend for help. His innocent big eyes were clearly saying, "Save me." Fu Yechuan's face remained calm, unmoved. A loss is a loss. Fu Yechuan walked away, leaving a dumbfounded Lu Qi behind, facing a group of wolves and tigers. Where was the brotherhood they talked about? He looked at the people in front of him, on the verge of tears. Biting his lower lip, he spoke with extreme lack of dignity. "Can you let me off this time?" The people in front of him unanimously replied, "No. Look, this man is running out of the bar naked." It turns out Fu Yechuan and Su Nan had a dice bet, and Fu Yechuan lost. Just now, Su Nan came out of the bar and texted her brother. Her driver should arrive soon. Suddenly, someone called out from behind, "Su Nan." Su Nan turned to look. A tall, shadowy figure stood nearby. Su Nan was slightly startled. She immediately put on a cold, guarded expression. Noticing her change, Fu Yechuan's gaze also shifted slightly. Su Nan took a step back. "Do you need something?" Vice President? Fu Yechuan tugged at the corner of his mouth, still stepping forward, staring at her intently. The incident at the restaurant was Ying Ying's provocation. I'll have her apologize to you. Su Nin lowered her eyes, a hint of mockery buried in them. No need. Just keep your family members in check. Inwardly, she thought, this isn't the only thing that needs an apology. But now, I don't care anymore. Fu Yechuan frowned slightly, about to say something else. Suddenly, a frantic scream came from the entrance. Looking up, they saw Lu Qi running out quickly, hands covering his chest, body trembling. His voice was broken and intermittent. Humiliated and desperate, he cried, I won't let this go. Just as he reached them, a camera flash went off. The naked man stopped in his tracks. Shocked, he halted beside Fu Yechuan and Su Nan, his face flushed with shame and anger. Trembling, he pointed at Su Nan, on the verge of tears. You actually took a photo? Su Nan looked at the photo on her phone with satisfaction. The angle of the candid shot was very good, almost perfect. She slightly curved her lips, looking at Lu Qi provocatively. Young Master Lu, it would be a shame not to capture such a spectacular scene. I was waiting here especially for you. Lu Qi was so angry he couldn't speak, his arms wrapped around himself. Su Nan's gaze turned cold. If you dare provoke me again, I'll send this photo for the whole world to see. Do you think I'm still that naive girl from 3 years ago? Fu Yechuan watched Su Nan's departing figure, his feelings complicated. Just now, Su Nan had faced the naked Lu Qi without changing her expression, threatening and mocking him without any hint of avoiding suspicion. He felt somewhat uneasy, but looking back on tonight, from the violin on stage to the dice game, the once easily readable, honest, and dull Su Nan suddenly seemed to have changed souls. Every move was a mystery. In the hazy mist, she became increasingly difficult to see clearly. Fu Yechuan felt a bit irritated inside. As Fu Yechuan and Lu Qi were about to get in the car, Cheng-Yi came forward and called out, Vice President, you didn't expect Su Nan to win, did you? Fu Yechuan replied calmly, indeed, it was unexpected. Cheng-Yi coldly retorted, 3 years of marriage, and still not enough to understand a person. Su Nan is truly worthless in the Vice President's eyes. Cheng-Yi raised an eyebrow and sneered, but there's no need to understand her anymore. Because among us, he raised his thumb, Su Nan is the most formidable. Fu Yechuan's eyes sharpened, narrowing slightly. Mr. Chung, you haven't taken a liking to that woman, have you? Cheng-Yi laughed out loud, meeting his gaze openly. Yes, I want to pursue her. I should thank the Vice President for letting her go, giving me this opportunity. Fu Yechuan coldly withdrew his gaze, looking at Cheng-Yi expressionlessly. Lu Qi couldn't help but complain in the car. Why say so much to him? Brother Chuan, get in the car quickly. He's been defeated by your ex-wife today. Stepping on the gas pedal, the car suddenly left. On the other side, the others walked over triumphantly. Now that Lu Qi will behave better. He really wouldn't believe it until he saw it for himself. He thought Su Nan was easy to bully. Qinyu was stunned for a moment. But how did Su Nan know how to play dice? And play so well? Ning Zhila and Cheng-Yi exchanged glances, smiling as they explained. When he was studying at university in France, he once had a fight with his family and was cut off financially. As a result, he was tricked into working as a dealer at the largest underground casino. Unexpectedly, he learned the techniques. When Chairman Su found out he was making a fortune, he was so scared that he immediately made him leave. He even gave him an unlimited black card. Qin Yu's eyes widened, regretting why she hadn't gone to be Su Nan's classmate. Serious brother panicked. His former honest and dull wife, since the divorce, had not only become dazzling, but now there was a man wanting to pursue her right in front of him. Fu Yechuan was driving absent-mindedly, thinking about the scene of Cheng-Yi wanting to pursue Su Nan. Cheng-Yi was interested in Su Nan, but what about Su Nan? Did she like him too? Sincerely? Thinking of this, Fu Yechuan frowned involuntarily. He gripped the steering wheel tightly. Lu Qi, looking at Fu Yechuan's sudden change of expression, was shocked. He asked, Are you angry? Fu Yechuan didn't want to respond to Lu Qi. Shouldn't you be more concerned about the photo? Damn it, Lu Qi cursed. It was the first time he had fallen for the same woman twice. Brother Chuan, why did you marry her of all people? There were so many suitable women from good families. Why her? I really don't know what you were thinking. Lu Qi grumbled. All the brothers felt it was unfair to you. Luckily, we never treated her as one of our own. Hearing this, the car suddenly braked to a stop. Fu Yechuan's face darkened. His chest suddenly felt uncomfortably tight. No one had treated her as one of their own. Was he the same? Fu Yechuan's voice turned cold. Get out, he said. Lu Qi looked at him in surprise. Why? Fu Yechuan's face inexplicably darkened. I'm going to the company. It's not on the way. Lu Qi had no choice but to get out. Standing in the cold wind, watching the car drive further away, he suddenly realized the direction didn't seem to be towards Fu Shi Company either. Su Shi Building. Yulu reported to Su Nan. Deputy CEO Lin Shuang arrived early this morning. He's waiting for you in your office. Su Nan nodded. Any news on Julie Group that I asked you to investigate? The person in charge, CEO Lin, has proposed to have dinner with you to discuss it in person. Shall I schedule a time for you? Su Nan pushed the door open and saw Lin Shuang sitting in Su Nan's chair, spinning around leisurely. The atmosphere in the office instantly became tense. Yulu coughed lightly. Lin Shuang's expression changed, and he quickly stood up. He looked reproachfully at Yulu behind Su Nan. Why didn't you say Deputy CEO Su was coming in? Sonaba smiled indifferently. Since Manager Lin likes this chair, Yulu, please have it sent to Manager Lin's office later. Deputy CEO Su, I didn't mean anything by it. There's no need to specially send the chair to me. Su Nan sat on the nearby sofa, her expression cold. I have a cleanliness obsession. I won't use a chair that others have sat in. Lin Shuang, having hit a wall, glared at her fiercely. In his heart, he had cursed Su Nan 1,000 times. Just someone who slept her way up. What's there to be proud of? Su Nan glanced at him. Manager Lin, what brings you here? Lin Shuang handed the documents to Su Nan. It's about the cooperation project with Fengheng Group. Tonight, Chairman Zhang from Fengheng Group is hosting a dinner. Deputy CEO Su, you must seize this opportunity. I'll introduce you tonight. Su Nan flipped through 2 pages of the document. She didn't believe Lin Shuang would be so kind as to share such a big cake with her. But since he was being so proactive, it would be impolite for Su Nan not to play along. I understand. You can go now. Su Nan handed the documents to Yulu, increased the points on this by 30. Yulu took it without hesitation. All right, I'll take care of it. Just then, Qin Yu pushed the door open, carrying a large bouquet of flowers. Kvik, Su Nan, em exhausted. Help me take this. Su Nan was a bit surprised. So many flowers. What's this for? Qin Yu raised her eyebrows, smiling mischievously. Of course, someone is pursuing you. These flowers are for you. So now looked over wind. Qin Yu, who on earth is it? This is so silly. Of course it's Cheng Yi. He insisted that I deliver them to you personally. Su Nan helplessly asked Secretary Yu to take them out. I can't handle such a strong floral scent. Su Nan attending the banquet alone. What will happen? Her best friend leaned close to Su Nan's ear and whispered, I've investigated Fengheng Group as you asked last time. I got all the details. Su Nan looked up at her. Fengheng Group has long become an empty shell company. They're borrowing money everywhere. They owe a huge sum to the bank that they can't repay. The company is about to be auctioned off. All they have left are a bunch of unfinished projects. Whoever gets involved with them will be in trouble. That Lin Shuang is clearly trying to set you up. Su Nan raised an eyebrow. As expected, so he's digging a pit for me to fall into. Well, tonight's dinner will be particularly interesting then. Thanks. Qin Yu smiled playfully. It's nothing, but I can't accompany you at work anymore. My mom just acquired a cosmetics company and promised to let me participate in R&D. You know, this has always been my dream. Su Nan held Qin Yu's hands, both of them overjoyed. Well then, here's to Miss Qin's success. In the evening, Su Nan was about to tell Lu about the dinner. Lin Shuang sauntered in. Since it's a private dinner, don't bring your assistant or secretary. We don't want to upset Chairman Zhang and ruin our project. Su Nan raised an eyebrow. I understand. At the private club, Lin Shuang opened the reserved room. Chairman Zhang came forward to greet them. Lin Shuang skillfully gave an intimate air kiss to the pot-bellied, greasy man. Su Nan felt a wave of nausea in her stomach. Out of politeness, she gracefully went over to greet him. When this Chairman Zhang saw Su Nan's face, his eyes noticeably lit up. His greedy eyes, making no attempt to hide it, were disgusting. Lin Shuang began to introduce Su Nan. Chairman Zhang, this is our company's deputy CEO, Su. Su Nan said, I've heard a lot about you. You're as beautiful as the rumors say. Chairman Zhang replied, you're too kind. Your reputation precedes you. Lin Shuang gave Su Nan a meaningful look. Deputy CEO, Su might not be aware since she's new to Su Shi Group, but we're old friends with Fengheng Group. There won't be any issues with cooperation. Why don't we take out the contract for Chairman Zhang to look at? If there's no problem, we can sign it right away. Su Nan paused for a moment, raising an eyebrow. It's good to take out the prepared contract. Chairman Zhang should take a close look. The greasy man across from her took it, as if he already knew the contents of the contract. He casually glanced over it, only pausing slightly at the numbers. His face instantly darkened. Deputy CEO Su, why is the commission on this 30 points higher than what we agreed on? Lin Shuang was startled. He took a look and his face changed dramatically. Who changed this? Su Nin lowered her head and smiled. I did. Since I'm here to negotiate this project, of course I have the final say. We'll go with these points, or there's no deal. We all know clearly, if we increase by 30 points, the initial investment from the branch will have to increase by tens of millions. For a teetering shell company, they simply can't come up with that money. Lin Shuang's face turned ashen with anger. Su Nan, this was all decided beforehand. What gives you the right to change it just like that? Because I'm Deputy CEO Su, Manager Lin. I'm fighting for the company's best interests. Why are you angry? You should be happy. You should be on the same side as me. Su Nan gave him a meaningful look. Whose side are you on anyway? Hearing this, Lin Shuang's face darkened. I'm of course on Su Shi's side. But Su Nan, doing business requires integrity. We can't change what's been agreed upon. As long as it's not signed, everything can change. Su Nan looked authoritatively at the angry Chairman Zhang. Or is it that Chairman Zhang and Manager Lin have reached some private agreement? The two exchanged glances. Chairman Zhang suddenly revealed a deep smile. Miss Su, since we're negotiating, I've come with sincerity too. The points set in this new contract are 10 points lower than what Lin Shuang said. As long as you sign it, the extra 10 points of profit will all be yours. Lin Shuang shifted her gaze and quickly tried to persuade her. Su Nan, what use is it to rely on Su Jing alone? You need to find more backers. Su Jing clearly wants to harm you, putting you in this position without any support. What good is following him? He's not going to marry you as his wife. Look at the clothes you're wearing. Not even a brand name. Bought online, right? How do you commute? By taxi. Su Nan had no interest in listening to Lin Shuang's attempts to sow discord. She probably thought Su Nan and her brother were lovers, trying to steal her away here. Lin Shuang smugly looked down on Su Nan's shabby appearance, tugging at her own Chanel dress. She smiled and said, I've been there. I won't lie to you. Following Chairman Zhang won't let you down. Chairman Zhang has prepared a second-hand car for you. With his help on projects, you can secure your position. Seeing Su Nin quietly pondering, Lin Shuang thought she had convinced her. She gave Chairman Zhang a satisfied look, then stood up, pretending to be tipsy. I'm going to the restroom. You two chat first. As soon as Lin Shuang left, her eyes flashed with sharpness. Let's see how you act after drinking that drugged wine. At the bathroom door, seeing a familiar person sneaking around. Have you done everything I asked? The waiter trembled. Yes, the drug has been added to the wine. Good. Lin Shuang smiled satisfactorily. The waiter bit his lip. Miss Lin, if I'm not mistaken, that lady, isn't she President Fu Yechuan's ex-wife? Little did they know, this scene was overheard by Fu Yechuan, who had just come out of the bathroom. Lin Shuang snorted coldly. You're not wrong. She is the vice president's ex-wife. How dare Chairman Zhang? Isn't he afraid? The waiter didn't dare to speak plainly, but feared getting into trouble. He regretted it deeply. She's just an ex-wife. Now she's climbing up by relying on other men. Would Fu Yechuan even look at her twice? It's all about sleeping around anyway. What's wrong with sleeping with Chairman Zhang? Fu Yechuan's face darkened. He frowned as he walked out of the bathroom. Lin Shuang quietly warned the waiter, if this leaks out, you'll be in trouble. The ex-husband became anxious when he heard someone had drugged his ex-wife's drink. Fu Yechuan, with a stern face, grabbed the waiter. Which room is Su Nan in? The waiter recognized Fu Yechuan immediately, his face turning pale with fear. Vice President. Fu Yechuan said coldly, speak. The waiter, feeling the CEO's pressure, instinctively replied, in private room 3888. Chairman Zhang smiled lecherously, reaching out to touch Su Nan's hand on the table. Su Nan avoided the old man's hand. The old man took out a slightly used car key for his bag and tossed it on the table. Miss Su, this car is yours now. Su Nan stared at the car key for a while, then suddenly laughed coldly. Chairman Zhang, Lin Shuang gets more than me, right? Chairman Zhang looked her up and down greasily. Miss Su, you're so beautiful. How can Lin Shuang compare to you? Once this cooperation is complete, there will be more good things waiting for you. Su Nan sneered, thinking to herself, so this is how Lin Shuang got to where she is today, by taking kickbacks. Perfect, I'll deal with her too. The old man eagerly raised his glass. Come, let's have a drink to celebrate. The next second, Sunan knocked her phone off the table onto the floor. Chairman Zhang bent down to pick up Sunan's phone, eager to please. He took the opportunity to switch the two wine glasses. When Chairman Zhang picked up the phone, Sunan smiled and raised her wine glass. Cheers! Then they clinked glasses. To our successful cooperation. After Chairman Zhang drained his glass, he looked at Sunan. Sunan took a sip and smiled, swirling her glass. This wine is not bad. Chairman Zhang, who had drunk the drug wine, already had red marks appearing on his face. Miss Su, once this deal is done, I'll give you a new Mercedes-Benz. The door was suddenly flung open by Fu Yechuan. Sunan watched as Fu Yechuan kicked Chairman Zhang to the ground. Sunan was surprised to see Fu Yechuan. How did he end up here? Fu Yechuan asked coldly. There's a drug in this wine. You've already drunk it. Hearing Fu Yechuan's concern, Sunan was momentarily taken aback. Then she regained her composure, thinking it must be a coincidence. Surely, he hasn't been keeping tabs on me, waiting to play the hero. Seeing the old man stand up, Fu Yechuan glared at him darkly. Zhang Feng, do you want to die? I can arrange that. Fu Yechuan was about to step forward to teach Zhang Feng a lesson. Suddenly, a figure appeared behind him and punched Zhang Feng, knocking him back down. Cheng-Yi punched Zhang Feng's face repeatedly. Sunan called out, "That's enough. Stop hitting him." By now, Chairman Zhang's face was swollen from the beating. Hearing Sunan, Cheng-Yi paused his assault. He turned back with a smile. All right. Cheng-Yi completely ignored Fu Yechuan's presence. He handed flowers to Sunan. I came to pick you up from work. Secretary, you said you were here. I wanted to surprise you. Do you like it? Sunan took the flowers and sighed helplessly. Although the plan was disrupted, I got the information I wanted. Let's stop here, or someone might die. I don't want to get into trouble. Cheng-Yi smiled. As you command, my queen. Chairman Zhang looked fearfully at the men before him. Young Master Cheng and Fu Yechuan, both not to be trifled with. Wasn't Sunan divorced from Fu Yechuan? Why would he still interfere? Cheng-Yi shouted at Chairman Zhang. What are you looking at? I'm sparing your dog life. Get lost. Hearing his life was spared, the old man fought his dizziness and fled in panic. Suddenly, Cheng-Yi picked up the car keys from the table. He said coldly, "Take it away. Don't dirty my girlfriend's things." The ex-husband grew anxious. His once dull ex-wife had not only become radiant since their divorce, but now someone was calling her his girlfriend right in front of him. Fu Yechuan's heart was a mix of emotions. Cheng-Yi called Su-Nan his girlfriend. Su-Nan was speechless and whispered, "Don't say that." "What girlfriend?" Sunan glanced Fu Yechuan, somevat puzzled. He was looking at her coldly. "Why is the vice president here?" At that moment, the anger in Fu Yechuan's chest burst out. He barked, "Sunan, how can you be so careless? Drinking wine from strangers? Aren't you afraid of being drugged? It's so dangerous. Is this the life you wanted after divorce?" Sunan lowered her head and smiled. She felt humiliated. She thought he was being kind, but he was just looking for an excuse to lecture her. Sunan picked up the wine glass from the table and drank it all. Then she swirled the empty glass. "Thank you for your chivalry, Vice President. I had already switched the drinks. But you have no right to judge what kind of life I want." Fu Yechuan gritted his teeth in anger. He stepped forward and grabbed her arm, his gaze icy. "Sunan, what do you mean?" Sunan curved her lips. "Vice President, I'm here for work. Marrying you is just being a lowly servant in your family. How are you Fu family members any different from Zhang Feng?" Hearing this, Fu Yechuan was at a loss for words. Sunan laughed coldly. Without another glance at him, she walked away decisively in her high heels. Cheng-Yi raised an eyebrow and quickly followed. Fu Yechuan stood there, his gaze cold as frost. Su-Nan's words were like a thorn, making him uncomfortable. A lowly servant in the Fu family? When did the esteemed Mrs. Fu become a servant? It seemed there was still much about her that he didn't know. As Fu Yechuan walked out, he saw Zhang Feng rolling on the floor, clutching Lin Shuang, his face flushed and gaze unfocused. So she really knew beforehand and was prepared. It seems his actions were unnecessary after all. Perhaps she never needed him at all. Sunan got in the car and left. Hearing Fu Yechuan's misunderstanding earlier, her heart ached. After 3 years of marriage, he knew nothing about her. She wouldn't walk that path again. Fu Yechuan had nothing to do with her anymore. Cheng-Yi glanced at her. "I saved you today. How will you thank me?" Sunan asked. "What gift do you want? Or should I just transfer money?" Cheng-Yi looked at her with a half smile. "It's the first time a woman has tried to pay me off, but I'd rather you offer yourself." Sunan gave him a sidelong glance. Dream on. Why? Why shouldn't you give me a chance? Chang Yi snorted. Sunan looked at him calmly. I've always seen you as a sister. Chung Yi's mouth twitched. Anyway, I'll prove that I'm the best person for you. Sunan smiled helplessly. Whatever. Young Master Chang's enthusiasm usually doesn't last a month. Chang Yi sensed Sunan's disbelief. He wouldn't let this opportunity slip away to anyone else. Sunan fiercely tore apart the heartbreaking woman and punished the scumbag man. Inside the building, Ling Shuang stormed in angrily, her neck bearing undisguised marks of intimacy. She wore a scarf, trying to cover up. Sunan, why did you leave me and Chairman Zhang yesterday? Do you still want to continue the cooperation with Feng Heng? Sunan curved her lips, looking at Ling Shuang with an ambiguous smile. Ling Shuang felt guilty under her gaze, her momentum weakening. Forget it. Just sign the contract, and we'll let this go. She threw the contract she brought in front of Sunan. Sunan didn't even look up, tapping a few times on her phone. The recording of yesterday's dinner conversation played. Ling Shuang's face turned pale with fear, her body trembling slightly. Sunan smiled. Ling Shuang, if I submit this recording, the company will thoroughly investigate all the projects you've handled. You'll go to jail. I advise you to think carefully. Are you really willing to sacrifice your career for one collaboration? Ling Shuang's face was ashen, her eyes flashing with terror. She immediately knelt down, speaking respectfully. Vice President Su, I was rash. Feng Heng's project isn't that good. That company is actually just an empty shell now. Sunan nodded with satisfaction, thinking that if she didn't cause trouble, keeping her around for now wouldn't be a problem. Maybe she could catch bigger fish in the future. I acknowledge Manager Lin's workability, but it should be used for her own work, not always worrying about other companies. Ling Shuang stiffened slightly. Vice President Su is right. Meanwhile, Lu Qi was dragging a reluctant Fu Yechuan, saying that a new couple's restaurant had opened upstairs from his restaurant, competing for business. Brother Chuan, just come with me to check it out. Consider it scouting the competition. They arrived at the restaurant. The waiter emphasized repeatedly that this was a couple's restaurant. Lu Qi batted her eyelashes, raising her pinky finger and clinging to Fu Yechuan's arm. Don't we look like a couple? At that moment, Wei Chung and his girlfriend greeted them. Wei Chung teased Lu Qi. Are you worried about them stealing your business, so you came to check it out yourself? As they sat down, they saw Sunan and Chung Yi sitting across from them. Chung Yi smiled charmingly, holding out flowers to Sunan. Sunan, here are your favorite Swiss lilies. Sunan smiled and took them. Thank you. As expected of your couple's restaurant, the service is excellent. Chung Yi's gaze focused. Did she think it was part of the restaurant service? These are fresh flowers I just had air shipped from Switzerland. Such an expensive service isn't something others can enjoy. He shook his head helplessly. Never mind, we'll take it slow. I have patience. Chung Yi asked Su Nan if she received the flowers he sent before. Su Nan nodded. Yes, I received them. You shouldn't have. Chung Yi's face stiffened. That's it? Aren't you going to ask why I sent them? So Nan looked confused. Why? Young Master Chung, I'm pursuing you. He was frustrated by her obliviousness. Su Nan sighed. I don't accept. Don't waste your time and energy on me. Chung Yi was fuming. Such a blunt rejection. What about his pride? At this moment, Lu Qi clicked her tongue. Look at those two making eyes at each other. How could young Master Chung like a woman like that? Oh, they're planning to dance. The music was melodious. Chung Yi pulled Su Nan to the dance floor. Let's dance one song. Since we're here, don't you want to experience the dance floor? Without waiting for Su Nan's answer, the music started. Refusing now would only draw attention. Might as well dance. The lively music began, and the two's dance steps harmonized well. Gradually, they became the focus of the dance floor. People around stopped to watch them. One handsome and charming, one beautiful and cold. Their swirling skirts captured everyone's gaze. Chung Yi's eyes flashed. He suddenly saw someone in a corner. As the rhythm ended, he suddenly pulled her close, spun around, and with his back to the crowd, lowered his head and embraced her. To the onlookers behind, it appeared as if they were passionately kissing. In the corner, Fu Yechuan was gritting his teeth in anger. Sunan stand everyone, outshining her ex-husband and sister-in-law. In the couple's restaurant, Chung Yi invited Su Nan to dance. They moved in perfect sync. Applause erupted. Everyone praised their dancing, saying the handsome man and beautiful woman looked perfect together. Sunan poussait Cheng Yi. Why did you suddenly get so close? You startled me. Chung Yi hurriedly said it was nothing. Let's go. He then put his arm around Su Nan and left, glancing back at Fu Yechuan with a victorious look. Fu Yechuan said nothing, his face cold. Lu Qi watched the two leave and snorted. Nothing special. Though it was professional level, Lu Qi wouldn't admit that Su Nan danced well. Wei Cheng sneered. That scheming woman. She's already hooked up with someone else so quickly. Fu Yechuan's eyes coldly swept over Wei Cheng. Scheming woman? Is that what you called her behind my back? What else? She did everything to marry you. Wasn't it just for money? The guys all know you're divorced. We're happy for you. Finally, you don't have to deal with that old hag anymore. Wei Cheng thought for a moment, not noticing Fu Yechuan's increasingly grim expression. He continued, recounting memories as if they were jokes. Remember when you first got married? We were drinking together, and when you went to the bathroom, she actually called to check on you in the middle of the night. I answered the phone. I warned her right then to know her place. She should look at herself. Marrying you was already a huge step up for her. At this point, Fu Yechuan's hands slammed heavily on the table. The surroundings were lively and cheerful, but the atmosphere at this table was as cold as winter. Lu Qi was somewhat surprised. Fu Yechuan's expression clearly showed he was angry because of that woman. Fu Yechuan laughed coldly. Wei Cheng, why don't you just come run the Fu family then? With that, Fu Yechuan stood up and left, leaving behind a pale-faced Wei Cheng. Lu Qi hurriedly followed. It must be related to Su Nan. That woman is really troublesome. She sighed. Brother Chuan, why do you look so upset? We're all brothers here. You know Wei Cheng speaks his mind. If he said something wrong, don't take it to heart. Fu Yechuan knew he had overreacted. He hadn't expected to lose control of his emotions. It was just that suddenly learning about things he should have known, but was kept in the dark about. Was this also why Su Nan hated him so much? His chest felt tight and uncomfortable. He wasn't angry at Wei Cheng, but at himself. Lu Qi breathed a sigh of relief. Brother Chuan, you're not still hung up on that woman, are you? Fu Yechuan glanced at her and snorted, not bothering to respond to her probing. Your restaurant can't compare to this. You might as well close down. Lu Qi's face darkened. So brother he was. The Tianlajai group's anniversary celebration began. The attendees were all social elites. Suddenly, there was a gasp of surprise. Everyone looked towards the sound. Su Jing entered the banquet hall with Su Nan. Su Nan wore a custom-made gown adorned with silver crystals. Under the lights, she seemed to have her own aura. Someone recognized her. Isn't that Fu Yechuan's ex-wife? To have such a wife and divorce her, he must be blind. People came forward to greet them. Mr. Su, your companion looks beautiful today. Su Jin raised his glass to the crowd. This is Su Nan, the vice president of Su Corporation. Please take care of her. Vice President Su is both talented and beautiful. She must be exceptionally capable to stay at Su Corporation. It's impressive. Vice President Su, please look after us in the future. Su Jin leaned in and whispered to Su Nan. CEO Lin from the group is upstairs. Let's go up. Not far away, Fu Yingying and her friends watched Su Nan receive praise from everyone, their faces cold. Their carefully chosen outfits were overshadowed by Su Nan's diamond starry sky gown, which captured everyone's attention. Especially Fu Yingying. She was shocked and angry. The gown Su Nan wore was the one she had her eye on half a month ago. It was a custom-made rose Vita piece. The diamonds were from a famous jewelry brand's collection, worth nearly 9 figures. The style was only shown among high society ladies. She had tried to rent it, but was told it had been bought. But she never expected to see it on Su Nan. A woman beside her said, Ying, is that really your sister-in-law? She's not ugly at all. The man next to her is so handsome and attentive. I just saw your brother looking at her too. Fu Yingying's eyes were full of jealousy. She snorted coldly. A woman who was kicked out. What else can she do besides seducing men? She's probably looking for a sugar daddy to take care of her for life. The woman gave up her billion-dollar inheritance rights to marry a man, hiding her identity. After 3 years of marriage, the man not only favored a white lotus, but also used the woman as his mobile blood bank. 3 years of marriage brought her husband's neglect, mother-in-law, and sister-in-law's abuse, and the white lotus's provocation. Disheartened, the woman chose divorce, ending 3 years of failed marriage. Her brother brought her home to inherit billions. After divorce, the woman decisively cut off her love brain, tearing apart the white lotus and punishing the scumbag. That day, her elder brother brought Su Nan to the second-floor banquet hall to find CEO Lin. They shook hands lightly. Before Su Jin could introduce them, Lin's gaze moved to Su Nan. Miss Su is not only beautiful, but also capable. I hope Miss Su doesn't mind being invited to this banquet. Su Nan smiled. Of course not. Congratulations on Julie Group's 5th anniversary. I hope we can cooperate pleasantly in every future year. Su Nan's words had a double meaning. Lin smiled. Mr. Su, may I speak with Miss Su alone? After all, if there's a chance to cooperate, Su Nan will be our company's point of contact. Su Jin encouraged Su Nan not to worry. Lin held his wine glass, swirling it casually. I'd like to know why Miss Su is so confident about this cooperation. Su Nan raised an eyebrow. Mr. Lin, the conditions I've offered are very sincere. I believe you've seen that among many investors, none is more suitable than Su Corporation. Su Nan confidently stated, we don't care if your company is profitable. Su Corporation has plenty of money. We only look at whether we can cooperate long-term. Because I believe in Julie Company's future, we can determine the world's artificial intelligence development level. Hearing Su Nan's bold statement, Lin found it quite ambitious and visionary. He smiled and lowered his gaze. Currently, among these investors, some offer more money than Su Corporation. Those who offer more money don't give as many concessions as Su Nan. Those who give more concessions don't have as strong financial backing. Lin wasn't just a businessman, but also a technician. He wanted to find the most suitable partner for his life's work. Lin lowered his head, pondering, and asked, Miss Su, would you mind participating in a 3-way cooperation with another company? Su Nan asked, who else? Su Nan didn't believe there was anyone more suitable than Su Corporation. Lin raised his glass, gesturing behind Su Nan. Indeed, the only one who could compete with Su Corporation and forcefully participate in this project was none other than Fu Yechuan. Fu Yechuan, in a black suit, appeared cold and unapproachable. His gaze lingered on Su Nan for a few seconds before calmly greeting Lin. Lin's eyes darted between the two. I don't need to introduce you, right? You should know each other well. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier, Miss Su. Regardless of who our final partner is, Fu Corporation will be involved in the project. Facing Su Nan's puzzled look, Lin smiled. Because from the beginning, the vice president has been sponsoring all my projects as a benefactor. So Fu Yechuan was a shareholder of Julie Company. Unexpectedly, Fu Yechuan had his eyes on the field of artificial intelligence early on. Su Nan smiled, lowering her eyes. With Fu Corporation's capabilities, they could easily enjoy the fruits of this cooperation alone. Why opt for a 3-way partnership? He raised an eyebrow, glancing at Fu Yechuan. After all, it's a completely new field unexplored. Fu Corporation can't bear the risk alone. The man's voice was low and cool, his lips curling. Choosing Julie Group, Su Corporation won't go wrong. Hope for a pleasant cooperation. Su Nan smiled coldly, curling her lip. He's right. This cooperation can bring huge benefits. I can't let money slip away and benefit others for nothing. The three raised their glasses to celebrate the pleasant cooperation. Lin, seeing the tense atmosphere between the two, suggested, why don't you two dance the first dance? As the opening of the anniversary celebration, I think this is undoubtedly the best way to announce our cooperation. Fu Yechuan frowned slightly, looking at Su Nan. Su Nan smiled and politely declined. Sorry, I don't know how to dance. She turned and walked away in her high heels, ignoring Fu Yechuan's cold gaze. Lin shrugged. It's just one dance. If he's not willing, it seems the future cooperation won't be too pleasant. Vice President, you're the first to divorce from such a prominent family so ungracefully. Fu Yechuan's face darkened as he watched her swaying silhouette, his expression becoming increasingly grim. Can't dance? Last time at the couple's restaurant, dancing with Cheng-Yi, did he think I was blind? But suddenly remembering Wei Cheng's words, his anger unconsciously dissipated. His heart felt a bit uneasy. Maybe he really did owe Su Nan. After going downstairs, Su Nan's expression was cold. Seeing Su Nan's expression, Su Jin was puzzled. Su Nan spoke, brother, Fu Yechuan is a shareholder. Lin wants a 3-way cooperation. Su Jin paused for a moment, finally understanding the reason for Su Nan's coldness. He smiled and patted her shoulder affectionately. It's okay. Shared risk. The benefits outweigh the drawbacks. Su Nan was stunned for a moment, suddenly realizing that what Fu Yechuan worried about was exactly what Su Corporation worried about. 3-way cooperation indeed had more benefits than drawbacks. Understanding this, the frustration in her chest disappeared. She smiled and linked arms with Su-jin. Thankfully, you reminded me, brother. Otherwise, I would have been cursing them to their ancestors in my mind. Su-jin couldn't help but laugh. To onlookers, this warm scene was particularly eye-catching. Fu Yechuan watched from upstairs as the two stood close together. Lin chimed in. I heard Su-jin doesn't like women. Why is he so attentive to Miss Su? Could they have a secret relationship? Fu Yechuan's gaze was cold. He didn't speak. Lin saw through Fu Yechuan's thoughts. He thought to himself, I'll lend you a hand. Then Lin went over and whispered to the host. The host took the microphone and announced, Distinguished guests, welcome to Julie Group's anniversary celebration. To celebrate this memorable day, on behalf of CEO Lin, I announce that the latest project of Julie Group will be in cooperation with Fu Corporation and Su Corporation. Now, let's invite Vice President Fu Yechuan and Su Nan to open the celebration with a dance. The crowd's cheers immediately became enthusiastic. Su Nan was stunned when she heard her name. She didn't want to get entangled with Fu Yechuan at all, but being put on the spot, with everyone's eyes on her, Su Nan was still hesitating when Fu Yechuan appeared before her. He bowed and extended his hand, inviting Su Nan to dance. All eyes in the room were focused on them. Clearly, this invitation couldn't be refused. They couldn't leave any negative impression at the start of the three-way cooperation. It would be very unfavorable for the partnership. Su-jin looked at his sister with sympathy. Su Nan smiled calmly and placed her hand on Fu Yechuan's. Fu Yechuan's palm was slightly cool. At that moment, he suddenly realized that in their 3 years of marriage, they had never had a wedding ceremony. He also seemed to have never taken her hand on his own initiative. This was the first time. As they held hands, the band began to play. The entire banquet hall was filled with a long, pleasant, and lively melody. Fu Yechuan's dark, deep gaze fixed on Su Nan's face. His hand rested on her slender waist. Su Nan's body stiffened, feeling very uncomfortable for a moment. In 3 years of marriage, they had never been this intimate. Yet after divorce, they were dancing together. It was truly unexpected. Soon, Su Nan's soft waist swayed in sync with the music. Fu Yechuan's voice was low. Woman, didn't you just say you couldn't dance? Su Nan raised an eyebrow. It depends on the person. Su Nan was again harassed and insulted by the jerk sister. Faced with such a white lotus, how would Su Nan counterattack? Just now, Su Nan and Fu Yechuan had to dance together due to their cooperation. Fu Yechuan leaned close to Su Nan and asked, You know how to do business? I didn't know that. Su Nan's lips curled slightly with a hint of mockery. You don't know? There are many things, but I don't need to tell you. In 3 years of marriage, he had never thought to understand his wife. So after divorce, was there any need to say more? 3 years to him was just a passing phase in marriage. But for Su Nan, this marriage was a lesson etched in her bones. Su Nan just wanted this song to end quickly. Being so close to Fu Yechuan was truly uncomfortable. Fu Yechuan's eyes, however, were fixed on her face like daggers. As the music neared its end, his body leaned forward. Su Nan stepped back, tilting her head to accommodate. Fu Yechuan didn't retreat, but she instinctively arched her back forward with the music. Their lips unexpectedly almost touched. The audience whispered, Aren't they divorced? Is this a sign of reconciliation? Su Nan pushed Fu Yechuan away, her eyes cold. Is this amusing to you? Su Nan turned and left gracefully. Fu Yechuan lowered his eyes, standing stunned. She was so close just now, they almost kissed. Lin approached Fu Yechuan and asked, You did that on purpose, didn't you? Others might not notice Su Nan's rhythm was fine. The problem was with you. You've received elite education since childhood. I don't believe you'd be so slow in dancing. Fu Yechuan completely ignored Lin's question. On the second floor of the hall, Su Nan walked towards Cheng-yi. You're late. Cheng-yi leaned casually against the railing, carefree. I come when I want to. If I hadn't heard you were coming, I wouldn't have bothered attending such an event. Su Nan rolled her eyes at him. Don't drag me into this. Clearly, your dad made you come. Cheng-yi wasn't embarrassed at being exposed. He grinned. Anyway, my purpose is... At that moment, someone called out to Su Nan. She turned her head. She saw Fu Ying approaching aggressively with her girlfriends. Su Nan, have you no shame? You're divorced from my brother, yet you're still trying to seduce him? Let me tell you, our family doesn't want a woman like you. Su Nan rolled her eyes. This routine was truly childish. Cheng-yi looked at Fu Ying with a cold smile. "Oh, who's this? Such a foul mouth, daring to bully Su Nan in front of me. Do you have a death wish?" Fu Yingying glared fiercely at Cheng Yi. "What's it to you? Are you her lover?" Cheng Yi laughed. "Lol, I like that title." Su Nan looked at Cheng Yi helplessly, warning him to shut up. He coldly glanced at Fu Yingying. "Miss Fu, what do you want?" Fu Yingying raised her chin proudly. "Don't think I don't know what you're up to. You definitely tried to kiss my brother on purpose just now. You want my brother to like you. Dream on. My brother's heart only has Xiao Wanru. You're just a blood donor tool for him. Don't fantasize about marrying into our wealthy Fu family." Su Nin coldly snapped. "The whole world knows about your brother's affair with Xiao Wanru. Miss Fu, you should have said these words earlier to help me prove he's a cheating scumbag who had an affair during our marriage." Fu Yingying's face turned pale. She pointed at Su Nan furiously. "Does everyone know who she really is? Everything she wears, eats, and uses was obtained by selling herself, relying on men. She's just a wild chicken, without a penny to her name. When she was in our rich family, she was always asking my brother for money." Fu Yingying laughed uncontrollably. "Ha! She thought she was a wealthy young madam. She's nothing but a servant, washing clothes, cooking, and scrubbing toilets. She's not even as good as a maid." Suddenly, a cold voice sounded from behind. Fu Yingying turned around in shock. "Brother?" At some point, Fu Yechuan had appeared there, his face dark with anger. Fu Yingying instinctively stepped back, her face pale. She thought, "Oh no, my brother didn't know about this. Now I've blurted it out. Brother, I was just teaching her a lesson. This woman was trying to seduce you just now." Cheng Yi couldn't help but interrupt Fu Yingying with a cold laugh. "Stop pretending." Hearing those words, Cheng Yi trembled with anger, wanting to beat Fu Yechuan to a pulp. Is this how the Fu family treated their carefully protected young lady of the Su family? Cheng Yi spoke with an icy tone. "Miss Fu, do you have the nerve to flaunt your disgusting actions as glorious deeds? Su Nan must have been cursed with terrible luck to marry into your family blindly. Su Nan's sincere feelings and 3 years of unwavering devotion shouldn't become a topic for gossip and mockery. What's it to you? Tell the truth. Were you having an affair with Su Nan before she divorced my brother?" Fu Yingying was still trying to smear Su Nan's reputation. Fu Yechuan scolded Fu Yingying. "Shut up," he questioned. "Is everything you just said true?" Fu Yingying panicked, not knowing how to respond. Seeing her hesitation, Fu Yechuan pressed coldly. "Speak." Su Nan gave a cold, light chuckle. "Vice President, it's all true." At this moment, the crowd was in an uproar. "Oh, TSK, TSK, TSK. So the divorce rumors back then weren't baseless. Life in a wealthy family really isn't easy. Not treating the wife like a person. How disgusting. A cheating scumbag still dares to pretend here." Fu Yechuan's body tensed, his heart feeling as if it had been squeezed tightly. It turned out that not only did his friends look down on her, but the entire Fu family had been bullying her. And as Su Nan's husband, in their 3-year marriage, he had rarely returned to their home. Every time he saw her, he only asked her to donate blood for Xiao Wanru. Fu Yechuan clenched his fists tightly. He had always thought he treated her well, but it was all self-deception. He owed her so much. Su Nan let out a light laugh. "But even if it's all true, so what? Should I make the young Miss Fu and Mrs. Fu kneel down and apologize to me? Make them wash my clothes, cook for me, and be my servants? Or do you want to use money to pay off your poor ex-wife, President Fu? Or would you prefer to kneel down yourself and apologize on their behalf?" Fu Yechuan remained silent. Everyone wondered if Fu Yechuan would kneel. Su Nan fiercely tearing down the White Lotus was incredibly satisfying. Faced with Fu Yingying's insults, Su Nan's tone turned icy as she questioned the scumbag Fu, asking if he would kneel and apologize. At this moment, everyone was shocked. They were all chattering and discussing. "Wow, Su Nan really dares to speak up? This isn't something that can be resolved with a simple apology and saving face. Can this farce even be ended now?" Fu Yingying, still unwilling to admit defeat, lashed out. "Making my brother apologize to Su Nan in front of so many people? That's just a daydream. Who do you think you are?" Fu Yechuan interrupted. "Sister, that's enough. Brother, why do you always side with an outsider like her?" Fu Yechuan pressed his lips together, his dark eyes filled with complexity. He couldn't fulfill any of the conditions she mentioned, except for money, but Su Nan didn't need that. This time, he felt a sense of powerless frustration. Su Nan had no intention of backing down. If the vice president can't do anything, then don't put on a show of guilt for others to see. Apologies are worthless. Do you still need to play the victim? That's too cheap. Su Nan sneered, looking coldly at Fu Yingying. Miss Fu, bringing up these shameful matters over and over to embarrass me? The ones being embarrassed aren't me, but your Fu family's green-hatted daughter-in-law and heir. Cheating and bragging about it everywhere. Truly eye-opening. You're the one who's unworthy. Su Nan, you were clearly trying to seduce my brother just now. Don't you admit it? Su Nan sighed, her tone icy. Does Miss Fu think I was deliberately seducing President Fu? Su Nan glanced sideways at the gossiping crowd. Do others also think I was actively seducing Fu Yechuan? Su Nan's lips curled into a mocking smile. 3 years ago, I was blind to marry President Fu. 3 years later, I won't be blind a second time. Even if I were to seduce every man in the world, I wouldn't choose Fu Yechuan again. Those suffocating memories of the past, I don't want to relive them. Fu Yingying trembled under Su Nan's cold gaze. She felt that the current Su Nan was extremely unfamiliar. The meek and submissive Su Nan in her memory was certainly not the person standing before her now. Under everyone's gaze, Su Nan turned and left, heading downstairs. Cheng-Yi coldly glared at Fu Yechuan and Fu Yingying. Fu Yechuan has his day too. Everyone looked at Fu Yechuan standing there with an unpleasant expression. Brother Lin smiled and said, "Everyone, please continue enjoying the food and drinks," trying to divert attention elsewhere. After going downstairs, someone called out to her, "Miss Su, we hope for your continued support in the future." Miss Su was so upright and valiant just now. I'd like to toast to Miss Su. Su Nan drank glass after glass of the toasts offered to her. She was feeling a bit dizzy. Cheng-Yi poured her a glass of water. Su Nan, did Fu Yechuan bully you tonight? What did Fu Yingying say about you seducing him? Nothing unexpected. Cheng-Yi cracked his knuckles. If he dares to bully you, I absolutely won't let him off. Su Nan laughed. All right, I'm counting on you. At this moment, someone else came to offer a toast. Cheng-Yi accepted the drink on Su Nan's behalf. Su Nan, having drunk too much, wanted to go to the restroom. She washed her face with cold water, and the jade pendant on her chest dissipated a bit. Just as she was about to grab a paper towel to wipe her face, she heard Fu Yingying's voice approaching from outside. That White Lotus Su Nan, I won't let her off. Not only did she make our family lose face today, but she's also surrounded by men left and right. It's so embarrassing. Stepping on men's bodies to climb up. Does she really think she's become a strong woman? She should look at what she really is. As Fu Yingying was speaking, she walked in with her girlfriends and happened to see Su Nan leaning against the sink. Fu Yingying froze for a moment, then quickly regained her unpleasant demeanor. She coldly snorted, "You really show up everywhere." Su Nan couldn't help but laugh. Likewise, Fu Yingying raised her eyebrows. What right do you have to say that? Others might not know your true face, but do you think you can erase your past and start over? You're just a low-class scum. Wherever you go, you can't shake off that poor and cheap smell. Su Nan curled her lips, crossing her arms. Miss Fu, you should be thanking your lucky stars that I'm not settling old scores with you, instead of coming here to make trouble for yourself. Fu Yingying didn't back down. What? You dare to warn me? I'm the young miss of the Fu family. What are you? Without the Fu family, you're nothing. A commoner from a small family. Do you have the right to stand on equal footing with me? I just can't stand her and deliberately make things difficult for her. She should do housework, be subservient, and swallow her pride. Su Nan wiped her lips. You really think your Fu family is all that? Miss Fu, your superiority complex is over the top. Su Nan, have you forgotten how shameless you were? You'd rather be a blood bank for Qiao Wanru than shamelessly marry my brother. Wasn't it all just to sell blood for money? Now you're relying on men again. Su Nan's smile faded, her face turning cold. Miss Fu, I advise you to keep your mouth shut. Otherwise, don't blame me for being impolite. Fu Yingying snorted coldly. I'm not afraid of you. Su Nan, if you have the guts, come at me. You poor woman, what do you have to fight me with? The next second, Su Nan grabbed a glass and splashed cold water on Fu Yingying's head and body. Fu Yingying let out a startled cry. Su Nan, you dare to dirty my Dior dress. Su Nan put down the glass and smirked. Did you really think I'd tolerate you like before? Fu Yingying's face contorted with anger. She raised her hand to strike Su Nan. "You White Lotus!" But before the slap could land, Su Nan, as if waiting for this, slightly raised her eyebrow, her eyes flashing. She nimbly moved to the side, one hand accurately catching Fu Yingying's arm. With her other hand, she firmly grabbed Fu Yingying's wavy bangs. "Your mouth is so dirty. Let me help you wash it." Then she pushed forward, plunging Fu Yingying's head into the sink. Water splashed everywhere. The girls behind gasped, their faces changing dramatically in shock. Su Nan fiercely tore into her former sister-in-law, slapping her ex-husband's face. It couldn't be more satisfying. Faced with Fu Yingying's provocation and insults, Su Nan decided not to tolerate it anymore and teach her a lesson. As soon as she acted, she directly pressed her into the sink full of water. Fu Yingying struggled violently, her face turning pale. She was soaking wet and looked as miserable as a drowned rat. Her friends immediately came forward to support her. "Are you all right?" Su Nan flipped her hair and said with satisfaction, "Miss Fu, I just told you. I won't tolerate you anymore. Provoke me again, and you'll pay the price." Then she walked away in her high heels. Fu Yingying watched Su Nan's retreating figure, feeling like she had become a completely different person. When Su Nan came out of the restroom, she looked up and saw Fu Yechuan standing there, who had been waiting for an unknown amount of time. She wanted to walk past him as if nothing had happened, but she was called to stop. "So Nan." Fu Yechuan stood there looking at her, deliberately ignoring her. He felt extremely uncomfortable inside, but he had to do this. He owed her. So when he heard what happened in the women's restroom, he held back and didn't go in to stop it. Su Nan halted her steps and turned her head to look at him. "President Fu, are you here to find Miss Fu?" "You're too late. She's not in a state to see people right now." Fu Yechuan looked at Su Nan with deep eyes and asked, "Why did you divorce for no reason?" Su Nan twisted her lips. "We're already divorced." "President Fu, isn't it too late to ask for an answer now? Just take good care of Xiao Wanru. Let's not interfere with each other's lives from now on." Fu Yechuan frowned, wanting to explain clearly about Xiao Wanru, but was coldly interrupted by Su Nan. "Enough. It's disgusting to even bring it up. President Fu, let's just pretend we don't know each other from now on." After saying this, she walked away in her high heels without looking back. Her good mood was completely ruined. Su Nan came out with a slightly gloomy face. She happened to see Su Jing, who had finished discussing business and was waiting for her. He draped a coat over her shoulders. "Tired? If you're tired, let's go home." Su Nan squinted her eyes and smiled. Brothers are still the best in this world. Su Nan asked if they needed to say goodbye. "No need, I've already said it. Let's go. The driver is waiting outside." She nodded and walked out arm in arm with Su Jing. The handsome man and beautiful woman were eye-catching. Cheng-yi caught up from behind. "Mr. Su, mind if I join?" "Sunan luktatsuhin." Su Jing coldly replied, "We mind. It's not on our way." Su Nan smiled and waved. "Goodbye, Ching-er." The next day, at Susher Building, Su Nan sat in her office and opened her phone. The photos from last night's banquet had gone viral, pushing Su Nan and Fu Yechuan to the top of trending topics. Wealthy couples suspected of reconciliation. The photo caption showed the kiss at the end of their dance. The timing of the snapshot was truly impeccable. Su Nan let out a cold laugh, not bothering to care. Su Nan clicked into the group chat. The group was buzzing with excitement. Cheng Yi's 1 million yuan PR fee is really daring. Qin Yu asked, "Didn't young Master Cheng also attend? How come there's not even a single shot of him?" Ning Zhila replied, "There were shots of him." Who paid to remove the trending topic? Su Nan helplessly added a message. "Next time, please transfer the money directly to me. I'll clarify it myself." Cheng Yi despairingly spat out ready. Ning Zhila sent an urgent message about this matter. There was a charity gala to attend at 8 p.m. tonight, but he wasn't in the country. His company's artist, the beautiful Xiao Ran, had arranged it. He asked Su Nan to go in his place. Su Nan arrived at the charity auction venue. Unexpectedly, she saw Chu Qing and Fu Yingying. Su Nan muttered in exasperation, "They're really like ghosts that won't go away." Soon, it was time for the last auction item. A picture appeared on the large screen. It was an antique jade pipe, looking clear and lustrous. It was provided by the wife and daughter of the Fu Shi group. The starting bid was 3 million. Su Nan's eyes widened. "Isn't this pipe a family heirloom of the Fu family?" It was old Master Fu's most treasured possession that he guarded with his life. Once, when she was just cleaning the ancestral hall and accidentally touched it, she was punished to kneel for an entire night. Chu Qing raised her paddle for 3 million. Su Nan found it unbelievable. The jade pipe, which others could hardly even see, was now being auctioned off by them. Sunan Gouli exclaimed, "Interesting. Let's play along with them." Without hesitation, she raised her paddle for 10 million. The room immediately erupted in commotion. All eyes focused on her. Seeing Su Nan, Fu Yingying, and Chu Qing were also surprised. Why is she here? Those who knew the value of the pipe were cautious, and the Fu family elders wouldn't dare to bid. Those who didn't recognize its value wouldn't bid either. So their plan was perfect: bring it out for show, then buy it back themselves. They'd save face and gain benefits. But they never expected to encounter Su Nan here. Chu Qing beside them was visibly panicked. Su Nan's bid was clearly without restraint. 10 million was their limit. The two women didn't have much power in the Fu family. They received a monthly allowance from their husbands, and their private funds weren't much. They clearly lacked the confidence to continue bidding. Su Nan's arrival was unexpected. Their original plan was that even if someone bid, it wouldn't exceed 10 million. Even if it did exceed 10 million, they wouldn't compete with the Fu family. But Su Nan was different. She was here for them, for the Fu family. At the Deshan auction, Su Nan boldly bid on her ex-husband's family heirloom. Her former mother-in-law was slapped in the face. Just now, Su Nan had raised her paddle for 10 million. Chu Qing, still pretending to be calm, turned back and glared fiercely at Su Nan, as if warning her. 11 million. Chu Qing remained composed, thinking 10 million was the ceiling. Chu Qing unexpectedly followed with 12 million. Su Nan kept up. She wanted to drain them from the start. Patiently, 13 million. Chu Qing was clearly getting uncomfortable. Chu Qing's eyes were panicked. Fu Yingying didn't hesitate, as if making a major decision. 20 million. Did they think Su Nan's limit was 20 million? Su Nan directly interrupted, raising her paddle. 30 million. She was already tired of scaring Chu Qing and Fu Yingying bit by bit. She wanted to take it directly. Chu Qing and Fu Yingying's faces turned pale and ugly. Su Nan must be doing this on purpose, deliberately opposing us. The entire venue fell silent. 30 million, going once, twice, 3 times. Congratulations to this young lady. The proceeds will be donated to Hope Primary School. People started applauding, finally breaking the tense atmosphere. Su Nan gracefully greeted everyone, then smiled at the two women in front. She was in a really good mood. As Su Nan went to collect her item, sure enough, Chu Qing and Fu Yingying followed. A staff member politely placed the item in front of Su Nan. Su Nan held it up to look. There was a small red spot at the bottom of the pipe. Indeed, it was genuine. She completely ignored the two people beside her. Su Qing couldn't hold back anymore and coldly snorted. Su Nan, have your eyes grown on your feet? You don't even know how to show respect to your elders. Su Nan responded with an "oh" and said, "Mrs. Fu is here too." What a coincidence. Shui Qing's face turned pale with anger. You've really gone too far. Just because you think you have backing now, you dare to disrespect me? Don't forget, I'm still your mother-in-law. Su Nan couldn't help but chuckle. Are you getting old and forgetful? I divorced your son long ago. Fu Ying couldn't help but interject. Su Nan, you're so disrespectful. How can you talk to your elders like that? Su Nan's smile faded as she coldly glanced at Fu Yingying. You want to lecture me? Fu Yingying shrank back, not daring to speak. These two had originally planned to intimidate Su Nan, then coax her a bit to take the pipe away. But Su Nan wasn't playing by their rules at all. Su Qing nervously said to Su Nan, I'll give you 30 million. I want to take the item. Su Nan smiled. If you had 30 million, you could have bid during the auction. We could have competed fairly. It's too late now. Su Qing tried to be forceful, but it didn't work. So she tried to appeal to emotions. But Su Nan wasn't swayed by either approach. Su Qing smugly said she had already contacted Yi Chuan, and he would be here soon. Whether he comes or not, this item is mine. Do you really think I'm still that foolish woman from 3 years ago? She took out a black card and told the staff, swipe it. As long as I'm happy, I can afford to pay more. I can afford to pay even more. Su Nan took it and signed her name on the relevant documents. The pipe now officially belonged to Su Nan. Suddenly, the door was pushed open. Fu Yichuan arrived. The two immediately rushed over to him. Fu Yingying anxiously said, Brother, it's all Su Nan's fault. She snatched away the pipe. It's Grandpa's favorite item. If he doesn't see it, something terrible will happen. Fu Yichuan stood at the doorway, his gaze deep and cold as he looked at the people in the room. His tone was sharp as he rebuked Fu Yingying. Shut up. How dare you steal Grandpa's things? Fu Yingying trembled in fear. Chu Qing didn't dare to raise her head either. Su Nan prepared to leave. I won't disturb your family reunion. I'll be going now. Fu Yichuan coldly said, Su Nan, You can't take the item away. Chu Qing quickly chimed in. Right, we can't let her take it away. Su Nan raised an eyebrow and held up the document in her hand. Look carefully. This isn't up to you anymore. It's mine now. Su Nan glanced at Fu Yichuan's unpleasant expression, feeling inexplicably good. Mrs. Fu, you should be more worried about whether you'll be kicked out of the house by old Master Fu. Su Qing's face turned pale. You're deliberately opposing me. You want to anger me to death. Su Nan coldly replied, deliberately tormenting me. Isn't that what you love to do the most? Su Qing was at a loss for words. Fu Yichuan, with a very low air pressure, said, Su Nan, how much money do you want to leave the item behind? Su Nan chuckled. Do I look like I'm short on money? Let me tell you, this is just the beginning. The woman inadvertently bought her ex-husband's family heirloom. Faced with her ex-husband's conditions, will Su Nan agree to return it? In Su Shi's office, Luo Nan came in with a bouquet of flowers, saying the secretary of Fu Shi Group's vice president called to invite you to dinner. Su Nan laughed coldly, her gaze cool as she said, I don't have time. Decline it. In the future, don't ask me about his dinner invitations. Just decline them directly. Also, about these flowers sent by young Master Chung. Su Nan abruptly closed the file. Didn't I say before to throw them away directly? Hearing this, Chingyi suddenly appeared, angrily questioning Su Nan. You're really breaking my heart. The flowers I carefully picked for you. Not only are you not surprised, but you don't even look at them and just throw them away. Su Nan paused, looking at him. Second young Master Chung. Why are you here today? Changyi glared at her, gritting his teeth in anger. I came to ask you out for dinner. I didn't expect you to give me such a big surprise. Su Nan smiled contentedly. I'm too high profile at the company. People will gossip. Changyi snorted coldly. I don't care. You're in the wrong, so you have to treat me to dinner. Su Nan reluctantly agreed. Fine, let's go. You choose the place. At the restaurant, unexpectedly, they saw people they didn't want to see. Lu Qi snorted coldly. Su Nan, you declined Brother Chuan's invitation just to date second young Master Ching? Su Jing said nonchalantly. Chingyi, the men by your side change every day. You seem quite busy. Fu Yichuan remained silent on the side, his eyes filled with coldness. His gaze carried a chill. Su Nan chuckled lightly, holding Chengyi's arm. How many men I change, and who I date has nothing to do with you. Unless young Master Lu wants to ask me out? Lu Qi was very angry. Why do I always get bullied by Su Nan? Someone like you, I wouldn't even look at. Su Nan also looked disgusted. To be honest, I've seen it before. Young Master Lu's physique isn't that great. I have very high standards for men's bodies. Lu Qi trembled with anger, speechless. How dare she say his body isn't good? Lu Qi's face turned green with anger, his whole body shaking, but he didn't dare say a word. If it weren't for the fact that she had his compromising photos. Seeing Lu Qi deflated, Changyi smiled. Her standards have always been high. Young Master Lu, if you keep talking, you'll affect our Su Nan's appetite. Su Nan said in a low voice. It's already affected. Su Nan coldly glanced at Lu Qi. Ignoring Fu Yichuan beside him, she walked straight in. Due to meeting people she didn't want to see, Su Nan lost her appetite and only drank more beverages. Then she decided to go to the restroom to wash her face. Chengyi said he would call Secretary Yu to pick them up. Su Nan had drunk a bit too much and felt dizzy. Unexpectedly, she bumped into someone at the corner. She quickly apologized, and looking up, she saw Fu Yichuan's cold face. She instantly sobered up. She immediately stepped back to maintain distance. Fu Yichuan's eyes flickered slightly. Su Nan. Su Nan raised an eyebrow. What a coincidence. I was just leaving. She turned to leave but was grabbed by Fu Yichuan. Let's talk. Su Nan turned her head and stepped back. I don't think we have anything to talk about. If it's about work, please contact my assistant. Fu Yichuan spoke. Name your price. I must take the pipe. Su Nan smiled. Vice President, don't you understand? Since yesterday, no matter what conditions you offer, I've ignored you all. That means I refuse. At this moment, Chengyi came out calling for Su Nan to leave. Su Nan said she hadn't taken her bag. Chengyi said he'd get it for her and told her to wait in the car. Su Nan stood outside waiting for Chengyi. Suddenly, Fu Yichuan and Lu Qi also came out. Lu Qi asked Fu Yichuan if Qiao Wanru was coming back to the country. It's been so long, I kinda miss her. Although what she did was wrong, your punishment was too severe. We're all on the same side, forgive her. As they approached, Su Nan quickly moved away. The two walked and talked, then got in the car and left. Su Nan withdrew her gaze, her eyes conflicted, her chest aching. Some same side. For them, Sending Qiao Wanru abroad was punishment. Letting her return is just a matter of Fu Yichuan's forgiveness. Then what about my 3 years of suffering? Su Nan said coldly. You may forgive, but I can't. Since Qiao Wanru is coming back, I'll prepare a big gift for her. Chung Yi sent Su Nan home. Seeing Su Nan about to go in, he grabbed Su Nan's hand and said earnestly, Su Nan, without Fu Yichuan, you still have many people around you. Don't be unhappy because of him. He's not worthy. You're my queen, your majesty. This playboy young master was actually being serious. But no matter who it is, I don't want to talk about feelings right now. Su Nan hurriedly concealed her emotions. Second young master Chung, your skill at sweet-talking women is really improving. Chung Yi smiled slightly. Others don't have the privilege of being sweet-talked by me, right? Your girlfriends could form a line around the earth. They're all sweet-talking you. Cheng Yi similed. You know they're all fake. I'm as pure as can be. Then he put his arm around Su Nan's shoulders, his gaze affectionate. I'm leaving. Get some good rest. Su Nan let out a sigh of relief. Back home, she picked up the jade pipe she had photographed. She smiled slyly. She took some close-up photos and posted them on her social media. New acquisition. Welcome to appreciate. The next day in the Su building, Su Nan finished a meeting and was about to enter her office. When she pushed open the door and walked in, unexpectedly, old Master Fu and Fu Yingying were also there. Old Master Fu was sitting on the sofa, looking coldly at Su Nan. No manners. Don't you know how to knock? Faced with old Master Fu's intimidation, how will Su Nan counter? The old man, in order to reclaim his prized possession, directly gave Su Nan a show of force, thinking Su Nan was still the little lamb that could be bullied like before. Faced with old Master Fu's intimidation, Su Nan sneered. She walked to her desk and sat down. Vice Chairman, I never knock when entering my own office. Ignored, old Master Fu angrily snorted. Su Nan, I didn't expect that after your divorce, you'd become the vice president of Su Group. I really underestimated you. No wonder you initiated the divorce. You had already found a better position. So now, Smaid, Vice Chairman, are you not satisfied with what you see now? Do you still want me to kneel and listen to your lecture like I did in the Fu family? Old Master Fu was displeased with Su Nan's attitude. Are you trying to bring up old scores with me? How dare you speak to an elder like this? Su Nan chuckled. This is my territory. There are no elders or juniors here, only superiors and subordinates. Old Master Fu's face turned ashen with anger. Seeing this, Fu Yingying stood up and began to scold Su Nan. How dare you speak to Grandpa like this? He's already so old. Are you trying to anger him to death? Su Nan glanced at her and laughed lightly. He's your grandfather. What does that have to do with me? Seeing that Su Nan wouldn't yield to force, old Master Fu was furious. All right, Su Nan, name your price. The jade pipe is my lifeline. How much money do you want to hand it over? Su Nan provoked. Oh, so it's about this. But I've already said, even if you kneel down and beg me, I won't dash. Old Master Fu's face darkened. Fu Yingying clenched her fists, wishing she could punch Su Nan. Su Nan, you just hate our Fu family, don't you? You just don't want our whole family to live well, right? You're deliberately not returning the pipe to Grandpa, aren't you? Su Nan admitted frankly, yes, that's right. Miss Fu, I'm not some kind, weak person. Fu Yingying trembled with anger. Old Master Fu stood up and picked up the phone. Enough, Su Nan. I gave you a chance. Since you don't want it, don't blame me for being impolite. I'm curious how Su Jing can support a divorced woman like this. I wonder what Chairman Su will do when he finds out. Su Nan smiled and gestured. Please go ahead. Fu Yingying looked at Su Nan smugly, as if she was about to face a great disaster, waiting to see the show unfold. After the call connected, Su Yifeng answered, casually responding to the vice chairman. What's the occasion for calling me? Chairman Su, I heard you went on vacation to Europe a few days ago. Seems like you're in a good mood. But at your age, you should get out more often. If there's nothing else, I'll hang up. I'm fishing. Su Nan raised an eyebrow. So he's going to call my dad to complain? Interesting. Old Master Fu changed his tone. Chairman Su, did you know your son has been getting close to a divorced woman recently? Is that so? I didn't know. Su Jing is talented, reminiscent of you in your younger days. Wouldn't it be a shame if he was held back by such a woman? Su Yifeng chuckled. It's just a woman. What harm could she do? Old Master Fu glanced at Su Nan and spoke meaningfully. This woman is not simple. Right after her divorce, Su Jing promoted her to vice president, second only to him. As chairman, aren't you going to do something about it? Su Yifeng laughed a few times, brushing off the vice chairman. You'd better manage your own children. Didn't your granddaughter sell your prize pipe? Oh, I've got a bite. Got to go. The call ended. Old Master Fu snorted coldly. He glared at Su Nan. You're quite lucky, but don't think you've escaped. Don't assume you can enter the Su family's door. Su Nan smiled. That's none of your concern. I'll definitely enter the Su family's door. Someone see the guests out. 2 bodyguards appeared. Su Nan spoke in a low voice. In the future, don't let just anyone into my office. Yes, Vice President Su. Old Master Fu left in a huff, truly angered. Not only did she refuse to cooperate, but she also defied him. Shortly after they left, Su Yifeng called Su Nan. Su Nan answered, Dad, how many fish did you catch? Su Yifeng was surprised. Did that old man come to see you? Yes, he was in my office. He called you to complain right in front of me. Bah! He has the nerve to complain? They dare to bully my precious daughter? Who do they think they are? Su Yifeng cursed. I should be the one settling scores with them. Yet they dare to complain? Don't be angry, Dad. I've already sent them away. Su Yifeng laughed. Well done. Don't be polite. Teach them a lesson. At this moment, Secretary Yu knocked and entered. Vice President Su. Mr. Lin from Julie Group wants to invite you to dinner. He needs to discuss some project issues with you. Su Nan acknowledged and said to her father, Dad, you continue fishing. I have to go work on my career. After work, Su Nan arrived at the agreed location. She saw not only Mr. Lin, but also Fu Yechuan. So, Mr. Lin is acting as a mediator for Fu Yechuan? What a boring man. To get revenge on her ex-husband's family, she had spent millions to buy their family heirloom, then smashed it in front of her ex-husband. To get back the jade pipe, Fu Yechuan had no choice but to ask Mr. Lin to invite Su Nan out. As soon as Su Nan opened the door and saw Fu Yechuan, her face darkened. Mr. Lin smiled awkwardly, indicating he had no choice. He was doing someone a favor. Su Nan spoke coldly. Vice President, if this is about the pipe, there's no need to discuss further. Su Nan, don't take the old man's words to heart. I know you just wanted to anger them. When you've calmed down after a while, please return it. You can name your conditions. Hearing this, Su Nan playfully touched her chin. If you really want this jade pipe, it's not impossible. So she made a gesture inviting Mr. Lin to leave first. She wanted to talk to Fu Yechuan alone. Mr. Lin also felt awkward about the atmosphere between them. He broke out in a cold sweat and quickly slipped away. After Mr. Lin left, Su Nan spoke. Mr. Fu, my condition is this. However much blood I've given to Qiao Wanru, make her return it to me within a year. Fu Yechuan was shocked and asked, What? Su Nan snorted coldly. Is she worthy of using my blood? Since you've returned the money for buying blood, my things should be returned to me. What do you think, Vice President? Fu Yechuan asked. Will this get the pipe back to me? Su Nan said indifferently. We'll see. Qiao Wanru got off the plane. Fu Yechuan picked her up personally. Qiao Wanru said coyly, Yechuan, you came to pick me up. In the car, Fu Yechuan told Qiao Wanru, in these 3 years, however much blood Su Nan gave you, you need to extract it and return it to her within a year. Hearing this, Qiao Wanru turned pale. What? Why? Are you still angry at me for wrongly accusing her? Hasn't that all passed? You don't even like her. Why do you care so much about this? If you're still not satisfied, I can apologize to her. Seeing Fu Yechuan unmoved, Qiao Wanru brought up Chen Heng. If he were still here, he definitely wouldn't want this. Yechuan, can you bear to let him rest uneasily in his grave? Hearing this, Fu Yechuan fell into deep conflict. He thought about talking to Su Nan again to see if repaying within 3 years would be possible. Beside him, Qiao Wanru darkened her face. Su Nan, I won't let you off. In the Su building, Fu Yechuan came to Su Nan's office. It's a bit difficult for Qiao Wanru to repay within a year. Can we change it to 3 years? Su Nan's eyes turned cold. Sure. She darkened her face and opened a drawer. She took out the pipe and walked towards Fu Yechuan. I'll return this to you now. Just as Fu Yechuan reached out to take it, the next second, Su Nan let go. The pipe crashed to the ground, shattering into pieces. Fu Yechuan looked at Su Nan. Su Nan told Fu Yechuan he could take the items back now. I'm much more trustworthy than the vice president, right? Fu Yechuan was furious, but couldn't do anything to Su Nan. Seeing Fu Yechuan not leaving, Secretary Yu stepped forward to tell him, Vice President, you should leave now. You picked up the pipe fragments from the ground and handed them to Fu Yechuan. Fu Yechuan's aura was very low, but he said nothing. After Fu Yechuan left, you told Su Nen that Ling Shuang was spreading malicious rumors about her everywhere. You also said that Ling Shuang had been getting close to some wealthy ladies and young misses recently. She would be attending a salon gathering tonight. Su Nen smiled mischievously and asked you to send her the address. She wanted to join in on the fun. This was how to deal with a white lotus flower. Su Nen heard that Ling Shuang was spreading rumors about her everywhere. So she came to the banquet hall, holding a glass of red wine, but didn't see Ling Shuang. Just as she was thinking that the show she had prepared specially for Ling Shuang couldn't be performed, suddenly she heard several women behind her cursing Su Nan for being shameless, being kicked out by a rich family, clinging to Su Jing's leg, being a mistress, and various other insults. Su Nan stopped in her tracks and coldly exclaimed that she was always the protagonist. Just as she was about to go over and teach those women a lesson, she heard a familiar voice pitifully explaining how miserable she was and how Su Nan had bullied her, saying she wanted to teach Su Nan a lesson. The next moment, Su Nan walked up behind Ling Shuang with a smile and asked, "Manager Lin, what lesson do you want to teach me?" Ling Shuang was startled. Su Nan's sudden appearance stunned them. Ling Shuang turned around in panic. Vice President Su. "What a coincidence," Su Nan smiled at her. "Actually, I came here specifically to find you." She then poured the red wine from her glass directly onto Ling Shuang's head, not spilling a drop. Ling Shuang froze, then stood up in shock, glaring angrily at Su Nan. "Are you crazy?" The women nearby angrily pointed at Su Nan. "You don't deserve to be here. We should call security to throw her out." Su Nan didn't even bother to look at those two fools. She grabbed Ling Shuang's arm. "Ling Shuang, as a reward, I've also prepared a special gift for you." Ling Shuang thought Su Nan was going to threaten her with Director Zhang's recording, so she wasn't worried. Did I say it was that recording? At this moment, a commotion erupted in the banquet hall. "Isn't that Ling Shuang? She's been in our circle recently." Looking towards the sound, they saw on the big screen Ling Shuang and a man doing indescribable things in a car. A woman recognized the man. "Isn't that the crazy Director Zhang?" "Mrs. Zhang, that's your husband, right?" "Oh my, how disgusting." Ling Shuang turned to Su Nan in panic. The next second, Ling Shuang was slapped hard across the face by Mrs. Zhang. Mrs. Zhang furiously yelled, calling her a white lotus flower who dared to seduce her husband. One moment she was instigating and helping spread rumors about Su Nan, and now she was stabbing them in the back. Mrs. Zhang grabbed her hair, threatening to beat her to death. Seeing Ling Shuang's miserable screams, Su Nan smiled with satisfaction and turned to leave. Mrs. Zhang truly lived up to her reputation for having a violent temper. At this time, Lin Jila called to say he was back in the country. He asked if Su Nan was free tomorrow night to attend his big show with Qin Yun. Su Nan agreed. "No problem, I'll definitely be there." "White Lotus Flower, your breathing is disturbing my mood." Just now, Su Nan brought Qin Yu to the Reserve brand store to select dresses. Seeing the two, the store manager warmly said they had cleared the store to exclusively serve them. Su Nan smiled and said, "No need to trouble yourselves. We'll just look upstairs. Don't let us interfere with your business." Arriving on the second floor, the manager introduced that all limited edition styles would be personally showcased by models. The two looked at the beautiful dresses on the models. Qin Yu told Su Nan, "You'd look good in any of them." Su Nan said, "Then I'll take them all." At this moment, a commotion came from downstairs. Fu Yingying stood with her hands on her hips, impatiently shouting, "Where is everyone? Such a big store, and no one to serve customers? Is this how you treat your clients?" A store employee came out to greet Miss Fu. Fu Yingying questioned why they took so long and where they had been. Su Nan glanced down and saw Qiao Wanru and Fu Yingying standing at the entrance. She thought, I should have cleared the store after all. Qin Yu came to the railing to look. It really is Fu Yingying. Seeing the two about to come upstairs, the employee quickly apologized and stopped them, saying important customers upstairs couldn't be disturbed. If they wanted to go to the second floor, they need to wait until tomorrow. Hearing this, Fu Yingying became angry. "Why can't I go up? I'm your VIP customer. What kind of service is this? Be careful, or I'll file a complaint." The employee smiled awkwardly and said, "Miss Fu, it really isn't possible." Qiao Wanru, acting like a green tea bitch, instigated Fu Yingying. "Yingying, forget it. There must be some really important people upstairs. Let's just stay on the first floor. Hearing this, the usually proud Fu Ying felt insulted. She sneered, I must go upstairs today to see. If those upstairs don't like it, let them come down. Ignoring the employee's attempts to stop her, she headed upstairs. Seeing Fu Ying's reaction, the green tea bitch revealed a triumphant smile. Seeing Sunan, Fu Ying's face froze. It was completely unexpected. Qin Yu coldly said, I wondered who was being so uncouth. So it's Miss Fu. Fu Ying mocked, gritted her teeth. Oh, it's you. Did you rent out the second floor? Why can't others come up? Qin Yu retorted, because we want to. What's it to you? Xiao Wanru stepped forward, saw Su Nan, and smiled. Long time no see, Su Nan. Su Nan kept her eyes lowered, completely ignoring her. Qin Yu spoke again. I wondered who it was. Isn't this that little mountain? The atmosphere became awkward. Seeing this, the store manager stepped forward to intervene. These two ladies came upstairs first. Could you two please go downstairs and wait? Fu Ying refused. Why should we wait? Xiao Wanru spoke up. We all know each other. Why don't we look together? Seeing the models wearing ready-to-wear clothes behind them, she added, these are usually only shown to VIP customers and above. It's a good opportunity to appreciate them. Su Nan shouldn't mind, right? Su Nan smiled coldly and stood up, saying, I do mind, because your breathing disturbs my mood. Hearing this, Xiao Wanru's face instantly darkened, her whole body stiffening as she looked at Su Nan. Seeing the green tea bitch deflate, Qin Yu laughed out loud. Didn't you hear? Get lost downstairs. Miss Xiao, what level are you to dare to bask in our glory? Hearing this, the staff asked them to go downstairs to make their selections. Fu Ying was very angry, thinking that Su Nan's actions were no different from publicly slapping her face. She wasn't going to back down, especially in front of Su Nan, so she waved her hand and said, I have plenty of money. I want all the clothes Su Nan wanted. Now get them out of here right now. Su Nan smiled and said to the manager, since Miss Fu likes them, please pack up all the clothes I just picked for her. I hope Miss Fu won't want to return them because they're too expensive. Hearing this, Fu Ying felt her bottom line was being challenged. Return? I'd throw away what I buy before returning it. You poor woman who relies on men to keep you. How dare you question me? Little did she know that Su Nan had recorded her words on her phone. She smiled and said, that's good. Su Nan sent the recording to the manager as evidence, saying if Miss Fu changes her mind, they can ask the Fu family for payment. Fu Ying smiled. As the young miss of the prestigious Fu family, would I not be able to afford a few pieces of clothing? Su Nan, do you think everyone is like you? Su Nan smiled at Qin Yu. Let's go. It seems we won't be able to choose any suitable clothes today. Seeing Su Nan leave, the two were full of pride. The next second, the manager handed over the list of Su Nan selections. Miss Fu, the total is 6.49 million. Please review it. With a thunderous shock, Fu Ying's face froze in disbelief. What? How much did you say? Our long-awaited male lead has finally appeared. What kind of sparks will they create? In the evening, Su Nan brought her best friend to attend Lin Jila's fashion show. Lin Jila quickly pulled the two backstage to prepare. Su Nan asked what they needed to prepare. Lin Jila mischievously smiled and said, prepare your beauty. At this moment, the host announced that the show's stars were about to make their dazzling entrance. The others came out as the opening act. She wore a cute princess-style outfit and walked confidently. The host introduced the theme, saying that the theme of this show was the galaxy and me. In the designer's concept, every woman is a unique constellation in the galaxy. They can be princesses, queens, knights, or even ordinary dust. As long as they exist, they are the vast galaxy. Lin Jila wore a knight-style outfit, looking both beautiful and cool. Fu Ying and Xiao Wanru in the audience were both shocked. The host introduced the final dress that was about to make its grand entrance. Su Nan came out wearing the final dress, dazzling and eye-catching, mysterious, noble, and elegant, symbolizing that we are all queens of our own lives. Fu Ying in the audience exclaimed, that dress is so beautiful. Although it's a bit far, and I can't see the model's face clearly, her figure is amazing. It's so beautiful. I must take a photo with her later. Su Nan walked with composure and grace, making elegant turns. Every move exuded charm. At this moment, a man sitting in the corner stared intently at Su Nan, a smile of admiration appearing on his face. After the show, Fu Ying pulled Xiao Wanru backstage. She kept praising, the last model was really beautiful. How wonderful it would be if she married my brother. The green tea bitch beside her laughed awkwardly. Ying, the modeling world is very chaotic. They do everything from accompanying drinks to sleeping around. At this time, Qin Yu overheard their conversation. She turned around and said, "If you look down on us so much, then don't come. Who invited you?" Seeing Qin Yu, Fu Yingying was also surprised. "How come it's you?" Qin Yu looked them up and down, covering her mouth as she laughed. "Aren't these the clothes Sunan didn't want? You actually wore them." The two were publicly humiliated, gritting their teeth in anger and resentment. Fu Yingying snorted coldly. "I won't bother with you. I'm here to take a photo with the final model." Qin Yu called out, "Sunan, they say they want to take a photo with you." Seeing the white lotus and green tea, Sunan looked disdainful. "I don't take photos with just anyone." The two were shocked. "How can it be you? Why is it you?" Seeing Sunan, Fu Yingying's face turned green. "I don't want to take a photo with you either. It would only lower my status. I'm the young miss of the Fu group. You're just someone my brother kicked out." Hearing this, Lin Jila came over displeased and said, "I didn't even give an invitation to the CEO of Fu group. What's a young miss? How did you two sneak in here?" The two were left speechless. Sunan didn't want them to ruin her good mood, so she pulled Qin Yu away. Fu Yingying, unsatisfied, asked Sunan by what right she could enter. Lin Jila turned to tell her, "Because she's the owner of this place." Hearing this, the two were shocked. Sunan turned to tell them, "Can you get lost now?" The two stomped their feet in anger. Sunan saw reporters in the corner and learned that Sunan was the owner. Sunan cursed, thinking it would be troublesome if the reporters caught up. Seeing the reporters approaching, the three of them split up. Sunan hurriedly walked past a man. The next second, she was pulled into a room by the man. Sunan looked at him in shock, about to speak, but was signaled by the man to be quiet. At this moment, reporters were passing by outside the door. The two looked at each other. As Sunan tried to speak, the man's finger touched her lips. The woman was cornered against the wall by a strange man. Not only did she not resist, but her face turned red and her heart raced. At this time, the reporters' voices could be heard outside. "Let's go check over there." The man looked at her tenderly, then stepped back and said, "They're gone." Sunan awkwardly thanked him, then extended her hand to introduce herself. "I'm Sunan. And you?" The man gently took her hand and calmly replied, indicating it was just a casual help. Sunan was a bit displeased. He wouldn't even say his name. This person seemed a bit cold. The man opened the door for her, reminding her to be careful on her way back, as the reporters might not have gone far. Sunan nodded and left. The man stood there, watching Sunan's retreating figure. Seeing Sunan, Qin Yu asked where she had been hiding. Sunan said a strange person had helped her. Qin Yu immediately turned into a gossip enthusiast and started to pry. She asked if the person was handsome. Sunan replied with a smile, "Handsome. He's my type. Too bad he seems cold and difficult to get along with." As they chatted and laughed, they didn't notice Fu Yechuan approaching. Fu Yechuan called out, "Sunan." The two instantly changed their expressions upon seeing him. Qin Yu muttered, "Why is he here too?" Fu Yechuan asked, "Sunan, Yingying said you're a partner here. When did this happen?" Sunan replied coldly, "My affairs don't need to be reported to an ex-husband like you." Just then, Fu Yingying's anxious voice came from nearby. "Wanru, what's wrong? You're bleeding so much." The three turned to look. They saw Fu Yingying supporting the frail green tea bitch. Fu Yechuan asked, "Why are you here? What happened?" Fu Yingying explained, "Wanru saw you earlier and wanted to greet you. But when she turned, she fell and started bleeding a lot. The green tea bitch had only scraped her forehead a bit, but was acting as if she was dying." Sunan turned and called to Qin Yu, "Let's go. I want to rest." As they started to leave, Fu Yingying shouted, "No, you can't go. Wanru has lost too much blood. Who will give her blood if you leave?" People around started gossiping, so the rumors were true. Sunan is just Xiao Wanru's blood bank. The Fu family is so inhumane. Sunan glared angrily at Fu Yingying. "Listen to yourself. Is that how a human speaks?" Fu Yingying was at a loss, then said, "Are you going to let her die? It's just a little blood. It's not your first time donating." Sunan glanced over. "Her life or death is none of my concern. Xiaoyu, let's go." At this moment, Fu Yechuan spoke up. "Sunan, you need to stay and help Wanru." Hearing this, Sunan smiled darkly. "You want me to help her?" She turned and grabbed the green tea bitch's hair, slamming her to the ground. The green tea bitch screamed in fear. "Yechuan, it hurts." Fu Yechuan helped her up and roared, "Sunan." Sunan told Fu Yechuan, "I have no mercy. If you dare to think about my blood again, don't blame me for taking it back with interest." She also told him, "I don't have a talent to be a green tea bitch. I hope Miss Qiao lives." Qin Yu added that his brain must be waterlogged, as anyone with eyes could see Qiao Wanru was acting. Fu Yingying was furious. pointing at Su Nan and cursing. Su Nan ignored the White Lotus completely. Chin Yu took out her phone, saying, "Let's call the police. It'll prevent certain people from turning this on us." Seeing this, Xiao Wanru said carefully, "Ying, stop. Su Nan is my lifesaver after all." Fu Ying trembled with anger. What lifesaver? She just donated some blood. The green tea bitch shook all over, falling into Fu Yechuan's arms. "Yechuan, I feel terrible. My head is spinning." The scumbag was heartbroken. "Su Nan, it's a matter of life and death. Can you just watch her suffer?" Su Nan clenched her fist, thinking, "They're trying to guilt-trip me." Just then, a deep voice came. "Mr. Fu, can't you solve even this small problem? You need to ask others for help." Everyone turned to look shocked. The man came to Su Nan's side and said coldly, "Mr. Fu, I hope you understand that Su Nan has no relation to you anymore. She also has no obligations." Su Nan looked up, realizing it was the man who had helped her earlier. Her face reddened involuntarily. Su Nan looked at the man before her, a bit confused. She didn't remember knowing this person, yet he was helping her. The man looked at her with adoration. "Why didn't you tell me you encountered such ruffians? I would have worried." Su Nan was momentarily stunned, realizing he was trying to help her. So she said she would be more careful in the future. The atmosphere suddenly froze. Where did this handsome guy come from? Fu Ying was furious. "Handsome guy? You surely don't know his true face. He seduced my brother for money and was kicked out of our family." "Don't be fooled." Xiao Wanru chimed in. "Yes, you're so handsome. You're exactly his target. Don't be deceived by him." Hearing this, Shang Qian sneered. "You wanted Su Nan to donate blood earlier, but now you're speaking with full strength. Are you lying?" Xiao Wanru was startled. A flash of fierceness crossed the handsome man's face as he looked at the woman in Fu Yechuan's arms. "This is attempted murder, and you all are accomplices." His voice carried an extremely dangerous tone. Fu Ying still tried desperately to smear Su Nan, but was coldly stopped by Fu Yechuan. Shang Qian turned to look at Su Nan, the previous fierceness completely gone from his face, replaced by tenderness. The pain Su Nan suffered before wasn't his fault. "I hope I'll have the chance to protect him in the future. Will you give me this opportunity?" Su Nan is just suddenly tightened. Regardless of his intentions, he decided to play along for now. After a moment's thought, he agreed. Seeing this, the man grabbed her wrist and turned to leave. Qin Yu, standing nearby, felt like she had just been showered with dog food, getting goosebumps all over. Fu Ying watched the two leave, gritting her teeth. Fu Yechuan stared at their backs, his face tense. Extremely ugly. After leading Su Nan away from the party, Shang Qian politely released her hand. "I'm sorry. The situation was urgent, so I had to do that to help you out. I hope I didn't offend you." Su Nan immediately understood. She smiled. "It's okay. I should thank you for helping me out a second time." This man had a mature and mysterious aura about him. His every move exuded nobility and coolness. "Now can you tell me your name?" The man's demeanor returned to normal. "My name is Shang Qian." Su Nan smiled. "Shang Qian, nice to meet you." He suddenly frowned. The name sounded familiar, but he couldn't remember where he'd heard it. "To apologize, let me drive you home, Miss Su." Su Nan didn't stand on ceremony. As they got in the car, Shang Qian's gaze was deep and pensive, but a hint of emotion flickered in his eyes. He doesn't remember. The next morning, Su Nan was awakened by her phone ringing. Reluctantly opening her eyes, she picked up the phone and heard Qin use urgent voice. "How can you still be sleeping? Someone's deliberately smearing you online. It's chaos out there. Someone posted a long article explicitly implying things about you. They've made up all sorts of convincing dirt on you. The key is that these exposés can't be suppressed. You need to check it out quickly." Su Nan hung up and went online. Sure enough, her name was the top trending topic. She sighed and clicked in. How did Su Nan become a vice president of a listed company without background or connections? Su Nan didn't take a penny in the divorce. How can she afford luxury cars? Who is Su Nan's sugar daddy? Waiting for the reveal. Photos of Su Nan with Su Jing, even Chung Yi, and some business clients were posted online as evidence. It was as if her private life had become utterly chaotic. Her divorce wasn't as clean and straightforward as it seemed. Public opinion was guiding everything towards the worst possible interpretation. Su Nan's face darkened. This time, the situation was serious enough to affect the company. The phone suddenly rang again. Immediately. Su Jing's voice sounded tired. Don't go out today, and don't come to the company. Su Nan said she had already seen the news online. She would contact Du Yin right away. If it was just targeting her personally, she wasn't afraid. But involving the company would affect too many things. Su Jing said it was useless. This time it's old Mr. Fu's personal order. Because you broke his pipe, he's holding a grudge. You don't need to do anything. Dad plans to announce your identity at the company's anniversary celebration. The more viciously they curse now, the more humbly they'll have to apologize later. Originally, his identity was planned to be announced naturally after his position was secure. But now it seems some people are eager to ensure he never has a chance to rise again. Any news from that woman? By now, she should have come to apologize. This time, we'll not only make her kneel and apologize, but also teach her a lesson. The butler said there was no news. Old Mr. Fu then asked, "What about Su Corporation? Any movement?" The stock price dropped initially, but it has stabilized under CEO Su Jing's management. Old Mr. Fu sensed something was off. He told the butler to call Su Nan directly. Meanwhile, Su Nan was at home browsing online shopping. Buying things indeed lifted her mood. She was waiting for a link to load. Suddenly, her phone rang. Seeing the number, Su Nan quickly hung up, but it still made her miss the flash sale. Finally, she decided to message the host directly. "If you're in Europe, could you pick out some gifts for me? Cost is not an issue." The host saw the message and rejected it without a second thought. She replied, "Then I'll buy out all the products in your live stream. Just broadcast for me alone." The host raised an eyebrow. "Such a big talk. All the products?" He turned to ask a staff member, "What's our expected sales for today?" "About 800 million. He thought this would surely scare the person away. He replied in the chat, "Can you afford 800 million? Su Nan thought for a moment. Then she left the live stream. Seeing her leave, the host smirked and said, "Sorry, babies. We were just harassed by a customer who can't afford our products. We have it tough too. If you can't afford it, you should reflect on yourself. Have you been working hard all these years?" Just as he finished speaking, his phone rang. He found it strange that the boss would call at this time. As soon as he answered, the boss berated him. The customer he had just looked down on had bought their company. Su Nan re-entered the live stream, asking them to deliver all products to her home. Then she had him fired. After arranging everything, Su Nan happily lay on her bed. Not bad, a perfect end to the night. Just then, her phone rang again. Su Nan impatiently answered, "You really have time on your hands." Old Mr. Fu's voice was clearly angry. "Su Nan, you dare to hang up on me?" Su Nan laughed bitterly. She could hang up on whoever she wanted. Old Mr. Fu was silent for a few seconds. "Fine, I won't hold a grudge about you breaking my pipe. Just publicly apologize to me and pay 300 million in compensation. I'll have the online marketing accounts stop attacking you. I can even arrange a position for you in the Fu family company. Give you a meal ticket." Su Nan didn't know where old Mr. Fu got the nerve. She said she broke something she bought with her own money. What's wrong with that? As for the Fu family's food, they should save it for their dogs. Old Mr. Fu felt Su Nan was refusing a toast only to drink a forfeit and still being so unappreciative. Su Nan, unwilling to listen to his ramblings anymore, promptly hung up. At the Fu residence, old Mr. Fu felt that calling Su Nan himself was already giving her face. He didn't expect her to dare hang up on him now. He immediately became angry and embarrassed. He ordered his people to investigate Su Nan's whereabouts, then inform reporters and use their influence to make the reporters interview her thoroughly. He didn't believe she could still be so indifferent. That day, Su Nan thought the items she bought were nice and brought them to Su Jing's door. Just as the door opened a crack, she happily raised the things in her hand. "Surprise! Look what I bought for you." Shang Qian was stunned. At the same time, Su Nan stood awkwardly in place. "Why are you here?" "I'm looking for Su Jing." After saying that, he politely took the things from Su Nan's hands. After entering the house, Su Jing introduced them. "This is my friend. You two met when you were kids. Don't you remember?" Su Nan sat down on the sofa, wondering when they had met Miss Su. "It's normal that you don't remember me. It's enough that I remember Miss Su," Su Jing said while pouring tea. "When you were little, your grandfather joked about arranging a marriage between you two." Su Nan started to recall. Suddenly, she exclaimed in surprise, "It's you!" They had met when they were very young. "Little Nan, Grandpa Shang likes you too. That's the Shang family's little grandson. Would you like to marry him when you grow up?" Little Su Nan saw young Shang Qian with 2 little braids and decisively refused. So that little boy was him. He's changed so much. She never thought they had known each other so early. "How have you been all these years?" Shang Qian replied, "Not bad." Seeing this, Su Jing revealed that Shang Qian had always been single. When she got married back then, he was sad for a long time. Shang Qian took the tea Su Jing handed him, feeling a bit regretful. He couldn't come to see her when she got married back then. Su Nan spoke calmly. It was just a worthless marriage anyway. Suddenly, another teacup collided with the one in his hand. He glanced over. He saw the man's face break into a smile. "Then I wish Miss Su finds happiness soon." Su Jing looked between the two, sensing some inexplicable feelings developing. Then she lightly coughed. She asked Su Nan if she knew any reliable person who could help Shang Qian get familiar with the environment. He just returned from abroad and wanted to quickly adapt to the local lifestyle. Hearing this, Su Nan immediately patted her chest, volunteering herself. She had been wanting to thank Mr. Shang for helping her earlier. "Then I'll trouble Miss Su." Hearing his address, Su Nan told Shang Qian to just call her by name. Watching the two chatting happily, Su Jing felt that this guy's return to expand the market was just an excuse. In the Fu family's eyes, he was still that weak and easily bullied person. With no background, no money, and no power, he was seen as a new opportunity trying to marry into a wealthy family. So, they used their power recklessly to corner him, attempting to make his life dark and completely unsuccessful. Because Shang Qian had helped Su Nan before, she wanted to repay the favor, so she decided to personally show Shang Qian around. As Su Nan just opened the door, she saw someone she least wanted to see. She asked irritably why he was here. Fu Yechuan said he came specifically to find her. He paused for a few seconds. "Su Nan, if you just give in and apologize properly to the old man, I'll clean up the online mess." "Fu Yechuan, one of you plays good cop, the other bad cop. Do you take me for a fool?" Su Nan couldn't help but mock coldly. "Since we've already torn off the mask, let's speak clearly. Your Fu family has thrown the dirtiest water in the world on me. Now you put on this fake, savior-like act. Don't you feel disgusted?" The atmosphere instantly became cold and oppressive. The other party was stunned for a moment. "Su Nan, I was wrong about the past things. But if you just apologize." Before he could finish, Su Nan coldly interrupted, "Don't bother. This isn't my fault. Why should I apologize?" She tried hard to suppress her emotions. "I'm used to being scolded. Tell the vice chairman for me, don't be unreasonable anymore. Otherwise, don't blame me for being impolite." After saying this, she turned around decisively. Seeing that Su Nan refused to admit her mistake, Fu Yechuan's face became very unpleasant, cold as ice. Su Nan had just called the woman's name when a man walked out of Su Nan's house. Shang Qian looked at Fu Yechuan with indifference. Then he turned to Su Nan. Nan, weren't you going to get the car?" Su Nan said she was delayed by irrelevant people. Upon hearing the word irrelevant, Fu Yechuan's heart ached sharply. He looked at the man in front of him with confusion, suddenly remembering he was the person from the last banquet. He subconsciously assumed that Su Nan was already living with this man. Thinking of this, Fu Yechuan gritted his teeth, feeling very uncomfortable. His face immediately became extremely awkward, so he questioned Su Nan why he came out of her house and what exactly their relationship was. Su Nan angrily cursed, "None of your business." Fu Yechuan's heart ached uncontrollably. "Su Nan, why do you degrade yourself?" Just then, several people with cameras pointed at them. "The information is accurate. Su Nan is right there. Tomorrow's headline will definitely be mine." So people swarmed forward surrounding the three. The focus was on Su Nan. "Is this gentleman in front of you your fourth rumor partner? Don't you regret your divorce now?" Shang Qian immediately shielded Su Nan behind him. "Sir, are you aware of the origin of Miss Su's assets? Did you provide them?" Shang Qian remained silent. The next second, Su Nan coldly stopped everyone. "Enough! I will respond to recent public opinion at the Su family anniversary celebration. And now, I will have my lawyer sue you for illegal entry into a residence." Just as everyone was stunned, several bodyguards came over and drove them out. Suddenly, Su Nan let out a mocking laugh. The Fu family's tactics are so low-level, it's laughable. Fu Yechuan's heart sank heavily. He quickly explained that he didn't send these reporters. Su Nan simply dropped a "don't lie," unwilling to say another word to him, and went back home with Shang Qian. The door slammed shut. As expected, this incident quickly became a trending topic. Su Nan dared to leave empty-handed because she had already found her next target, and not just one. It was accompanied by a scene of the three of them. Public opinion guided the description towards the worst. The entire afternoon, online discussions were full of Su Nan's negative news. Su Yifeng, who was abroad, looked at the trending topics on his phone. He almost crushed his phone. "You, vice chairman?" The top trending video was of Su Nan strongly responding to reporters. Online, some cursed Su Nan for improper behavior, while others called Shang Qian a kept man. There was a moment of silence in the car. Su Nan's face gradually turned cold. At this time, the man driving beside her noticed her unhappy expression and asked if something had happened to make her so upset. Su Nan answered honestly. Those reporters from earlier were writing nonsense online. Writing about her was one thing, but now they've portrayed him as her kept man. After saying this, she felt it was inappropriate and quickly apologized to Shang Qian for involving him unnecessarily. However, Shang Qian said it was fine, that this was a novel experience for him. "It's very interesting," he said, his mouth unconsciously curling up, his eyes showing some helplessness. As long as he could be by her side, he was already very content. Su Nan suddenly remembered her brother, saying he had just returned to the country and hadn't bought many things. So she suggested taking him shopping at the mall. Shang Qian smiled and said, "All right, then I'll trouble Nan Nan." Then the two drove to a luxury store. Nan Nan sat on the sofa, drinking red tea, while waiting for Shang Qian to change clothes. She was concentrating on savoring it. Suddenly, she heard the shop assistant call out, "Miss Fu, Miss Chiao, please come in." Su Nan was speechless. Such familiar names. It couldn't be those two pests, could it? As she was thinking this, she saw Chiao, Wanru, and Fu Yining. They entered the door, chatting and laughing. That bad woman Su Nan must be panicking now. "I want to shop to celebrate." Chiao Wanru covered her mouth and chuckled softly. "I never thought Su Nan was that kind of person." As they were speaking, they saw Su Nan in the store. They were all stunned, their voices suddenly stopping. Gu Yingying looked at Su Nan, who was leisurely drinking tea, in shock. "How can she be here?" She immediately said angrily, "You're surrounded by scandals and still have the nerve to come out? Don't tarnish the Fu family's reputation in public." Su Nan coldly snorted, reminding Fu Yingying, "Your family's reputation needs me to tarnish it? Your family tried to harm me. Your brother had an affair with Chiao Wanru while married. I haven't even pursued additional responsibility yet." Hearing her brother being scolded by his ex-sister-in-law, Fu Yining immediately gritted her teeth. "Who do you think you are? How dare you scold my brother here?" Chiao Wanru stepped forward and pulled Fu Yining's arm. "Don't say that. Su Nan must be very upset about divorcing Yechuan. It's understandable for her to have some extreme reactions. Who are you putting on this act for?" Su Nan rolled her eyes. "Where's this dog barking coming from?" Chiao Wanru's face instantly turned ugly. Fu Ying became even angrier. "Su Nan, watch your mouth." Just then, the fitting room door opened with a click. The three of them looked over simultaneously. They saw a man exuding a faint, cold aura come out of the fitting room. The man had perfect, sculpted features, extremely delicate looks. He had an innate elegance and nobility about him. His overly cold eyes, however, made this elegance seem almost aloof. As soon as Shang Qian came out, he asked why it was so noisy. Fu Yingying looked at Shang Qian with sparkling eyes, her gaze filled with admiration, her excitement hard to express. She thought to herself, "He's so handsome. Why should Su Nan have him? If I could snatch him away, Su Nan would surely be furious to death." Shang Qian ignored the two women who had appeared before him. He walked straight to Su Nan and asked, "Nan Nan, what do you think of this outfit?" Su Nan looked up for a moment, then covered her nose with her hand. "The clothes are fine, but there's something stinky polluting the environment." She was a bit surprised at first, but quickly understood. Shang Qian, being a gentleman, smiled cooperatively. "Then let's have the store drive out the dirty things." After saying this, he prepared to leave with Su Nan, but then his phone rang. So he apologized to Su Nan. He turned and walked to the side to answer the call. Fu Yingying eagerly followed behind the man. Then she secretly stopped at the corner. She heard the man say on the phone, "Do I need to return to City A in a few days?" Then he hung up after a brief conversation. Just as he was about to turn and leave, Fu Yining blocked his way. Shang Qian asked confusedly, "What's the matter? You know me, right? I'm the eldest daughter of the Fu family. The person you're with now is just using her body to climb up. She doesn't have much capital." Hearing someone belittle Su Nan like this, Shang Qian's eyes turned deadly cold in an instant. Fu Yining pointed at Shang Qian and said shamelessly, I've taken a liking to you. I'm prepared to keep you. How much do you cost? Shang Qian's expression froze slightly. His eyes darkened for a moment, but he recovered naturally in just a second. Unfortunately, I'm not interested in you, he said, then brushed past Fu Yingying. Fu Yingying was stunned. Seeing the pretty boy didn't know what was good for him, she became angry out of embarrassment. Who do you think you are? There are plenty of people who want to get close to our Fu family. It's your good fortune that I've taken a liking to you. After she finished speaking, she felt a cold wind blow past her from behind. Then, Su Nan's icy tone gradually approached from behind. Fu Yingying, if you have nothing better to do, go find a building to jump off. Don't keep appearing in front of me, seeking attention. At this moment, Fu Yingying wanted nothing more than to tear Su Nan apart. She angrily cursed that Su Nan was promiscuous, now out shopping with a pretty boy, and still dreaming of marrying into the Su family. Su Nan chuckled lightly and said, "Oh, Miss Fu, are you jealous and envious?" He then said to Shang Qian, "Even if she is the Fu family's young lady, you know the Fu family doesn't have much money." Shang Qian replied, "I can see that. It's quite pitiful that they had to sell their grandfather's antiques to pay off debts before." After saying this, the two of them left with smiles, under Fu Yingying's envious and jealous gaze. Fu Yingying was so angry she started jumping up and down. "Su Nan, just you wait." The two of them came out of the luxury store. Shang Qian asked if the Fu family had always treated him like this. Su Nan helplessly replied, "Yes. I don't know why, but they always have so much energy to spare every day." Shang Qian wanted to help him deal with the public opinion, but Su Nan declined his kind offer, saying he had his own plans. Then he laughed coldly, not caring at all. They can only jump around for a while now. Let's not talk about them anymore. Let's go eat. Shang Qian politely said, "Thank you, CEO Su." Su Nan didn't expect him to be so polite. Shang Qian said that today's role was CEO Su's, so of course the pretty boy had to be a bit more obedient. After they arrived at the restaurant, Su Nan looked at the table full of dishes. He suddenly felt that Shang Qian was really thoughtful, as he had ordered all his favorite dishes. To hide his true feelings, Shang Qian lied and said these were all his favorites, which his brother had told him about. After saying this, he passed the cut beef in his hand to him. Su Nan teased, "CEO Shang is so considerate. He has potential to be a kept man." Unexpectedly, Shang Qian continued his words, "I can be yours." Su Nan paused, a barely noticeable blush appearing on his face. He added, "As long as you're happy." Shang Qian was very good at managing the tone of the conversation, never making you feel awkward. At this moment, Lu Qi saw the two chatting happily and said, "Su Nan is here too." Fu Yechuan followed his gaze, his originally smiling eyes, when seeing him chatting happily and relaxed with another man, suddenly became particularly glaring. His face also darkened in an instant. At that moment, anger and jealousy intertwined and surged forth. Lu Qi didn't notice his change and continued to mock. Netizens are criticizing him harshly, but he doesn't care at all. He's even out with a pretty boy. It's good you divorced him early. Before he could finish speaking, Fu Yechuan suddenly stood up, cutting off what he was about to say. "What are you doing?" Fu Yechuan ignored him. He walked straight to Su Nan's side and spoke in a cold tone. "Su Nan, don't you think you're going too far?" The two looked up at the sound. When they saw Fu Yechuan, the smile on his face disappeared instantly, replaced by a cold expression. Seeing this, Fu Yechuan's heart felt as if it had been pierced by something sharp and uncontrollable pain. "If you're doing this to provoke me, then you've succeeded. But we will never have a chance of remarrying." Su Nan seemed to be choked by Fu Yechuan's words and coughed dryly twice. He didn't know what had gotten into Fu Yechuan again. A hint of coldness flashed through Shang Qian's narrow eyes. Vice President is really fond of assuming things. Fu Yechuan's voice carried an undisguised chill. "You have no right to speak here." The two faced off for more than 10 seconds. Then Su Nan suddenly stood up. A mocking look flashed in his eyes. "Fu Yechuan, we're eating here peacefully. Who are you to make a scene?" With these words, Fu Yechuan's face immediately became even colder, his eyes suppressing great anger. "You're willingly debasing yourself." Shang Qian suddenly stood between the two. "Vice President, I hope you can take responsibility for your words and actions. You may disdain Nan Nan, but there are always people who treasure him." Fu Yechuan raised his eyes to look at him, seriously examining his expression. "What are you trying to say? You don't treat him well, yet you won't allow others to be good to him. I don't understand if this is your way of being a person. Sunan couldn't help but purse his lips. Yes, I'm also the apple of my father and brother's eyes. It's ridiculous to be submissive in the Fu family. Even if the whole world is cursing me, Fu Yechuan has no right to do so. Let's go. But Shang Qian said, we're not the ones who should leave, right, Vice President? Fu Yechuan said, you'd better not regret it later. Shang Qian was worried it would affect Su Nan's mood for dinner, but he said he was actually a bit happy. Soon, the scandal of Su Nan being kept hit the trending topics again. This time it even affected Su's stock price. It was also revealed that he had entered a luxury store with a mysterious man. Below was a photo of the two together. The headline below was even more novel. Former rich housewife and his new boy toy have a sweet dinner. Meanwhile, in the general manager's office of Su Group, Yulu reported to Su Jing. Today's trending topic about Vice President Su has had some impact on Su. Do we need to handle it? Su Jing didn't even look up, continuing to flip through the documents in his hand. Then he said, no need. The innocent will be cleared. Don't pay too much attention to these trivial matters. At the airport, Su Qi sat in the VIP lounge, texting Su Nan that he was already waiting for her at the airport. Just then, the door of the lounge opened. Fu Yingying and Xiao Wanru walked in with delighted faces. Su Yingdi, I've finally found you. Su Qi's handsome and elegant face was right in front of them, his features as if carefully carved by divine craftsmanship, without any flaws. It was a face that even women would be jealous of. Fu Yingying immediately approached. Hello, actor So. I've been a fan of yours for a long time. Can I get your contact information? Su Qi showed a professional smile and politely declined. Fu Yingying thought he might not know her identity, which was why he was ignoring her. So she revealed her identity. Actor Su, don't be so quick to refuse. I'm the young lady of the Fu family, Fu Yingying. I heard your movie has been nominated for the Golden Bell Award. It just so happens that I'm on the committee. Xiao Wanru also stated that they had no ill intentions, and that after winning, he would return to develop his career in the country, make more friends, and have more opportunities. When Su Qi heard they were from the Fu family, his expression instantly darkened, his good mood completely gone. He then stood up, coldly saying he had urgent matters and couldn't stay, then turned to leave. The two were left stunned. How could someone change their attitudes so quickly? Xiao Wanru urgently pulled Fu Yingying to chase after him. As soon as Su Qi came out, he saw Su Nan standing there waiting for him. His previously gloomy face instantly lit up with joy. He took 3 steps and 2 to reach Su Nan, eagerly opening his arms to embrace her. Like a kangaroo, he hugged her neck and wouldn't let go. After so many years, Nan is still as beautiful as before. Su Nan coquettishly said, of course, don't you know who I am? The silhouette of the two embracing was particularly eye-catching. Fu Yingying was already shocked to see Su Nan, but she didn't expect him to be hugging Su Qi. An uncontrollable anger rose in her chest. How could they be so casual? This made her burn with jealousy. Su Qi, you're not allowed to hug. Su Nan looked at her coldly. I was wondering why you took so long to come out. So you were held up by some unclean people. Fu Yingying's face turned pale with anger. Su Nan, who are you calling unclean? Who knows how many men you've been with? Su Nan didn't even bother to take this fool seriously. Whoever's upset is the one I'm talking about. As for my men, too many for you to count. She didn't expect Su Nan to admit it directly in front of Su Qi. Fu Yingying glared at him angrily, her voice sharp and bitter, cursing Su Nan, I'll kill you. Her raised arm was suspended in midair, grabbed by another hand. Then a cold voice came from above her head. Try saying that again. The man's dark eyes were cold, the air pressure dangerously low. Fu Yingying was so scared that tears started flowing. Then he left with Su Nan. Fu Yingying fell awkwardly to the ground. The grievance in her eyes gradually turned to anger. Why? Everyone dotes on Su Nan. Even Su Qi has been deceived by her. A hint of mockery flashed across Xiao Wanru's beautiful eyes. How useless. Then she took out her phone and showed Fu Yingying the photo she had just taken of the two embracing. Although Su Yingdi has been deceived, they can let the fans save him. Meanwhile, Su Qi had just returned home. He told Su Jing about what happened at the airport. Big brother, you know what? That Fu family person actually bullied little sister in front of me. I was so brave at that moment. Suddenly, Su Jing held his phone in front of him. After seeing the content clearly, his words came to an abrupt halt. Why don't you explain this headline first? Suing Dee's relationship confirmed. Embracing girlfriend at airport. Suing Dee's girlfriend turns out to be bullied rich family member Su Nan. Below was a photo of Su Nan and Su Chi hugging. Su Chi was on the verge of tears. His fans were supposed to be rational. Su Nan, who was lying on the sofa looking at her phone, suddenly said, "When I went to pick up third brother, I ran into Xiao Wanru and Fu Yingying. They must have guided public opinion." Just as Su Chi was about to clarify this matter, he was stopped by Su Nan. "No need to rush, because the anniversary celebration is the day after tomorrow. Why not wait and settle all matters at once?" Su Nan endured humiliation for 3 years of marriage. After divorce, in front of her ex-husband, for the first time facing her former mother-in-law and sister-in-law. At the Su family anniversary celebration, Su Nan wore a world-class collection piece. The light gray, diamond-encrusted long dress accentuated her slender waist with a perfect curve. The pink diamonds shimmering under the lights, along with the priceless necklace, enhanced her overall aura to the extreme. She was breathtakingly beautiful. With some time left before the event started, Su Nan had just arrived in the hall when she heard people's discussions. "Isn't this the woman who's been entangled with the Su family's young master and that celebrity recently? Is she here to make trouble? How bold. We'd better stay away from her." Su Nan ignored the discussions and casually looked up. She saw Fu Yechuan standing not far away, his gaze deep, staring at her figure with a cold frown. Their eyes met, and his step forward halted. Fu Yechuan strode towards her. The man stared at her coldly. "Why are you here?" Su Nan tilted her head and retorted, "Why can't I come? Doesn't he know that everyone is waiting to see her make a fool of herself tonight?" Suddenly, Su Nan's wrist was grabbed by the man. His voice carried some agitation. "If you're planning to confront Su Jing today, forget it. This isn't a place for you to make trouble. If something happens, I won't be able to protect you." Su Nan violently shook off the man's hand. Then she laughed out loud, her eyes cold. "Protect me? You're just afraid of being associated with me and implicating your Fu family, right? Isn't it your Fu family's doing that I'm in this situation where everyone wants to attack me?" Xiao Wanru ran over from afar, standing beside Fu Yechuan, her voice gentle, living up to her name. "It's all my fault. I know you hate me in your heart. I don't blame you for what happened before. But can you please not make a scene here? It will make both families very uncomfortable." Su Nan's cold gaze swept over Xiao Wanru, wanting to roll her eyes in exasperation. At this moment, Fu Yingying and Chu Qing also walked over from outside. "Sister Wanru, why are you saying these things to her? Such a shameless woman." Continuing the mockery, "A prestigious family like the Sus isn't something just anyone can latch onto, especially not someone secondhand." Before she could finish her words, she was suddenly slapped across the face. Seeing this, Fu Yingying immediately started cursing. "I'll fight you." Another clear slap rang out. Fu Yingying's face was directly turned to the side. Su Nan's cold gaze swept over them. "Watch your mouth. Next time, it won't be just a slap." Fu Yingying covered her face with one hand and grabbed Fu Yechuan's clothes with the other. "Brother, quickly teach that woman a lesson." Shui Qing also glared at Fu Yechuan. The man looked at her with cold eyes. Su Nan apologized. "You've gone too far this time." Xiao Wanru's eyes paused, suppressing her excited emotions. "Yes, if ill-intentioned people spread this, today's Su family banquet will become a laughingstock." Hearing this, Su Nan lowered her head and smiled. "Your presence is the biggest joke here." Meanwhile, old Mr. Fu was exchanging pleasantries with Su Yifeng. "If only Mr. Su had a daughter, perhaps we could become in-laws." Su Yifeng snorted coldly. "Everyone knows how Mr. Fu treats his wife like ice cream. My daughter couldn't enjoy that." Old Mr. Fu was immediately embarrassed. "Mr. Su, you can't say it like that. That person had done our Fu family a favor, so we had no choice but to resort to this strategy. Your Fu family sure knows how to repay favors, using someone else's blood." Old Mr. Fu tried to catch up and explain, but was stopped by bodyguards. Mr. Su is about to give a speech. Unrelated personnel are not allowed to approach. Su Yifeng stood on the main stage of the venue. The music abruptly stopped. "Welcome everyone to Su Shi's celebration banquet. To be honest, this banquet is specially held for my daughter." The guests below instantly erupted in chatter. Fu Yechuan stood there, seemingly startled. Su Yifeng, Su Jing, Su Qi, and Su Nan already had vague guesses in their hearts. At the same time, Su Nan, in high heels, gently lifted her dress and slowly walked forward, standing beside Su Yifeng, without any fear or complacency, graceful and proper, completely different from the rumors online. Message failed to load. As soon as Su Jing finished speaking, it was like dropping a bomb on everyone's hearts. The person in charge of Su Corporation had just changed. Su Nan stood to the side, calm and composed, but she was a bit surprised inside. Su Jin hadn't told her about transferring shares beforehand. It was too sudden. Thank you for the trust of my father and brother. I will not let you two down. After a moment of silence, the audience immediately burst into warm applause. For Su Nan's return, for Su Jing's generosity. Isn't this the perfect script for a strong female lead? With such a rich and beautiful woman, why would she want to marry Fu Yechuan? After the applause, a reporter in the venue couldn't help but ask, Miss Su, does your previous divorce from Mr. Fu Yechuan mean a break between the Su and Fu families? Xiao Wanru looked at Fu Yechuan with concern. However, the man was staring directly at that radiant woman. Su Nan looked at the reporter with a frank gaze and smiled slightly. At the time, I concealed my identity and married Mr. Fu. It wasn't a business marriage, just his own stubbornness. Choosing to divorce now is just to avoid continuing the mistake. Hearing this, Fu Yechuan's brows furrowed slightly, his heart suddenly sinking. Was marrying him just an insignificant mistake? Old Mr. Fu's shocked gaze hid panic. The enormous regret was now irreversible. If he had known Su Nan would have such fortune now, he wouldn't have let Yechuan divorce her back then. After answering the reporter's question, Su Nan walked off the stage. However, Fu Yingying couldn't accept it. I don't believe this. It must all be fake. How can she have things that even I don't have? By the end, she was hysterical. Sunan Jurvit had lips. Fu Yingying, are you going crazy with jealousy because you can't have it? As it happens, I prepared some small gifts earlier, planning to give them out as souvenirs for Su Corporation's anniversary celebration. Saying this, she took out a handbag and handed it to her. I don't know if this can make you feel better. Fu Yingying was instantly shocked, her eyes wide. Everyone gasped. Isn't this the limited edition grandma bag? Could Su Nan be that rich baby who spent 1.8 billion online shopping, causing a stir on the internet? At this moment, old Mr. Fu walked up to Su Yifeng, wanting to have a private word with him. Su Yifeng's face was gloomy. If you have something to say, just say it here. Old Mr. Fu grumbled inwardly, not giving him any face at all. But outwardly, he still wore a smile. It was just the kids at home being thoughtless before. I apologize on their behalf. Please don't be angry. His voice carried a hint of coldness. You still have the nerve to talk about misunderstandings. You think I don't know that my daughter was treated as both a blood bag and a servant in your house? This should be blamed on Su Nan, right? Who told her to conceal her identity? How could we have known she was your daughter? At this moment, Fu Yingying was shifting the blame, making excuses for herself. Xiao Wanru, who had been standing to the side, not daring to say a word, suddenly stepped forward, her voice soft and weak. Su Nan, I'm sorry for using so much of your blood. If you have any grievances, just take them out on me. She hated Su Nan's good fortune. Why could she easily obtain things that others couldn't? But Fu Yechuan must be hers. Su Nan gave her a cold sidelong glance. You're really good at playing the victim. Xiao Wanru, this isn't a place where just any trash can speak. You have no place to talk here. Then Su Nan called for security. Xiao Wanru's expression stiffened. She looked up pitifully at Fu Yechuan, unable to help but call for help. But the man's gaze never fell on her. From the beginning, his eyes had been fixed on Su Nan, but Su Nan didn't even give him a glance. She saw old Mr. Fu's face change dramatically, anxiously glaring at her. Su Nan slowly continued speaking. Vice Chairman, if we don't see sincerity from the Fu family in 3 days, Su Corporation will sever all cooperation with Fu Corporation. Old Mr. Fu hurriedly put on a smile. Certainly. We'll make sure to satisfy the Su family. Su Yifeng was really trying hard to suppress his anger. He really didn't know how his daughter had endured these 3 years. Thinking of this, he directly gave them their marching orders. Fu Yechuan's silence was surprising. Slowly pronouncing his name, meaningfully, Su-nan, let's talk. Su-nan couldn't bear it anymore. She slapped her scumbag ex-husband across the face. Although Su-nan's identity was revealed, which was enough to clear his name, having the Fu family issue a statement was to make them admit their mistake. The Fu family left with their tails between their legs. Fu Yechuan, who had been silent all along, called out to Su-nan. She didn't want to deal with this man. Can't you see? So she said irritably that she had nothing to discuss with him and started to walk away. But before she could take 2 steps, her wrist was grabbed by the man. The next second, Su-nan slapped the man hard across the face. Don't touch me. At this moment, Fu Yechuan's heart ached unbearably. Was there really no way to make amends? Su-nan had betrayed the whole world, given up her identity, and rushed towards Fu Yechuan. But he didn't catch her. She fell, the pain unbearable. Fu Yechuan, I know what you want to say, but why should others regret just because you regret it? You really think the whole world revolves around you? Fu Yechuan wanted to explain, but before he could speak, he was interrupted by Shang Qian, who rushed over. Su-nan turned her head in confusion. Their eyes met, and it was as if no one else existed around them. He walked step by step to her and handed her a gift. I'm glad I made it. Congratulations on your heart's desire. Su-nan took it and glanced at it. Did you ask my brother about this gift again? Shang Qian smiled. Of course not. After spending so much time with you, I know what gifts to give. Their banter was so glaring in Fu Yechuan's eyes. His heart felt like it was being wrapped in thin threads, slowly tightening until blood droplets formed. Even breathing became gradually difficult. A feeling of irritation in his heart suddenly became impossible to shake off. He clenched his fists in restraint. This scene suddenly reminded him of the past. Back then, when he saw himself with Xiao Wanru, his feelings were probably the same as his own now. Thinking about his attitude towards Su-nan these 3 years, he suddenly felt a chilling indifference. Her disregard made him feel stifled. She really didn't have him in her eyes anymore. So he didn't say another word and turned away, heartbroken. Shang Qian asked, Don't you need to explain? Su-nan said indifferently, Who cares about him? They didn't know that Xiao Wanru, hidden in the shadows, was now glaring at Su-nan with angry eyes. She gritted her teeth and said, Why? Why do you have so many things and still want to take away my Yechuan? She was so angry that her whole body trembled. She made a phone call. We can act tonight. Xiao Wanru curled her lips, not hiding her disgust. Su-nan, you forced me to do this. As she turned away, a hint of a triumphant smile flashed in her eyes. After the banquet, Shang Qian had to return to S-City for business. Su-nan asked, Why so sudden? I thought you were going to stay longer. Shang Qian explained that the cooperation in S-City couldn't be left to others. He had to oversee it personally. Don't worry, we'll meet again. After Su-nan saw Shang Qian off, she was about to drive home herself. As she was concentrating on driving, suddenly a large truck came driving towards her with its high beams on. It was exceptionally blinding. Su-nan tried to hit the brakes, but there was no response. She suddenly realized that the car was completely out of control. At this moment, the lights were piercingly cold. She couldn't help but tremble all over. At that moment, her mind went blank. With a bang, a car suddenly rushed out, blocking her path. Her car was abruptly forced to stop. A hazy dust rose and swirled, accompanied by thick smoke. Her head slammed hard into the airbag. At that moment, the pain was excruciating. Warm liquid trickled down from her forehead. Su-nan heard a man's roar. The sound was so familiar in her ears. Su-nan knew clearly who was behind this. Fu Yechuan, you'd better pray this has nothing to do with the people around you. The man frantically opened the car door. Su-nan, are you all right? She stumbled out, supporting herself on the car door, and steadied herself. Fu Yechuan knew her wrist. That gentle large hand seemed to tremble slightly. Su-nan shook it off, thinking how laughable it was. Now that he knew she was the Su family heir, he came to make amends. Fu Yechuan anxiously wanted to take her to the hospital, but Su-nan pushed him away. Then she looked at the scene. It turned out his car had shielded her from most of the impact. Otherwise, if she had hit the truck, she might not have had the chance to open her eyes again. Now, except for the pain from her wounds, her consciousness had cleared. So she opened her mouth to thank the man. Fu Yechuan's voice was somewhat anxious. Now is not the time to talk about this. Let's go to the hospital first. Su-nan ignored him and took out her phone to call Yulu. Come to my location immediately. Someone here tried to assassinate me, wanting me to have a car accident. She hung up after saying this. Fu Yechuan's gaze was clouded. He asked confusedly, assassinate? You'd better pray this has nothing to do with the people around you. After saying this, Su Nan returned to the car. She took out a check from her bag. She handed it to Fu Yechuan. The top configuration of the vice president's car is 4 million. This is 10 million. 6 million is a thank you fee. Her lips curled slightly, coldly distant. Fu Yechuan ese gaze gradually cooled. You didn't reach out. I didn't save you for this. Sunan forcefully stuffed the check into his coat pocket, giving him no chance to refuse. When I donated blood, the vice president wasn't stingy. Now it's my turn. I can't be any less generous. After she said this, she abandoned her own car and walked away in her high heels. Walking under the street lights, her shadow stretched long. Her steps were steady, not at all flustered. Naturally, she didn't notice the flash of regret in Fu Yechuan's eyes after she finished speaking. The Fu family's old house was brightly lit all night. Fu Yining felt more and more resentful. She never thought Su Nan would be the Su family's heir. Now the internet was all criticizing the Fu family. Even their stock prices were falling. What should we do? Old Mr. Fu coldly rebuked. What can we do? Of course, apologize. It's all Su Nan's fault for deceiving us. If she hadn't hidden her identity, this wouldn't have happened. Hearing Fu Ying's words, old Mr. Fu hit her on the head with his cane. Shut up. You're just a fool who can't accomplish anything, but can ruin everything. Qu'une protectively shielded Fu Ying. No matter what, you can't hit the child. Old Mr. Fu glared fiercely at Chu Qin. Don't give me that. Don't think I don't know. You've also abused Su Nan in private plenty of times. Chu Qin sat there feeling wronged, muttering softly. Now you're acting like a saint. Who doesn't know that you tortured Su Nan the most? Old Mr. Fu was now furious to the extreme. Learning that Fu Yechuan hadn't returned, he became even angrier. The next second, what's all this noise? Fu Yechuan's cold voice echoed throughout the living room as he entered. Su Qing looked as if she was about to cry. Yechuan, you're finally back. Suddenly noticing the injuries on Fu Yechuan's face, she asked what happened. Fu Yechuan explained that Su Nan had a car accident, and he helped shield her. The three were stunned for a moment. Learning that Fu Yechuan got hurt trying to save Su Nan, the two's expressions became even worse. But Fu Ying stood up happily. Brother, you saved Su Nan. Now we're their lifesavers. They should be thanking us instead. Fu Yechuan's cold, deep gaze fixed on her, his voice carrying a chill. Are you brainless? These are clearly two separate matters. The Fu family owes Su Nan. This apology must be made. He thought of the image of Su Nan leaving alone under the streetlight, her head covered in blood. At that moment, his heart ached uncontrollably. He owed her a debt he couldn't repay. The old man suddenly spoke up. Don't contact that woman outside for now. Take this opportunity to mend relations with the Su family. Try your best to win Su Nan back. A marriage alliance with the Su family would be great news for our family. Fu Yechuan's face was filled with disgust. An invisible, powerful pressure enveloped the surroundings. Why do you have to talk to me about wealth and status? You, Fu Yechuan, aren't even fit to shine my shoes now. Lu Qi looked at that woman, nudging Fu Yechuan's shoulder beside her. We've been waiting here, but the person we're supposed to meet has been snatched by Su Nan. Quick, go say hello. The person they were talking about was Su Ming, the second young master of the Su Shi group, a world-renowned physicist. Perhaps due to his own aura, no one had ever investigated, so no one knew his identity. This return to the country was too rushed. I didn't have time to bring you a gift. Nan, is there anything you want? Su Ming was a national treasure. Having him work on a project seemed like overkill, but not using their own family member would be a waste. I have a project in artificial intelligence. Could you help me with it for a while? Su Ming lovingly ruffled her hair. Of course, I never refuse your requests. Just then, Fu Yechuan approached. Mr. Sana, please wait. His English name was another identity he used publicly. Su Ming asked confusedly, yes? Su Nan lazily glanced at them. Can't you two stop haunting us? Fu Yechuan ignored Su Nan's mockery and politely extended his hand towards the man beside her. Hello, I'm Fu Yechuan, CEO of the Fu Group. I'd like to make your acquaintance. When Su Ming heard this message failed to load, Brother Lin tried to break the deadlock. We're all partners here. Let's talk it out. I have nothing to say to him. Su Nan dropped this line, stepped inside, and had no intention of greeting Fu Yechuan. Fu Yechuan watched his back thoughtfully. Brother Lin smiled faintly and patted his shoulder. Don't look anymore. Now that Director Su's status has changed, he's even less likely to look back. You're not regretting it, are you? Fu Yechuan shot him a cold glance. Mind your own business. In the temporary meeting room, Su Ming asked Su Nan, was that man just now your ex-husband? He doesn't seem like much. Su Nan spoke casually. Don't mention the dead. It's unlucky. You girl, your mouth really doesn't hold back. He's just a scumbag. Calling him a person is already giving him too much credit. The conversation inside was overheard by Fu Yechuan and Brother Lin as they opened the door and entered. His figure suddenly stiffened. At this time, the already dead Fu Yechuan spoke. Director Su, this is a meeting room. Even if your company wants to make a scene, you should consider the occasion. Brother Lin was shocked. How did they start arguing again? He walked to the opposite side of Su Nan. The meeting is about to start. Drink some tea to calm your emotions. After the meeting, Su Nan went to the bathroom. At the corner, she encountered Fu Yechuan again. She walked forward, ignoring him. Fu Yechuan called out to her. Su Nan, let's talk. Su Nan paused her steps, then laughed coldly. Talk? Why do you have to talk to me about wealth and status? Fu Yechuan, you're not even fit to shine my shoes now. Hearing this, Fu Yechuan felt extremely uncomfortable. Nan, please don't be angry anymore, okay? I know you're still upset, but we were husband and wife. We shouldn't end up like this. I know you're still angry now, but we were husband and wife. We shouldn't end up like this. Su Nan seemed to have heard a funny joke. She violently shook off the man's hand. What kindness? The kindness of being a maid in your family? Or the kindness of donating blood to Qiao Wanru? Stop pretending. It's really disgusting. Fu Yechuan's brows furrowed slightly, about to speak. He was interrupted by Fu Yinin, who rushed over. Su Nan, I finally found you. Quick, come with me to the hospital. Su Nan said irritably, if you're sick, go get treated. Why drag me along? Fu Yinin looked at Fu Yechuan. Sister Wanru had a car accident. She needs a blood transfusion. Fu Yechuan's brows furrowed, his face clouded with irritation and worry. Su Nan smiled nonchalantly. She coldly snapped, lead the way then. I happen to have something to discuss with Qiao Wanru. The White Lotus is using the car accident trick again to try to kill me, then using it on herself to play weak and gain Fu Yechuan's sympathy, that scumbag. But she didn't expect to harm herself in the process. In the hospital, Qiao Wanru was sitting upright on the hospital bed. She instructed the doctor, later, make sure to take photos of me and Fu Yechuan looking like a couple. Edit them a bit, otherwise you won't get a penny. The doctor beside her agreed and promised, Vice President, it'll hit the trending topics as soon as it's posted. Qiao Wanru didn't forget to instruct the doctor to cooperate well with her, to dampen Su Nan's spirit. If you do well, the final payment will be doubled. Just then, there was a knock on the hospital room door. Qiao Wanru immediately gave the doctor a look. As soon as Fu Yechuan entered, he asked worriedly, Wanru, are you all right? Fu Yinin followed closely, saying, I brought Su Nan for the blood transfusion. Then Su Nan leisurely walked into the room, still carrying a cool and spirited demeanor. Seeing her like this, Fu Yinin was so angry she gritted her teeth. After Su Nan entered, she looked Qiao Wanru up and down. At the moment, her pale face appeared extremely weak. Su Nan turned to ask the doctor, what's wrong with her? The doctor replied, Miss Qiao's thigh was scraped, causing a fracture. She needs surgery and requires a 400 cubic centimeters blood transfusion from someone with the same blood type. After hearing this, Su Nan let out a faint "oh," then turned to look at Qiao Wanru and said coldly, a fracture, huh? Qiao Wanru, with a pale face, thanks Su Nan. Thank you for coming to donate blood despite our past. I'll make sure Yechuan thanks you properly. Su Nan didn't appreciate it and just gave Qiao Wanru a cold look. Then she violently threw her bag at her, saying, if you're still pretending, don't blame me for actually breaking your bones. Qiao Wanru's body stiffened, her eyes full of contempt. Su Nan sneered, didn't you say you had a fracture? Why don't you have any reaction? The color drained from Qiao Wanru's face. The next second, Su Nan yanked off the blanket, revealing Qiao Wanru's unharmed legs. Sunan looked at her, eyes full of mockery. The car accident trick works well, doesn't it? First you use it on me, trying to kill me, then you use it on yourself to play weak and gain sympathy. Fu Yingying angrily said, how can you be so vicious? You're framing Sister Wanru for everything. Sunan couldn't be bothered to argue with a bunch of fools. She called out to the door, come in. The door opened, and 2 men in hats appeared. We've received evidence of Ms. Qiao's intentional harm to Ms. Su. Please come with us. What? Fu Yechuan's voice was filled with undisguised shock. The 2 men in hats walked up to Qiao Wanru. They took her away. Qiao Wanru hurriedly begged Fu Yechuan for help. Yechuan, I didn't hurt her. Save me, please, for a hang's sake. In Su Nan's beautiful eyes, there was no warmth or emotion. Is the vice president intentionally covering up for a murderer? Fu Yechuan stood there, his face cold, torn between grief and struggle. He questioned Qiao Wanru. Did you really harm Su Nan or not? Qiao Wanru's face was full of guilt. Fu Yechuan's mood had never been so heavy since Chen Heng's death. I understand now. Qiao Wanru, panicking incoherently, begged Fu Yechuan not to abandon her. A Heng will be heartbroken. After Qiao Wanru was taken away, Fu Yechuan fell into deep thought. He couldn't forgive Qiao Wanru's vicious actions, but he also couldn't ignore a Heng's last wishes. Before leaving, Su Nan sarcastically told the Fu family to get their heads checked, saying they were all a bit brain dead. Then she left without looking back at anyone. The matter wasn't over yet. Another unexpected event occurred. Photos of Fu Yechuan entering and leaving the hospital were taken and widely spread online. The news headline read, Vice President's new love hospitalized. He shows concern. Good news coming soon? Ex-wife, extremely furious. It was accompanied by photos of Qiao Wanru lying in the hospital bed. There was also a photo of Fu Yechuan standing by the bed, gazing at her lovingly. The comments below were all cursing Qiao Wanru. Qiao Wanru, this green tea mistress, really has no shame. God is Su, Nan should focus on her career and inheriting the family fortune. Having your own money is better than anything. Su Nan's mouth twitched. Those two aren't seriously ill, are they? How can they drag me into everything? After closing the page, Su Nan made a phone call. Arrange a few trending topics. The first one must be about that dog couple, Fu Yechuan and Qiao Wanru. Go to hell? She angrily hung up the phone, determined to make them pay. That day, Fu Yechuan came to Su Nan's company, wanted to have a good talk with her, but was coldly rejected by Su Nan. Su Nan never dreamed that she would see Qiao Wanru and Fu Yechuan in front of Cheng Heng's grave. Fu Yechuan explained that he was Cheng Heng's comrade and Qiao Wanru was Cheng Heng's girlfriend. Before he left, Cheng Heng entrusted her care to him. In these few short sentences, Fu Yechuan revealed all the reasons and connections. Cheng Yi had invited Su Nan to the tea room early. As they chatted casually, Su Nan asked curiously if Cheng Yi had something to discuss with her. Cheng Yi mentioned that the day after tomorrow was his brother's death anniversary. He didn't dare to go alone and hoped Su Nan could accompany him to pay respects. Su Nan agreed but warned Cheng Yi not to cry secretly, or else Heng Ji would laugh at him. Cheng Yi, however, wished his brother could still laugh at him. Su Nan wanted to offer some words of comfort, but before she could speak, she was interrupted. Su Nan, did you cause my family stock to drop by 2 points? Su Nan admitted it and asked in return, did old Master Fu like this gift? Hearing this, old Master Fu became furious and demanded to know why she treated the Fu family this way. Su Nan's eyes were cold as she told him to ask Fu Yingying, stating that she wasn't a pushover to be bullied. After saying this, she drove old Master Fu out of the door. Then, Su Nan's warning voice came from the tea room, starting from 3, 2, 1. Next time you'll be waiting for bankruptcy. After returning to the old house, old Master Fu angrily scolded Fu Yingying. How can the Fu family have someone as stupid as you? Can't you see that Qiao Wanru is no good? Fu Yingying retorted, my brother was there too at the time. Why don't you scold him? Why do I have to take the blame for everything? I hate you all. Fu Yechuan looked at her with deep, cold eyes. If you had just a bit more brains, things wouldn't have turned out like this. Fu Yingying said resentfully, why do you blame me for everything that goes wrong? If you hadn't been entangled with Qiao Wanru for so long, I wouldn't have done this. Fu Yechuan's face was filled with coldness as he warned Fu Yingying, if Su Nan doesn't accept your apology, pack your things and get out of the Fu family. I'll pretend I never had a sister like you. Seeing Fu Yechuan's increasingly cold eyes, Fu Yingying suddenly felt scared. She frantically ran over to hug Fu Yechuan, begging, "Forgive me, I'll go apologize to Su Nan right away. Don't drive me away." So Fu Yingying came before Su Nan, kowtowing and admitting her mistake. "Miss Su, I was wrong. I'm sorry." However, Su Nan remained cold and indifferent. The next day, on Cheng Heng's death anniversary, "Heng, Yechuan has taken good care of me. Don't worry, I'll take good care of myself." Fu Yechuan said to Qiao Wanru, "Once this matter is resolved, you should return to F country." Qiao Wanru thought that retreating might be better than stubbornly staying, so she apologized. "I'm sorry for causing you trouble. Perhaps if I leave, your relationship with Su Nan won't be so strained." Just as Fu Yechuan was about to say something, he heard someone sneer behind him. "Don't flatter yourself, Miss Murderer." Cheng Yi hadn't expected to see these two at his brother's grave. "Why are you at my brother's grave?" Faced with Cheng Yi's questioning, Fu Yechuan explained briefly, "I was Cheng Heng's comrade, and Xiao Wanru was Cheng Heng's girlfriend. Before he left, he entrusted me to take care of her." In these few short sentences, he revealed all the reasons and connections. Although he was explaining to Cheng Yi, he really wanted Su Nan to hear it. Fu Yechuan's gaze was fixed on Su Nan, hoping she would have some reaction. This was the reason he had been taking care of Qiao Wanru, not because of any affair or other reasons. However, Su Nan's cold reaction was unexpected. She seemed to care neither about their relationship nor his explanation. Seeing this, Fu Yechuan's face tensed up, his gaze never leaving Su Nan's face. Cheng Yi stepped forward, pushing the two aside, defending his brother. "My brother couldn't possibly have had a murderer for a girlfriend, and someone like you as a comrade. Don't use my brother's name to say such things." Hearing Cheng Yi's words, Qiao Wanru's face turned pale. Fu Yechuan was surprised. He hadn't expected that his years of caring for a Heng's girlfriend would be seen so poorly in the eyes of his family. Su Nan asked Fu Yechuan if he had bailed out Xiao Wanru, sarcastically commenting on how thorough his care was. Xiao Wanru saw Su Nan's mocking gaze. She didn't say a word and quickly ran out. Su Nan turned and followed Xiao Wanru's footsteps. She calmly caught up. Fu Yechuan wanted to follow, but Cheng Yi stepped forward to block him, demanding that he explain things clearly. Just as Qiao Wanru was about to drive away, she heard movement behind her. She turned to look, and Su Nan's expression changed slightly. "Why did you follow me? To laugh at me?" Su Nan coldly smiled and said, "The matter of you trying to murder me won't end just like this." After saying this, Su Nan slapped Qiao Wanru across the face. Qiao Wanru was terrified, trembling as she covered her cheek. She angrily expressed her resentment, believing that if it weren't for Su Nan, she could have married Fu Yechuan. "Su Nan, you should have died long ago." Just then, Fu Yechuan's voice came from behind, apologizing to Su Nan. Su Nan sneered and mocked Fu Yechuan. She questioned if he was going to stand up for Qiao Wanru again. Fu Yechuan tried to salvage his relationship with Su Nan, but Su Nan sarcastically replied, "Late affection is cheaper than grass." Seeing Fu Yechuan appear, Qiao Wanru saw him as a savior. She reached out and grabbed Fu Yechuan's clothes, begging for help. She shifted the blame to Su Nan. "I didn't mean to. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be like this." Fu Yechuan avoided Xiao Wanru's hand. Then he walked in front of Su Nan, concernedly asking if she was all right. Su Nan coldly responded, "No need for your kindness." Xiao Wanru felt resentful, thinking Su Nan already had money and lots of love. Why did she still have to fight for Yechuan? Su Nan sneered, still playing the innocent victim. "Huh?" She turned and opened the car door. She took out some documents and threw them in front of her. Upon seeing the photos, Qiao Wanru instantly panicked. She tried to argue that they were fake evidence created by computer. Fu Yechuan saw the photos of Qiao Wanru's chest, his face turning cold and terrible. Qiao Wanru really panicked. She crawled in front of Fu Yechuan, trying to make him believe she wasn't like that. "You promised to Heng to take good care of me. You have to believe me." Fu Yechuan's icy gaze moved to Qiao Wanru. He tightly gripped the evidence, realizing he had kept a wolf by his side all along. He hated himself for misjudging people, allowing Qiao Wanru to hurt Su Nan again and again. Su Nan made a phone call, informing that she had found the person at the Linyuan parking lot and asking them to come quickly. Su Nan looked at Fu Yechuan, her tone cold and emotionless. "I've called the police. I trust the vice president won't make the same mistake again." After saying this, she turned, opened the car door, and got in. She left gracefully. At this moment, the man's gaze was extremely cold. Xiao Wanru, taking care of you has cost me too much. I'll explain to a Heng in the afterlife. From now on, you're on your own. Xiao Wanru knelt on the ground, begging Fu Yechuan not to abandon her. But Fu Yechuan left without looking back, leaving Xiao Wanru discarded like trash. That night, Sunan invited Qinyu to their usual venue to celebrate Xiao Wanru's downfall. Qinyu joked quietly with Sunan, telling her to see if there was anyone she liked and just take them away. Sunan glared at her. You're in quite a mood. Qinyu stuck out her tongue. It's all about participation. After saying this, she went to greet the owner, telling Sunan to sit wherever she liked. Shortly after Qinyu left, a good-for-nothing rich second generation approached. His gaze was frivolous as he looked Sunan up and down. Miss Su, I've heard so much about you. You're even prettier in person than in your online photos. Sunan just gave him a faint glance, showing no emotion. The rich kid wasn't discouraged by being ignored. He came here intending to get close to Fu Yechuan, knowing that Fu Yechuan and his friends were talking about Sunan upstairs, and that she wasn't happy about it. He thought if he could teach Sunan a lesson, wouldn't that please Fu Yechuan? With this in mind, he became bolder. He directly invited Sunan for a drink, promising to pay for her and her friend's bill. However, Sunan refused without hesitation, saying she doesn't drink. The rich kid was clearly displeased. He smiled sarcastically. Miss Su, you're now playing the role of a strong, independent woman. With such a busy social life, how can you not drink? He tried to use his status to make Sunan drink, but she didn't give him face. Sunan snatched the glass from his hand. The next second, she threw the drink in the rich kid's face. She questioned him. What does your face amount to? Seeing that she gave him no respect at all, the rich kid felt both embarrassed and awkward. He started cursing at Sunan. You really think you're something special? You're just a woman who's been kicked out. Su Yang will teach you a lesson today. The rich kid gritted his teeth and raised his arm, about to slap Sunan's beautiful face hard. But before the slap could land, someone grabbed the collar of his thick neck. Then he was kicked hard in the chest, falling heavily to the ground. Fu Yechuan then turned to Sunan, asking about her situation, but was pushed away by her. She walked up to Su Yang and gave him a hard kick. She told Su Yang that she, this divorced woman nobody wants, would make his family go bankrupt. After saying this, she turned to leave. But Fu Yechuan called out to her, murmuring, even if we're not husband and wife anymore, can't we at least be ordinary friends? Sunan sarcastically responded to Fu Yechuan, late affection is cheaper than grass. High heels stepping on her ex-husband's back, as if hinting at a once painful and complicated marriage. Gracefully stepping over the symbol of a white lotus, signifying breaking free from past constraints. The woman lifted her skirt, elegantly passing by her ex-husband's family, as if bidding farewell to the past and stepping towards a new journey. The crown on the throne before her was within reach, symbolizing power and glory. The queen put on the crown, sitting firmly on the throne, displaying a determined and confident smile. It turns out, this was all a dream of Sunan, exhausted from continuous business trips. In her dream, she harbored a grand ambition to become the world's first female billionaire. Suddenly, Su Qi's voice rang in her ear. Nan Nan, are you busy? Sunan was startled awake. Yawning, she said, you'd better have a good reason for calling me. Su Qi explained that she had a charity gala, but needed a female companion. Can you accompany me? Sunan hesitated, but when she heard Su Qi say that there would be a 10-carat flawless diamond necklace at the auction tonight, which she'd buy for Sunan as a reward, her interest was piqued. She smiled and nodded in agreement. Just as she finished speaking, a group of people burst into the room. Su Qi smiled and said, let's get the princess styled. Under Su Qi's careful arrangement, she radiated a queen-like aura. Together with Su Qi, they attended the event, becoming the center of attention. How come Su Yingdi is with Sunan? Wait, they both have the surname Su. Could it be? Don't make wild guesses. There are so many people with the same surname in this world. It can't be such a coincidence. After finding their seats, Sunan looked at the photo of the auction items in her hand. She noticed a pair of jade earrings that were very attractive. Seeing this, Su Qi asked if she liked them and expressed willingness to give them to her. Just then, Lu Qi suddenly appeared, interrupting their conversation. Mr. Su, I didn't expect to see you here. What a coincidence. Lu Qi smiled obsequiously. The once arrogant arrogant young master probably never imagined there would be such a day. However, Sunan's cold response made Lu Qi feel very awkward. He walked over to Fu Yechuan and complained that he shouldn't have talked to Sunan because now he has a grand presence and even hangs out with movie stars. Fu Yechuan warned him to shut up. Suddenly, an annoyingly coquettish voice was heard. "Brother Qi, long time no see." Su Qi asked puzzled, "Who are you?" It turned out to be Zhong Yu, the female lead who had shot a skincare commercial with Su Qi before. Sunan looked at her third brother and smiled mischievously. "Your admirer." Su Qi quickly shook his head in denial, saying he didn't know her at all. Seeing Su Qi and Su Nan sitting together, Zhong Yu became jealous and questioned who Su Nan was and why she was sitting next to Brother Qi. Su Qi glanced at her coldly and said harshly, "Miss, please have some self-respect." Just then, the host announced that the auction was about to begin. Zhong Yu sat down next to Su Qi without invitation. The first auction item was a teardrop-shaped All-American diamond necklace, starting at 1 million. Su Qi raised his paddle without hesitation, increasing the bid to 1.5 million. Seeing this, Zhong Yu immediately called out 2 million. Su Qi continued to raise his paddle. At 2.5 million, Zhong Yu directly shouted 10 million. The entire audience was shocked. Many people were stunned. After all, this wasn't a rare gem. However, for the wealthy, it was just a small matter. Sunan shook her head at Zhong Yu, thinking this girl didn't seem very smart. So she quietly told her third brother that if he liked it, they should let her have it. Su Qi nodded after hearing this, indicating he would follow Su Nan's suggestion. Seeing Su Qi and Su Nan's intimate behavior, Zhong Yu was extremely furious. Su Nan yawned and asked Su Qi how much longer it would take, saying she was tired. Su Qi affectionately arranged Su Nan's bangs, saying they would leave after bidding on the earrings. Witnessing this scene, Zhong Yu angrily questioned what they were doing. She quickly walked to Su Nan's side, claiming she was going to marry her brother and accused Su Nan of being a vixen trying to seduce him. Suddenly, with a slap, before Su Nan could react, she was struck across the face. Su Qi had never expected that his precious sister would be slapped right under his nose. Su Nan stood up abruptly. She then delivered a hard slap to Zhong Yu's face, angrily saying, "If you're sick, go get treatment." Zhong Yu glared at Su Nan hatefully. "You dare to hit me? Do you know who I am? How dare you hit me?" Su Nan and Su Qi attended the auction. Unexpectedly, Su Qi's admirer mistook them for having an intimate relationship. Not only did she physically attack Su Nan, but also verbally abused her. Zhong Yu was the daughter of H Country's New Moon Financial Group, always arrogant and domineering. This time, however, she had met her match. She threatened that by offending her, Su Nan was going against the entire financial group and would pay the price. As she finished speaking, Zhong Yu raised her arm high, preparing to teach Su Nan a lesson. But she was blocked by Su Qi. At the same time, Fu Yuechuan suddenly appeared, grabbing Zhong Yu's hand. He gave her a cold, disdainful look. Then he turned to look at Su Qi with disdain, saying, "You can't even handle your own admirers. What kind of man are you?" Zhong Yu struggled, telling Fu Yechuan to let go. Fu Yechuan disgustedly threw the woman's hand away. Zhong Yu angrily cursed, asking who the hell Fu Yechuan was. She suspected Fu Yechuan was Su Nan's boy toy, otherwise he wouldn't be so quick to stand up for Su Nan. Zhong Yu accused Su Nan of involving her private life with Su Qi, calling Su Nan a dirty woman. However, Su Nan didn't back down and slapped Zhong Yu hard. She warned her to stop acting crazy. Su Nan introduced herself to Zhong Yu, saying she was the sole heir of the Su family. With the Su family's wealth, they could buy 10 of the so-called financial groups Zhong Yu mentioned. Zhong Yu was furious and expressed disbelief in Su Nan's words. Just then, voices of doubt came from the crowd. Someone pointed out that the Xingyu Financial Group was just a small company selling seafood products, wondering why Zhong Yu would provoke Su Nan. Others mentioned that just one of Su family's industrial companies could defeat the Xingyu Financial Group. These words struck Zhong Yu's heart like lightning, making her whole body tremble. Her eyes filled with disbelief as she began to wonder if she had truly provoked someone she shouldn't have. Su Nan gently patted Zhong Yu's shoulder, telling her that her experience card as a financial heiress would soon expire. Zhong Yu fearfully asked Su Nan what she was going to do. Su Qi left, reminding him to be careful not to scare Miss Zhong. Zhong Yu looked at Su Qi gratefully. Little did she know, Su Qi was telling her an even more terrifying fact. He was Su Nan's brother, and her fate would only be worse. After Su Nan left, Fu Yechuan fell into deep thought. He should have realized earlier that Su Qi avoided women in the entertainment industry, but was so good to Su Nan, never avoiding suspicion. Zhong Yu collapsed to the ground, feeling a chill in her heart. Suddenly, Su Nan stopped, glanced at Fu Yechuan, and mockingly said, "Speaking of popularity, no one can compare to our deputy general. Instead of lecturing others here, you should examine yourself, lest you forget over time that you're just trash." With that, she elegantly walked away in her high heels. The next day, Brother Lin, Su Nan, and Fu Yechuan were having a meeting in the conference room. Brother Lin suddenly mentioned, "The Xingyu Financial Group's imported goods have been entirely returned due to the addition of prohibited substances. As expected of the Su family, they strike mercilessly." Su Nan stated that it was work hours and hoped Manager Lin would say something useful. Brother Lin smiled and said he understood. Who could have imagined that Su Yingdi was actually Mr. Su's brother? Then he looked at Fu Yechuan, trying to get his response. However, Fu Yechuan ignored him and continued focusing on the documents in his hand. Su Nan said that if Manager Lin called her over just to say these meaningless things, she would leave. Brother Lin quickly explained that he was just joking. Then he began to tell the two about the main content of this meeting. They discussed that the product had reached the finished stage and whether they could prepare for a press conference to announce it to the public. This would be an invention that would change humanity. Just then, Brother Lin's secretary burst in to inform them that the Su family branch in S-City had preemptively released a preview of their new smart chip. The design concept and usage were highly similar to theirs. Everyone immediately turned their gaze to Su Nan. Su Nan assured them that she had never leaked any information about this project. Fu Yechuan speculated that there was a mole and suggested a quick investigation. Su Nan promised to give both partners an explanation. To resolve this issue, Su Nan decided to personally go to S-City to investigate. Fu Yechuan thought this was a good opportunity to repair his relationship with Su Nan, so he suggested going together. Su Nan refused without hesitation, but Fu Yechuan insisted, stating that it involved the common interests of their three families and he couldn't let her handle it alone. Brother Lin also agreed with Fu Yechuan's view, believing that going together would allow them to look out for each other. He would stay behind to control public opinion. After some consideration, Su Nan finally compromised. She pushed the documents to Fu Yechuan. She asked him to familiarize himself with them so as not to hold her back. Watching Su Nan's departing figure, Fu Yechuan felt heavy-hearted. It was as if a hand was squeezing his heart tightly. He silently vowed not to disappoint Su Nan again. This scumbag was trying to salvage his relationship with his ex-wife. But the ex-wife firmly refused to give him any chance. Despite the scumbag's efforts to reconcile, Su Nan still insisted she didn't need Fu Yechuan's help. At the press conference, Professor Meng Kong, an expert in artificial intelligence, was introducing his latest research achievement, the smart chip. Just then, Su Nan burst through the door, interrupting Meng Kang's speech. She pointed out that this chip was the research direction of the joint experimental laboratory of Su Shi, Linz, and Fuji. Su Nan snatched the microphone from Meng Kang's hand, demanding to know why he had stolen their research results. She asked Professor Meng to give her an explanation. Meng Kong responded mockingly, claiming the new product was his own work. He also accused Su Nan of being a young girl who knew nothing about scientific research. He called security to have her thrown out. However, Fu Yechuan blocked the security guards, angrily telling them to get lost. Meng Kong glared at him, not understanding why Su Nan was disrupting his press conference. He threatened to sue her. Su Nan gave him a contemptuous look, saying he couldn't win a lawsuit with stolen goods. At that moment, Su Yinian suddenly appeared. He stated that what belongs to the Su family belongs to everyone. Looking at Su Nan, he said sarcastically, "It's been so long, Nan. You're still as hot-tempered as ever." Su Nan directly accused him, unauthorized disclosure of group project secrets, and plagiarism. "Uncle, it's time to replace you as the branch president." Meng Kong and Su Yinian argued that there was no plagiarism in research, just a matter of who came first. They claimed that Su Nan's failure to seize the market opportunity didn't mean others couldn't. Su Nan interrupted, saying she didn't want to argue about who came first. She firmly stated that if they hadn't plagiarized, they should provide evidence. Otherwise, she would pursue the matter to the end. After speaking, Su-nan turned to face the cameras, announcing that in 3 days, right here, they would debate face to face. The media below, with countless camera flashes, seemed to herald an intense showdown about to unfold. Su Enian looked at Su-nan provocatively. "You're now the president of Su-shur. No matter what, you're still in charge. Isn't that a bit unfair?" Su-nan stood her ground, firmly stating, "If you can provide evidence that there's no plagiarism, the Su-shur presidency can be yours." Upon hearing this, Fu Yechuan was shocked by Su-nan's decision. He couldn't help but remind her, "Su-nan, you're being impulsive." However, Su-nan responded, "It's just a president's position. Whoever cares about it loses." Fu Yechuan said he would help her and that she didn't need to say such serious things. Unexpectedly, Su-nan dropped a "not needed" and turned to leave. Su-nan arrived at the hotel. Su Jing, hearing she had encountered trouble, called to tell her she had found someone to help. Su-nan wondered who it could be. Just then, she saw a figure in front of her. It was Shang Qian, whom she hadn't seen in a long time. He smiled at Su-nan and said, Nan, long time no see." His appearance instantly made Su-nan happy. She exclaimed in surprise, "Shang Qian." Shang Qian pointed to the documents in his hand and said he had brought everything Su-nan needed. Su-nan gratefully looked at Shang Qian and invited him into the room to talk. In the room, Su-nan looked at the documents in her hand. She couldn't help but praise Shang Qian. "You're truly a timely reign." Shang Qian smiled and replied, "Whenever you need me, I'll always be there on time." He thought to himself that from now on, he would never let Su-nan fall into a painful marriage again. Returning to the present, Shang Qian handed a report to Su-nan. "This part of the accounts seems a bit off. The delayed entries here seem problematic." Su-nan took it and looked carefully. Then she chuckled softly. Indeed, after this payment was delayed in entry, it was never reflected in the report. She said somewhat sarcastically, "My uncle is not all that great. He can't even embezzle funds cleanly." Su-nan took a sip of coffee and gestured for Shang Qian to continue analyzing other issues. She seemed completely immersed in work, which made Shang Qian feel a bit helpless. He shook his head and said, "Actually, I intended for you to rest a bit more." But Su-nan replied that now was a critical time and rest could wait. Before they knew it, it was late at night. Shang Qian organized the documents in his hand. When he looked up at Su-nan at the desk, she had fallen asleep, exhausted, with her head on the table. Shang Qian's heart tightened. Thinking of Su-nan spending the whole night like this at the desk, he felt very concerned. So he walked over to Su-nan and picked her up in his arms. He carefully placed her on the bed. Shang Qian covered her with a blanket. Looking at her peaceful sleeping face, he softly said, "Good night." Just as Shang Qian walked out of the suite, he encountered Fu Yechuan. Fu Yechuan asked Shang Qian curiously why he was coming out of Su-nan's room and about their relationship. Faced with Fu Yechuan's questions, Shang Qian didn't answer directly. Instead, he asked, "Mr. Fu, are you here to see Nan too? She just fell asleep. I'm afraid you'll have to come back tomorrow." Fu Yechuan witnessed Shang Qian leaving Su-nan's room late at night. To clarify the truth, he waited early the next day outside Su-nan's room. When Su-nan came out, Fu Yechuan immediately called out to her. He asked her why Shang Qian was in her room late at night. Although Su-nan said she had no obligation to report her schedule to Fu Yechuan, Fu Yechuan still questioned if she had anything to explain. Sunanan said without hesitation. Meng Kong watched their argument with amusement, claiming that before the press conference even started, they were already in disarray internally. He asked if they were feeling guilty. Facing Meng Kang's provocation, Su-nan sneered and stated that she and the vice president were not together. She added that she was fully capable of dealing with small-minded people like Dr. Meng who steal others' materials. "See you at the press conference, Dr. Meng." With that, Su-nan turned and left. When she walked out of the hotel, Shang Qian was waiting for her at the entrance. After greeting each other warmly, Shang Qian offered to drive her to the press conference. At this moment, Fu Yechuan caught up. He argued that this was their business cooperation and outsiders shouldn't be involved. However, Shang Qian replied that he was just Su-nan's driver for the day, asking if Su-nan didn't deserve to have a driver. Su-nan sarcastically responded, "In Fu Yechuan's eyes, I'm just a blood bag. How could I deserve a driver?" Fu Yechuan was momentarily unable to retort. Watching Su-nan leave, Fu Yechuan fell into deep thought. He suddenly realized he couldn't let Su-nan misunderstand him like this anymore. He had to find a way to clear her impression of him. In the press conference break room, Su Nan looked at the news on her phone. Today, a well-known domestic AI research doctor, Meng Kong, was embroiled in a plagiarism scandal. Meng Kong stood before the camera. I know my research is significant and has affected many people's interests, but I won't back down. I will protect this research and apply where it should be used. Su Ming told Su Nan not to mind him, saying he was just a clown. Su Nan mocked. Let's hope he can still laugh later. The press conference officially began. The atmosphere was tense. Reporters were curious about Su Nan's response to the plagiarism incident. Facing the questions, Su Nan didn't avoid the issue. She admitted that plagiarism did occur in the S-City branch. She stated that the management personnel in S-City mistakenly plagiarized the results of a previous three-party collaboration. She also mentioned that Su Shi had already submitted the bankruptcy reorganization report for the S-City branch. Su Nan emphasized in her speech that the Su Shi group would never tolerate such behavior, demonstrating the company's determination and stance. As soon as this was said, the audience below burst into an uproar. However, Su Enian expressed dissatisfaction with this, questioning how Su Nan could accuse them of plagiarism without evidence. Facing the challenge, Su Nan's voice was gentle but firm. She explained that after internal verification, Meng Kang's so-called smart chip was just a previous immature failure. Then Su Nan introduced the central figure of their research, a scientist who had won the industry's top Smiling Gold Award, Su Ming. At the same time, a handsome young man with a scholarly appearance walked steadily to Su Nan's side. Su Nan explained that after returning to China, Su Ming worked at the country's top research institute. That Dr. Meng Kong was his new colleague. Meng Kong and the audience avoided eye contact. Su Ming began to explain the situation. I have surveillance footage of Meng Kong maliciously stealing data from my computer. One of the files in the video is the failed calculation process of the chip. I have reported this to the police. I believe the law will provide an explanation to everyone. As soon as he finished speaking, reporters in the room began questioning Dr. Meng, asking if this was true. Dr. Meng didn't know how to respond. Su Enian grabbed his collar and questioned him. Su Enian had thought everything was cleaned up, but he didn't expect there to be surveillance footage. Dr. Meng was also confused because he had deleted the video. At this moment, Uncle Hat walked into the venue and told Su Enian he was suspected of economic crimes and asked him to come with them for investigation. Su Nan then reminded Su Enian that he should worry about his own problems. He was suspected of embezzling 100 million, and she believed he would be operating a sewing machine for life. Su Enian looked at Su Nan in shock, unable to believe all this. Brother Lin watched from the side, sighing softly. He never thought such a thorny issue could be resolved so easily by Su Nan. In the cutthroat business world, perhaps only the little fox Su Nan could emerge unscathed. Fu Yechuan's lips curled slightly upward. His gaze swept over Su Nan. She was indeed very impressive. Just then, Su Enian suddenly broke free from Uncle Hat's grasp and rushed toward Su Nan. He angrily shouted, Su Nan, you dead woman, I must. The next second, Su Ming appeared in front of him, blocking his path. Immediately after, Su Enian was subdued again. Facing Su Enian's threat, Su Nan frowned and responded, that depends on whether you have the ability. Faced with Su Nan's cold attitude, Fu Yechuan felt deeply hurt. Constant pestering wasn't a good strategy. Brother Lin suggested that he should try to cater to her interests first to ease the relationship, then consider the next step. After the press conference, Su Nan and Shang Qian went to the underground parking lot together. Shang Qian reminded Su Nan that this press conference might bring trouble, so he asked if she needed protection. Su Nan firmly refused, stating that this was the effect she wanted. Shang Qian looked at her helplessly, marveling at her boldness. Su Nan said she had no choice. Some people only learn when they fall hard. Then Shang Qian suggested taking her out for a meal. Su Nan gladly agreed, saying she would treat this time. At this moment, Fu Yechuan and Brother Lin drove up to them. They reminded Su Nan of a project meeting she needed to attend. Fu Yechuan offered to give her a ride. Brother Lin also suggested that Su Nan should have a meeting with internal staff to explain the plagiarism incident. Seeing this, Shang Qian told Su Nan not to worry and to remember to eat after the meeting. Su Nan bent down ignoring Fu Yequan. She spoke directly to Brother Lin, saying that Su Shi had already issued a statement explaining the incident. The statement was her stance, and she didn't want to attend this meeting. Brother Lin frowned, seeming troubled. But Su Nan was one of the project initiators, so it wouldn't be good if she didn't go. Fu Yequan eagerly agreed with Brother Lin, saying that as one of the causes of the incident, Su Nan should attend the meeting. Su Nan suddenly interrupted Fu Yequan, saying there was no need for further discussion. Anyone with questions could come to her directly. With that, she turned and left. Fu Yequan watched her retreating figure, his mood heavy, his eyes revealing pain and regret. Su Nen walked up to Shang Qian, finding him lost in thought, and urged him to leave quickly. Shang Qian was startled, then smiled and agreed. Brother Lin looked at Fu Yequan and teased, "Old Fu, looks like you couldn't keep Su Nan." Fu Yequan ignored him and told him to follow Su Nan's car. In the restaurant, Su Nan joked, "Thanks, Mr. Shang. Are you still playing the pretty boy today and PE with your rich sister?" Shang Qian said he'd do anything as long as Su Nan liked it. Su Nan's face instantly turned red. Seeing their interaction, Fu Yequan's eyes narrowed, dangerous and sharp. Brother Lin greeted them with a smile. "So Su is also dining here." The two naturally walked over and sat at their table. Fu Yequan looked at Su Nan, trying to ask if she minded sharing the table. Su Nan smiled and replied, "Vice President, you didn't give me a chance to refuse." At this point, Fu Yequan looked at the dishes on the table and suddenly said, "He's just taking you to eat, such simple waiter." Su Nan stood up abruptly, angrily accusing Fu Yequan and demanding he drop his self-righteousness. She added that his behavior was really annoying. Fu Yequan was stunned, not expecting Su Nan to be so angry. Su Nan turned to leave with Shang Qian. Fu Yequan hurriedly tried to keep Su Nan. Shang Qian said that the food wasn't important. What mattered was suiting Su Nan's taste. "You don't understand, but someone does." With that, the two turned and left, leaving Fu Yequan and Brother Lin alone in this awkward situation. Brother Lin reminded Fu Yequan that Su Nan was clearly indifferent to him now. Constantly hovering around her wouldn't work. It would be better to cater to her interests first, to ease the relationship, then consider the next step. After hearing this, Fu Yequan decided to try Brother Lin's suggestion. A few days later, in the CEO's office of Su Corporation, Su Nan looked at the invitation in her hand in surprise. "Isn't this an invitation to the World Business Conference?" Su Nan asked Secretary Yu who sent this. Secretary Yu replied that it was sent by the Vice President. He said it was an apology gift for you. Su Nan held the invitation card and raised his eyebrows slightly. Although he didn't know why Fu Yequan would be so kind as to inform him of this opportunity, he wouldn't miss this rare chance. This was a private gathering that only about a dozen entrepreneurs from around the world could attend.